Fleetwood Town. Where do I even begin? Well, for starters, they won the YouTube poll for our FC25 RTG, so thank you to all that voted. The Fishermen were promoted to League 2 in 2012 after a 29-game unbeaten run, with the then unknown Jamie Vardy racking up 31 goals in 36 games. Recently though, the COD Army, they've been through the ringer with 4 different managers last season, and on top of that, getting relegated from League 1. Charlie Adam, thanks for securing relegation last season, mate, but your time is up, son. And the rumour mill is in full swing. Who is the next Fleetwood Town manager? Harry Redknapp? Sam Allardyce? Gareth Southgate? Nope, it's just Marco. And we're here for a good time and a long time, because we're not finished until we've taken Fleetwood Town all the way to Champions League glory. Right, now let's crack on. I had no idea their stadium is called Highbury, so the Arsenal fan in me is buzzing. Ugh, right, okay. They've gone for the minimalist approach. I see, very boring. But this is a nice touch though. The gaffer has a new Tinder pic. The ladies of Lancashire, they ain't ready. And for the first time in FC 25, here are the boys. Right, as a little side mission, we're going to try and find Jamie Vardy 2.0. And I'm sorry, but these two lads, they're just not doing it for me. Speaking of the devil, unfortunately, yeah, he is retiring at the end of the season to focus on chugging Red Bulls, so he won't be making a Fleetwood Town cameo. So we're going to have to unearth a gem from somewhere. Now these three, in my opinion, are obvious Jamie Vardy replacements. For starters, they're all 5'10", which is a crazy coincidence. Paul Mullin and Macaulay Langstaff, they've been there and done it in the National League. And Callum Morton is the wild card. He's already played for Fleetwood Town, but on the flip side, he's our Salford City cult hero. So they already have their own stories. Whereas this boy, Tommy Lonergan, well, his story is only just beginning. I mean, yeah, he's 6 foot, so he's a bit taller than the rest of them. And he hasn't quite got that rapid Jamie Vardy pace. But I do have a good feeling about this lad. But as we look to the rest of the team, the midfield isn't really saying much, other than Mark Helm, a legacy signing from the old gaffer, but I think he's got a bit about him. If he doesn't, we have Dominic Curtis from the Youth Academy. With 76 to 94 potential, he's chomping at the bit for a starting spot. We also have this Welshman, Ryan Broom. I mean, he's rapid. He can play centre mid or full back, so I've got a good plan for him. Now don't worry, we're obviously not going to be playing 5 at the back. None of these lads stand out, other than this bloke, Brandon Wyadu. I'm very excited to have you in the team. Already wearing the captain's armband and excellent stats, especially for League 2. He's going to be with us until the end. Overall, there's a few gems around the place, including Phoenix Patterson. He looks decent. But we definitely need a bit of improvement. And with only 1 million in the bank, well, just over 1 million, it's going to be tricky. We're going to have to be smart with it, lads. This bad lad is already practicing running in behind the defence. Our first signing as Fleetwood Town gaffer is Armstrong Okaflex, 500k from Zurich. No crazy stats, but a crazy name, and I think he'll get a job done on the wing. Somehow, that 500k signing cost us 900,000. So we're going to have to sell a couple of players. Ryan Graydon, he's gone to Crawley, and Danny Mayer is gone to some place with mountains. We've also parted ways with some Youth Academy players who were never going to make it. Also, we could sign this boy. I only played a few games with him in our Crew TikTok series, but I saw enough talent there to give him a chance in the big leagues. Ethan Erahon, 1.25 million from Lincoln City, and the coaching staff already know the long-term plan, but for the next few seasons, he's going to be a no-nonsense midfielder, reaping souls and banging long shots. And have you ever seen a player more destined for League 2? Marco is mesmerised, but I think it's because he matched with that lady on Tinder. I told you the Lancashire ladies weren't ready, and neither is League 2. Why I do call the nurse, he just broke my hand. Martin Adam on a free. I knew I was going to sign this guy as soon as I saw him at the Euros. Football was officially back. I'm well chuffed with our transfers. We look solid. Adam and Tommy in the 2 up top just screams Brexit ball, but it doesn't scream Jamie Vardy. So we'll keep an eye out on the scout reports in the background. Now you're probably wondering, 4-4-2, that's a bit dated, innit? And to that I'd say watch your mouth. But I'd also say with the ball we're going to a 3-5-2, you little sket. Broom in the fullback role, Bolton tucking into a 3 at the back, 1 holding midfielder, 1 attacking midfielder, and our wingers high and wide. League 2 ain't ready. Speaking of the league, I'm not messing about. I don't care how we get promoted. As long as we do, I'm happy. Because I want to have a scrap with our rivals Blackpool as soon as possible. Alright, I'm going to play a couple of games and we'll check in at the halfway point. Then we'll play some more games and see how we got on at the end of the season. And we're kicking off with a little rivalry against Accrington Stanley. The dawn of a new era here at Highbury, and the lads are dialed in. Let's not ignore that Accrington Stanley was part of our FC25 RTG vote. Sir Fox, Jack, Floyd, put your loyalties aside because you're Fleetwood fans today. It might be a bit tougher for you after watching that, but Aaron has just reaped his first soul for Fleetwood. I love it. And this is what I want to see from you, Tommy. It would have been better if it went in, but we can't have it all, can we? And this is what we're trying to instill here at Fleetwood. None of this kick and rush stuff. We're firing the ball into feet and moving up as a unit. Phoenix flying around on the overlap, backheeled it into Adam, and our number 9 rifles it top bins. We didn't sign him for goals like that, so it's only right we've lost our red after it ripples the back of the net. It's a thunder strike from the Hungarian. Pucker pies on me, lad. We've played out from the back once. Let's do it twice to prove it's not a fluke. Wildoo's on his bike. The Scotsman is dilly-dallying with it, but with his pocket pinch, it's now a 3-on-1, and their man sticks it away past Lynch. This is what's going to happen though if we're not switched on. High risk, high reward. That doesn't mean we're not going to leave one more on them. 1-1 the final score, and we share the points in our first derby. Away to Chesterfield at the SMH, and I'll tell you what, having the full match intros back is a touch of class. Unlike these touches from Erehon, bundling his way through to Harrop with a snapshot across goal, but like any good striker should, Tommy follows up with a rebound. We limited the newly promoted team to scraps. A backheel into a long range was all they came up with. Adam with the high press, their clearance ricocheted out. Tommy with the chest touch round their defender, he winds one up, but the keeper knocks over the bar. Would have been class, but our first 3 points in League 2. Thanks for having us, lads. Back on the road again, this time at the Mornflake, our old stomping ground. Now, it's nothing personal, lads. You know I love you, but there's no love lost from Ethan Erehon. Swift Scottish step-overs to get round his man, but it's a fairly weak shot on goal. Helm playing through Phoenix. It's a great cross and an even better save, and Adam shanks the rebound into the side netting. On steps Dominic Curtis for his senior debut. I don't know what type of player the youngster's going to be yet, but it looks like he's been taking notes out of Ethan Erehon's book, titled 101 Ways to Get a Yellow Card. The lad isn't just up for a scrap, he can also hit a long shot. The 88th minute and crew are finally on the offensive. He weaves past Medley and his mate is left 1-on-1. We find ourselves in unfamiliar territory, 1 goal down, and our little Dominic Curtis doesn't know what to do with himself other than swipe out their goal scorer. A debut to remember for our youngster. First game, first yellow, first red. And get in the players' lounge, lad. We'll get you your first beer as well. The final game before the halfway point is at home to the Bantams. Check this out. A scrap going on with the third man. Our goalkeeper diving after the free kick goes into Rosette. I'm starting to fall in love with this team. It's just a bunch of shithouses. Adam nods it down to Phoenix and he says, nah, you know what? You've got another one in you. Straight up the line and it's Brexit ball galore. Tommy with the flick. He bodies 1 man, bodies 2 man. And he sticks it in the onion bag. He wears 14, but we'll make a number 9 out of you yet. We win 1-0. Now calm down, lads. We're at the halfway point. Ooh, someone called us no Gallagher's birds because we're flying high. But not high enough. We're on 43 points. Second place to MK Dons. We might not be top, but we're on track for promotion. 2 Barrow boys are in the running for the golden boot. We're going to have to scroll down. Jesus. Oh, here we go. Thanks for joining us, lads. I thought Adam would be on more than 8 league goals. And Tommy, I thought you'd be on more than 6. But no pressure, lad. I'm sure the goals will come in time. Phoenix doing the most with assists on the wing, but shout out to Ryan Broom. Doing well in that fullback role. I think we're doing bits, to be honest. I'm not going to revamp the squad in January, but I've been thinking about it and we are seriously lacking some Jamie Vardy pace. I've been searching far and wide and I think we found our man in the Rangers reserves, Zach Lovelace. 18 years old and 87 pace. That will do the job. You can now pick 4 positions for the youth scout to focus on, by the way. So we've sent our 5-star to England to have a little gander. Right, yeah, we're done now. Lovelace with a bit of pace is a different option to Adam and Tommy. And should we do it? Should we actually? Yeah, go on then. Let's go for a title charge. If we're going to have a chance at the title, we're going to have to shut up shop against the league's top goal scorer. And I'll be honest, that might be harder to do after Wildoo sees red inside 7 bloody minutes. Marco ripping this guy a new one. Oh, look, it's that girl from earlier. Ha, made you look. But maybe I should have left him dialed in. As Barrow stick one away from the corner. Calm down, rude boy. Broom in the fullback role, pinging balls forward. Erehon with the Sierra 1-2 step, and Iani slots it past the goalkeeper. Got a bit lucky with the finish, but it's high risk, high reward with precision shooting, eh? The second half rolls around. Ethan with a lane splitting pass. Helm with the Midas touch. He gets away from his man, but he doesn't get far. And then their man sees red. It's 10v10. Finally, a level playing field. We're catching them on the break from the corner. Johnson, our right back, with a bit of abracadabra wizardry. And I won't make you watch him run through quicksand. All you need to know is he's got the finish in the locker. The most unlikely of heroes here rescues us 3 points away from home. Actually, that's a lie. Telford scores from the restart. 2-2's the remix. The points shared. I'm upset they scored, but I'm more annoyed their celebration is cooler than ours. So now it's time to unleash our secret weapon. Zach Lovelace makes his debut against Morecambe. Now don't worry lad, you've got Big Adam beside you. He'll take care of you. For all the tiki-taka preaching at the start, sometimes you just need to dink it over the top. Helm nods it down, and look at this run from Lovelace. Exactly why we brought him in. In behind the defence, and he laces it into the back of the net. A great first impression from the youngster. He's got the whole squad going balmy. But it's not only one-way traffic. A lovely 1-2 round our defence, but our keeper is equal to it. Oko Flex on the wing. He's been under the radar so far this season, but that's a lovely cross into Adam's 50p head. No pucker pie goal bonus for you today. But one goal is all that was needed. 3 points and Lovelace's first goal. It's a great day at the office, but now it's the big one. Salford City versus Fleetwood Town. The Ammies will always have a special place in my heart, but as they plot their game plan, Waidu relays a message from Marco. Send them back to the National League. We're Fleetwood through and through. It's the Ammies on the charge first. Both Broom and Medley try to break their legs, but I'll admit it, we should have been focused more on defending than tackling. Salford scored the first goal in this RTG derby. Stockton smashing it near post is giving Quevin Kelleher flashbacks. It's got Marco pulling his grey hair out. The Phoenix floats a ball in from the corner and it's Waidu's turn to shank a header. The Ammies, they just shut up shop for most of the game. The COD Army, we couldn't find a way through Tilton Garber. We've got to dig deep, Fleetwood, and find a way through because this game is more than just 3 points. Tommy, either side of the goalkeeper would have been just fine, mate. But we don't give up till the final whistle blows. A great touch and pass from Tommy to send through the Phoenix. And who's waiting for him in the box? It's Zach Lovelace to stick it away. Two of our hottest prospects here at Fleetwood are linking up to rescue a point. There's nothing to separate this clash of the Titans. The points are shared, so thanks for having me back at Moor Lane, Salford. It's been a pleasure. Right, I've got some news for you lads. And it's less than ideal. That string of results mean that the Dons have well and truly run away with the title. But automatic promotion still isn't a guarantee. We have to do a job in our final games. 4th place Notts County are up first. Tommy and Lovelace are the starting strikers. The rest of the team is kind of as you were. Now let's get it. Here we are at Meadow Lane. A game that doesn't mean anything in the title race, but it means everything for our chance to secure automatic promotion. The Phoenix trying his luck from distance, but is parried straight into the path of Oko Flex. And the bench has gone mental as he's finally scored his first goal for Fleetwood. And let's be honest, there's only one place he could have put that away. A great start to our must-win game, and it gets even better as Medley crunches their man, plays a through ball to Zach on the shoulder and he puts his laces through it. Lovelace isn't even his surname. It's the name given to him because he loves lacing it into the back of the net. 2-0 up in the second half and the boys seem to have fully found their rhythm. I told you at the beginning, Ethan Erron's here for yellow cards and banging long shots. We're completely playing them off the park. Tommy Lonergan with a Jocko Bonito flicked through the legs of the defender and the Phoenix has risen from the ashes of the cremation of Meadow Lane. Tommy might have got lucky with that flick, but there's nothing lucky about this strike from the Phoenix. Channeling his inner Ricardo Quaresma. What a pick out. Notts County are dead and buried, but just to send a statement to the next team we play, Lovelace sticks it away for 5-0. There's something cooking over there at Fleetwood Town, and it just so happens our next game is at Highbury against MK Dons. What could have been a title decider if we found our feet earlier in the season, but we have to grit our teeth and focus on automatic promotion. And to my surprise, it turns out Lovelace can miss a sitter. The human after all, eh? We've got to step up and win this game, just to prove to ourselves that even though we might finish second, we're capable of beating the best. And you know what I just said about Lovelace being human? Well, I'd take it back with all my heart, because there's no way you should have taken it from right to left and stuck it in the back of the net. Lads, is it too early to say he's Jamie Vardy 2.0? But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Lecco pipes up and turns our captain inside out before sticking it in the back of the net. So you've stolen the title and our clean sheet from us then, yeah? Okay, I'm not dropping points in this game, lads. You're going to need to make our own luck. And there it is. Lovelace on the rebound. I have a feeling you're going to be hearing a lot of that in this road to glory. So make sure you subscribe to not miss out on any bangers, just like Adam has off the woodwork. Brace yourselves, lads. It's going to be tough. I mean, we have secured it, but MK Dons won the league by 20 points. And to show you who's been relegated this season, well, Bromley and Accrington Stanley are in the drop zone. As we take a gander at this, Adam is only 4 goals away from the golden boot. So let's try and walk away with something. Sorry, Bromley, it's nothing personal. Up the Fisherman, here we go. Let's try and win this man the golden boot. I'll tell you what, we're lucky the liner was blind and there's no VAR in League 2 because Lovelace, well, he's definitely offside. But he traps the ball nicely and lays it off to the main man, and Adam gets his first goal. He's actually been so much fun to play with. 1 out of 4 though. Occo flex with the ball in, and will that 50p had come back to haunt him? Phoenix nods down the goal kick, and having got a Scooby where their midfield is, but it means Adam can flick it over his shoulder and he bangs it in from distance. Unlike the one against MK Dons, this one hits nothing but net. 67 minutes on the clock, and you know what? Just Marco must have turned into Johannes Brahms because he's making the Hungarian dance at Highbury. But unfortunately, that's that. Adam walks away with just the match ball in the final game of the season. How can getting Fleetwood Town promoted back into League 1 feel like a failure? Is it that Adam missed out on the golden boot because Patterson came second in the assists leaderboard, or is it because Jay Lynch came third in the golden glove? I mean, we didn't win anything, did we? Still, League 1 football next season, that's something I guess. But you don't have to worry about revamping MK Dons or reviving Jonathan Leco's career. They've got that covered, lads. Now let's talk about Lovelace. I think the search for Jamie Vardy 2.0 might be over before it began. 10 goals, 2 assists in 14 games is remarkable, and he's in the running for the Player of the Month. Here are the boys, and here's our dynamic duo. Both were up for the Player of the Season vote, but Lovelace was a clear winner. Don't take it to heart, Adam. The offers are rolling in for our number 9, which we're swiftly declining because we're locking the brick house down to a new deal. Oh look, she's back for more. Occo Flex and the Phoenix were dangerous out wide last season, but the Scotsman, well, he stood out like a sore thumb. You've got a bright future here, lad. Ethan Erron, well, you're just a bit of a beast, aren't you? He reaped a few souls, banged a few long shots. More of the same, please, mate. To be honest with you, I'm well happy with our team. I don't think we need to worry too much. But with 5 million to play with, I'm sure we can do a bit of damage. You guys came through with some banging suggestions. The only problem is, nobody wants to be a fisherman, other than this boy. I know what your brother's been up to, mate, so let's sweat out whatever's in your Gatorade, eh? On second thought, you might have to hop back on the bike. You still look a bit glazed. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm going to call him Luca. He's an absolute unit. Beyond well-rounded. We could probably stick him up top and he'd do a job. So thanks for the suggestion, lad. Our final transfer is a blast from the past. Helder Costa joins us on a free. Played for Benfica, Monaco, Wolves, Leeds, and now Fleetwood. You've peaked, son. We've got 3 million left, and I would have splashed it all on John Joe Shelby. The slaphead, he gives Charlie Adam vibes, but it's a no-go as he's retiring at the end of the season. And on the subject of centre mids, I want to introduce you lot to our long-term target, Marco with a K Bullat. Mark my words, he will be part of the COD Army. I think that's a good bit of business. We're sticking Luca at right back because I can't bear to break up the Medley and Waidu partnership just yet. And we've sent our 5-star scout to Jamaica to find the next bomber Clark, Antonio or Bailey. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Right, if you're new around here, we're going to play a couple of games, stop off at the halfway point, and then we're going to play a few more games and see how we got on around the end of the season. And it just so happens our first game in League 1 is the Field Coast Derby. The Fishermen versus the Seasiders, a fairly recent local derby, is proper football. And you best believe we're coming on smoke with a couple of leg breakers inside 10 minutes. Occo Flex feeding our Hungarian number 9, but he hasn't finished his dinner, which is unlike him because he's normally shoveling it down the hatch. But that early miss is not going to stop us from cooking up more chances. Patterson free and opening the box, but our new boy Luca bangs a long shot, and the Phoenix sticks away the rebound. Should have just crossed him the ball in the first place, but never mind, we got there in the end. Protecting our 1-goal lead with some heavy tackles. Go on, get it out. Looking for a bit of daylight, a bit of breathing room in the derby, and Erron takes a pop and fires one at the keeper. Still 1-0, 61 minutes on the clock. Paul crosses the ball in and Luca nods it down in the danger zone. Bergstrom with a great save, but Matty Virtue gives away a penalty and gets a yellow card for his troubles. Whose side are you on, bruv? Their number 6 steps up from 12 yards, but can he stick it past our 6'9" behemoth? No, he can't. He might wear the number 12, but he's our new number 1. And Fleetwood Town, well, they've got a new hero. Our first Field Coast derby, our first win, and our first 3 points in League 1. Looking to go again, this time against fellow promotion side Carlisle. I'm not going to lie, I do rate their home kit. That is why they were a part of the FC25 RTG vote. But amongst the blue and white, there's a sea of red shirts flooding the pitch at Brunton Park. Our little Jamie Vardy 2.0 is off the mark. Getting a bit lucky inside the box, but he fires it across to Adam to make it 2-0. And in the second half, the Phoenix floats a corner in. Adam's header beats the keeper, but is fumbled off the line, and the Hungarian can't believe his luck. He's going to finish his dinner if you put it on a plate for him. 2 wins out of 2. We're definitely the bookies' favourites at the racecourse. where we had to pay Paul Mullen a visit. It would have been rude not to. In certain light, some say Marco resembles a charismatic Ryan Reynolds, but I think he's more like that superhero fella, you know, the one who constantly breaks the fourth wall, wears red, is a bit cheeky. He was in that new movie with Wolverine. Oh god, this is embarrassing. Give us a hand, lads. What's he called? I'm sure it will come to me. Helder Costa leaving their man dead in a pool of his own shame. Aragon with the first time ping into Lovelace with a magical touch to beat the defender, and one-on-one with the keeper, he shows composure and Arnie slots it into the net. We're going to make a player out of you yet, Lovelace. 2-0 the final score away to Wrexham, and it's an unbelievable start in League One from the COD Army. Youth Academy break real quick, and I'd like to introduce you lot to Jackson with the next Lancaster. We could have Jamie Vardy 3.0 if we play our cards right. 2 games left until the halfway point. The first is away to Shrewsbury, and I've just realised that we haven't played a game yet at Highbury. What am I playing at? Curtis starting off with a ping off the woodwork. The Phoenix intercepting on the wing, and he finds Lovelace in acres of space, and the youngster pings it off the post. That's not a good sign, because you know what they say, bad things come in threes. So it's only right Ethan Aragon pings one off the woodwork as well. We share the points at Cloud Meadow, and now we're finally playing in the red and white at Highbury against Aragon's old flame, Lincoln City, and I must admit, I do rate that away kit. The only chance in the first half sunset is from Phoenix as he's pelting one at the goalkeeper, but under the floodlights, well, that's a different story. Broom cuts in and gives it to Gibbs, a little Youth Academy grad I was testing out. But he feeds our hungry number 9, who laces it into the side netting. 1-0 the final score, and 3 more points on the board. Now, let's go and check in at the halfway point. Ooh, I'm happy. I'm very happy, lads. We're above Blackpool for a start and joint on points for second spot. So if we shore up defensively and score a few more goals, we should be on track to finish in a promotion spot. So we're going to need more than 9 goals from you, Adam. And we're definitely going to need more than 4 assists from you, Patterson. But that's the least of our concerns, as the Phoenix is now out for 3 months with a broken toe. I'm sure you'll rise again from the ashes. Ethan is actually top of the Fleetwood assist charts with 5, and Lovelace, well, he's smashing it with 12 goals. I can't believe I've just done this, but he's now rocking the Jamie Vardy Fleetwood 33. Right, so behind the scenes, we've loaned out our youngsters and fringe players, including Jackson with an X, and sold Elliot Bonds for 950k. So we've got 4 mil in the kitty. We all know who we want, but there's no way we can afford him, so we're building the team around his arrival. So we splashed the cash on possibly the greatest name in football, Ronaldo Vieira. Highbury was missing a Vieira in the middle of the park. He doesn't have the same physicality as Patrick, but let's not judge a book by his cover just yet. Some added firepower up top. Callum Robertson joins on a free. He's done bits in the Football League before, so just a few goals here and there will be fine. And we need to shore things up defensively, so we've snatched Udoka, Godwin, Malife from Burton Albion for £500,000. Centre back or right back, we love a bit of versatility. A good bit of depth now. That should clinch a promotion spot for us. And now Vieira is in the holding role. Aragon, well, he can do his thing box to box. You might have seen that Tommy Lonergan is missing from the bench. That's because he's been loaned out to Atalanta. I'm not giving up on you yet. I just can't give you the game time you need right now. So come back stronger, eh? Right, let's go secure promotion. The change room has some new faces, but the objective this season still remains the same. 13th place MK Dons come to visit Highbury, lest we forget they thoroughly beat us to the League 2 title last season. So no wonder why Medley crunched their man on the edge of the box. He must be licking his lips at this free kick. And to our favour, the ball kisses the crossbar and doesn't hit the back of the net. But with some horrendous defending in the second half, the Dons find themselves in acres of space and we find ourselves in trouble. 1-0 down at home, the visitors are jumping for joy. But basically from the restart, the greatest name of football finds himself driving up the pitch and he unleashes an absolute thunderstrike. I did not know you had that in your locker, Ronaldo Vieira. The keeper didn't have a chance in hell. Unfortunately, that worldie is all we could muster, and we share the points with the Dons. Now, we're trying our luck in the FA Cup, away to the Saints, and I'm not expecting an upset in the Cup. I just wanted to gauge where we are compared to the Prem team, and it would have been a fair assessment if we could keep 2 feet on the ground and the ref could keep his card in his pocket. What sad thing grows up wanting to be a referee? He's just ruined the game. Of course I'm deflecting, it's not his fault we love a scrap. Although when Ramsdale flew through the air like Superman to catch Ethan's long shot, I sunk into my chair and realised we were just delaying the inevitable. We held off for as long as we could, but the Saints grabbed the first and only goal of the game in the 79th minute to send them through to the next round of the Cup. Celebrating like mad against a team with 10 men from League 1? Grow up, man. We'll get our revenge against them soon enough. And this is the game I've been looking forward to all season long. Our FC 25 RTG derby, Fleetwood versus Charlton. So let's make sure we're putting them 6 feet under. And if we could start off by catching the ball, Bergstrom, that would be fantastic. Because we got way too lucky they didn't stick away that rebound. We're on the offensive, with Phoenix still out injured as Liam Smith to slot through Lovelace. and without taking a touch he rifles it home. But yeah, he's offside. We can all see that from a mile away. In the second half sunset, we're spread thin at the back. We get very unlucky with the ball bouncing back to their man, and it's none other than Kanu to stick it away past Bergstrom. Vieira and Kanu playing a hybrid. What in the football multiverse is this? 1-0 down, 86 minutes on the clock, and it's looking likely we're going to lose the RTG derby. And then this happens. The goal kick is pelted into their defender. Robinson nods it down to Zach, and he lovelaces it home to level the score. With a bit of luck from the keeper, we end on level terms. But to be honest, I'm just happy we didn't lose. And that's maybe why we're in this situation. Yep, I'm not going to lie, it hasn't been a great second half of the season. We caught the eye of the Gunners though. The Arsenal board have had enough of Arteta ball. They want the hybrid ball back with Marco at the helm. But we absolutely aren't leaving Fleetwood because we're in a bit of a pickle. Blackpool have leapfrogged us, so we're now sat in 7th with 4 games left of the season, including a Field Coast derby with Blackpool, who are fighting for a playoff spot, a derby with Wigan, a penultimate game of the season against Wickham, and the final game against Oxford United, who are also fighting for a playoff spot. So we're starting off with none other than Blackpool, lads. Come on, up the COD Army. What a way to kick off this 4-game stretch, eh? We already turned Paul over in the opening day at their place, but now the pressure's on at home in front of the COD Army. Errejón reaping his first Blackpool soul on the halfway line, but the ball sticks with Paul. We're left chasing shadows and our defence is wide open. Kouassi sticks it beyond Bergstrom the first time of asking and pulls up in front of the Fleetwood faithful. Medley, weak as pit again, and we get lucky Kouassi doesn't nick a brace in the first half. You best believe Marco gave him the hairdryer treatment at half time. Probably cut a little deep to the bone. If you can't handle the heat, then get out of the kitchen. Occo Flex leaping like a salmon to clean up the scraps from the clearance, and I'm just speechless as to what Lovelace has cooked up in front of goal. I said if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, that doesn't matter when you're ice cold in front of goal. That little spark is all we needed to kick on and try and win the game. The Phoenix with the cracking ball over to Occo Flex and he spanks it straight at the keeper. Blackpool on the offensive, Joseph in the pocket and he drives it wide. Our captain, when he tries to pull him down, but it's a weak effort. And Jesus, Mary and Joseph, they've won it in the final minutes of the match. 2-1 the final score. They've won the Field Coast Derby return fixture and we're off to an abysmal start in this 4-game stretch. We've got the drums booming, scarves popping off, and this bloke looking a little worried in our second game against Wigan. Playing a refreshed team after our defeat to Blackpool. Callum Robertson up top and he's taking his chance beautifully. Occo Flex, he's trying his luck from distance, but his shot's blocked and we stick away the rebound. A brace from Callum Robertson so far, and in the second half we're closing them down. The man of the moment nicks the ball away and he laces it home for 3-0. I only wanted a goal or two off the bench, now you're scoring hatties. 85 minutes on the clock, 3-0 up, what could go wrong? Oh yeah, Zach Medley giving them a penalty. It's keeping a clean sheet in the second half of the season, too much to ask for. Bergstrom, well, he plays the victim from 12 yards, but don't worry, we walk away with 3 points and the match ball for the Irishman's cabinet. 3 points out of 6 isn't ideal, and we desperately need a win against 15th place Wickham because Barnsley are right up our arse. We're starting off on the front foot as Errejón winds one up and it pings off the bar. Then Adam tries to bury the rebound with a bicycle kick. We're still looking ropey in the box as Wadu is sent for a hot dog, but luckily it's straight down the middle for our number 1. We're trying a lot from outside the box again and it falls to Adam this time. And he does well to stick it away with his weak peg. Soup! No, he's not a soup guy, he's 100% beefcake, isn't he? And we're 100% stupid when we're trying to defend a lead. Wadu completely takes out their man, and as the referee calls him over, it's anybody's guess what colour the card is. No, Wadu, it's a yellow, mate, it's still on the pitch. I'll tell you what though, this is a cracking strike from Wickham. It spanked right off the bar. The second half was a bit of a quiet one other than this missed header from Adam from the corner. What is wrong with that bloke? Why can't he score a header? It's actually starting to do my head in. But to be honest, that doesn't really matter right now because we've got another 3 points in the bank. The final game of the season and it's 50 wins for just Marco, so let's make it 51 against Oxford United. After 46 games in the league, there's no way we're missing out on a promotion playoff spot. I don't know why I put Luca at left back, but he pings a lovely ball out to Occo Flex. The Irishman, he takes it down nicely. Lovelace pushing into the box, he sends the defender, and with all the time in the world, he laces it into the back of the net. Our number 33, our Jamie Vardy 2.0, he's coming in clutch in the final game of the season. I don't know how this is a foul, but you know what, we'll take it. A little dummy from Ethan, and we set up Luca with a long shot, and to be honest, I expected way more than that from the Croat. But it isn't all one-way traffic. The home side forced a couple big saves from Bergstrom either side of half-time at the Kassam Stadium. We shut up shop quite well after that. The only real chance was this pop-on goal from the Phoenix, and I don't think we'll ever beat that goal from last season, but we'll certainly keep trying. And as the final whistle blows, lads, we've done our job. A 1-0 win and 9 points from a possible 12. But was that enough to steal a promotion playoff spot? Yes, it was. We scraped 6th by 1 goal. God, our defence came in clutch this season. We've got Wayne Runes, Plymouth Argyle in the semis. A lot of danger in this squad, especially the wide players. And when we're at left back. We're going to sim the first leg and let's hope for the best. Yeah, we've done a job. 2-1 winners. This is how we're lining up for the second leg. Aaron at left back, doing that false back role. We're trying to cram as much talent in as we can. Alright lads, come on, we're doing this. Away from home, at home park. Yeah, I know it's confusing. Just don't lose. Starting with intent in the opening 5 minutes, and Mark Helm whipping a shot round the post. So Flex is searching for a special someone at the corner, and it's a first class delivery to his 50p head. Why can't you score a header, bro? Come on. A couple of early chances. Is it going to come back to bite us? Luca chasing shadows at right back. It's laid off and Bergstrom deals with it from point blank range. Still 1-0 in the second half, and we go full route 1 to Adam, and he actually manages to knock it down to Helm, who buries it home. He's giving Marco something to think about, and it sent him balmy. Look at him. Look, Robinson, did you see Adam? He actually had the ball. Plymouth Argyle coming on the offensive, but good luck getting around our brick house. Luca chasing his man down, but can you tell me where the foul is, please? It's weak refereeing, but even weaker defending from the free kick. Adam, take note, mate. That's how you stick away a header. We're in added time. A world-class ball is whipped into the box, and I can't believe how lucky shanked it wide. My little black heart just fell right out my arse. Rooney is fuming. I'd be livid, but we've done our job and booked our place at Wembley in the promotion playoff final. And just to make it extra spicy, it's against Blackpool. Now this is what football's all about. The ultimate derby on the big stage. Que sera, sera. We're sticking with the same starting 11. That almost bottled it against Plymouth, but we'll move on from that. The Field Coast derby never meant so much. Blackpool starting the game like Brentford out the gates. They've already designed a crossing opportunity, but luckily they nodded it past the post. But now it's our turn to fashion our first chance. Played out to Erehon at left back. He drives forward, cuts in past not 1 but 2 Blackpool mugs, and the Scotsman winds up his left peg as unleashes the Kraken. Stick him centre mid, right back, left back, it doesn't matter. Our Scottish sedan always finds the back of the net. Oh, the boots match the kit. The stage is set and is dressed for the occasion. Now we're 1-0 up. The question is, can we hold on to our lead? Well, it's our goal scorer getting caught out with the through ball. Chasing down the runaway, he puts the brakes on, sends Ethan for a hot dog and sticks it past Bergstrom. I knew the pool would pile on the pressure. I just thought we'd hold on to our lead for a little longer. It's Lovelace taking it round his man, putting the pressure on his own shoulders, and he can carry the weight of the world on it. Unfortunately, he just doesn't have to finish in the locker this time. It's turning into the war of attrition. Bergstrom, well, he deals with it, but it's come down the left-hand side again. This game had everything. I mean, look at the state of it. I absolutely love it. We tried to capitalise, but Adam is way too slow, and they managed to clear it. I was beginning to think that the luck wasn't on our side, but there, man, Hamilton spanks it onto the post. Bergstrom, count your blessings, mate. Going into extra time, you think it's written in the stars. A million miles away. A message to the main. Oh, Adam, he drags it wide. We're not quite hitting the same notes as Brahms. No Hungarian dance at Wembley, and neither team found a winner in extra time. So now promotion to the championship is to be settled from 12 yards. It was a staring contest for the first 4 penalties. Who's going to blink first? I'll give you a hint. Not us. And now we've got the upper hand. Luca spanks it top right. Their number 8 tries to finesse it into the corner, but it's back-to-back saves from Bergstrom. And now it's sudden death. Their moped versus our goal scorer. And will Erehon unleash the Kraken? Oh, it's a delightful dink into the back of the net. And our number 5 has just sent us up to the championship at the expense of our rivals. I don't want to hear it, Blackpool. The Field Coast derby is now owned by Fleetwood Town, because we've got the silverware to prove it. League 1 was a blast. Thanks for having us. But as you can see, we're too good for this dump. At least we walk away with silverware this season, as we were nowhere near the golden boot, or anywhere close to being top of the assist leaderboards. 21 goals in all competitions for Lovelace. He's had a great first full season at Fleetwood. I think Adam might struggle in the championship, but to be honest, I hope I'm wrong. Erehon, Okoflex and Patterson are joint first on the assist leaderboards, but lest we forget, the Phoenix was out for 3 months. Erehon, Okoflex and Adam are our 3 highest rated players, but I'm very excited as Jackson with an X Lancaster is progressing nicely out on loan. And Tommy Lonergan has improved as well, so we're spoilt for choice up top. As we look around the ground, Stockport won League 2, Southampton won the Championship and Liverpool won the Premier League. Back to back, lads, fair play. Now, we're going to need to get this team Championship ready. So get in the comments and let me know who you think we should sign. But I'm telling you right now, they better be cheap because my only priority is Marco with a K Bullet. We're going full guns blazing for the midfield maestro. Here are the boys, and I'm not going to lie, I'm surprised Lovelace won our Player of the Season vote by such a large margin. I thought Erehon or Bergstrom might edge it with their performance in the playoff final last season, but I can't complain. More of the same this season, please, Lovelace. Now, I've been having a think, and that's a bit dangerous because I might get a headache, but I don't know whether to stick with the 4-4-2 inverted left back thing or switch to a more attacking 4-4-1-1. I don't know, I can't make my mind up. But one thing my mind is made up on is getting Marco with a K Bullet in the red and white of Fleetwood Town this season. I simply cannot wait any longer. But he is getting a bit spenny with a price tag between 5 and 8 million. We've only got 4 million in the bank. So this is going to be our first Buster Bank signing if we can raise the funds. I feel like Elon Musk when he took over Twitter. We've got no room for beanbag players this season. Other than you, Curtis. Go out and smash it at Stoke and I'll see you next year. We've been ruthless. But look, we have tripled our budget. And I think Marco sees a bit of himself in the Croat. You're going to take us right to the very top, son. Our new number 7. And you just know he's going to be class. He's called Marco for crying out loud. We've shattered our transfer record. 8.8 million plus some rando. I might call him the machine gun because his last name is Bullet. I don't know. Let's stick with Marco with a K for now. But let's talk about Jackson with an X Lancaster. I do agree with you. He can probably rotate a striker. But it's going to be a bloodbath between Lovelace, Lonergan, Adam and Robinson this season. Hopefully he smashes it and comes back to challenge for a starting spot next year. And yes, we are being brave this season. Adam's on the bench, Tommy and Lovelace up top. They're going to be a dangerous partnership like Diddy and Baby Oil. Marco with a K pulling the strings like Rudolph Matz, and Erehon overloading the midfield in the inverted left back role. And as I said before, a top 6 finish is our only objective, but I'm more hopeful than certain. And if you're new around here, we're going to play a couple of games, stop off in January at the halfway point, have a look around, then play some more games and stop off somewhere around the end of the season. And our first game in the Championship is at home to Bolton. The boys are dialed in because the Prem is in touching distance. The fans can smell what we're cooking here, but somebody check what's in Bergstrom's soup because that boy yeeted it up the halfway line. Okoflex bullies his way through the defence, and I'll tell you what, did you ever think you'd see the day we've stuck a header away? I don't want to speak too early, but the risk might pay off. We're coming close again in the first half as Tommy could have had a brace off the rebound, but it wasn't all one-way traffic. Collins turns Luca and pops a shot off at Bergstrom. They tried to get behind our high line again, but it's no trouble for Ethan. He mops it up. A couple passes into Marco with a K Bullet, and this is what the Croat offers Fleetwood in the centre of the park. A dink over the defence, weighted to perfection for Zach, and he Lovelaces it home. Our first game in the Championship and our first 3 points. I like this ratio. On the road to Wales to visit the home of Michu, one of the greatest ever Streets Will Not Forget players. Swansea City, it feels like a distant memory their time in the Prem. They seem to be stagnating on the way down the ladder. We're trying to climb up it. We don't want to end up like them, you know. Just look at the way the fans celebrated this goal. It's embarrassing. But let's not judge too quickly. We are 1 goal down to the Swans, and this overhead kick would have been a lovely way to level the score. We're caught out with a through ball down our right hand side again. I think you're right about Luca at right back. He's been caught out this game, and it serves me right for chatting all that waff about them at the start. We lose 2-0 to the Swans, so maybe I should keep my trap shut and stay humble as we welcome Birmingham in the penultimate game of these highlights. Dion Sanderson with the armband. If you watch the Salford series, you know how pivotal he was for us. But I should probably stop gassing them up and start defending. Why did they want Jackson with an X if they've got Jade Stansfield knocking them in up top? I'll admit it, I thought Marco with a K was a techie centre mid, but he can stick a leg in when needs be. Some lovely link up between our attacking trio ends up with Zach Lovelacing it home. Marco, mate, you're not playing in Croatia or Spain anymore. These aren't going to shirk a tackle. Poor bloke ran into Sanderson, must have been like running into a brick wall. He's a free kick maestro who shanks it way off target. My fault, Bullet, I didn't realise how much whippage you had in the locker. Medley sticks a foot in, but he ain't got the pace to clear it for a throw in and breaks a hip on the advertisement boards. They float one in from the corner, but Aaron's there to clear it. And Marco is sat on the halfway line just to nudge him off the ball. A master of the dark arts. He sticks it away for his first Fleetwood goal and another win under our belt. Let's carry the momentum into the last game against Sheffield United at home under the floodlights. Another dead Prem team knocking about in the Championship. But Zach Lovelace, you're too good for this league. Start watching a pacey Lee Trundle. And once he gets the finishing sorted, he's going to be pure Jogger Benito Prime R9. But no pressure, mate. Ethan Aaron slipping through our number 33. And Zach Love finesses it into the bottom corner. See, lads, I told you he could finish. Adam, I thought it was Diddy with the oil. Sheffield United cutting through our right back yet again. Wilder is out of position, but Zach Medley, you should be able to deal with Ryan Brewster on your own. It's a nice finish from their number 7, but it's not that good, mate. Calm down. In the final minutes of the match, Lovelace tries to squeeze between the centre-backs, but draws a foul. And this is it, Bullet. They say bend it like Beckham. Nah, I say bend it like a total pillock. The game finishes 1-1 and we draw against Sheffield. Now while you lot go check out how we're doing, I'm off to practice some free kicks. Alright, the markers have been nailing free kicks. The next one we get, it's going top bins. Looks like we're a bit off the mark in the league. We're sat in 9th, but we're only 8 points off 3rd spot. But what's more interesting is that there's just 4 points difference between 6th and 13th place. So we're still all to play for. The Bullet is already on double digits and Lovelace is one behind on 9 league goals. And there's our boy again in 2nd spot for assists. Our Buster Bank signing looks like it's money well spent, but what's more impressive is Adam is on 5 league goals and Tommy Lonergan is nowhere to be found. So for all the reasons listed above, we switch to a 4-4-1-1. Adam, here's your chance to be a hero, mate. Bullet, he's been pushed up into the cam role and I reckon he'll be unstoppable now. Erron back in his best position at centre mid. Lovelace is going to play right mid, but will be cutting in on goal from out wide. Waidu and Luca have swapped to hopefully fix our gaps on the right hand side, but now it's glaringly obvious where we need to strengthen. Marco wants a bombing fullback, so we're snagging Harvey Vale on a 2-year loan deal with a 2.5 mil option to buy. He can already play left back, so it's only right we wait 78 weeks to change his position. What a joke. Beam his life, thanks for the donation. I did have a gander for tyre players, but I'll be honest, I don't think he's got what it takes. So I've invested in another youth scout to find a baller. On the subject of little youth, I think we found our next Mikel Antonio. And this Yilmaz bloke looks double decent. We were missing a Turk. We've got just under 4 million, and yet I agree we need a locker room leader. That guy Welbs is unfortunately retiring. Harry Maguire is available on a free, which is interesting, but we need somebody to help us out now. So we've gone for the ultimate locker room leader. We've got the red carpet out the wrong way, but he won't mind. He's just happy to play the beautiful game. Jordan Henderson joins from Ajax for 2.3 million. He's won the Prem, the Champions League, and an ex-England international. He's perfect for Fleetwood Town. I did try to get Rob Alden, who would have been both the locker room leader and an ex-gunner, but he'd rather rot on the Palace bench. And I'm furious. Jackson hasn't played a single game for Birmingham, so he's coming back to Fleetwood, and if you're going to sit on any bench, you're going to sit on ours. Right, I'm well happy now. I can't really see a weak spot. Hopefully Hendo can teach Vieira a thing or two in centre mid, but I think we've got top 6 in us. And with that being said, let's crack on with the rest of the season. We're kicking things off against the Black Cats, so of course we gave Hendo the armband against his boyhood club, a symbolic bookending of his career, and I'll make a promise right now. If Sunderland make an offer for him, I'll let him go. I can't help it. I love a good fairy tale ending. But I didn't realise you had that in your locker, Hendo. He looks devastated to have not scored. So let's get the ball into him quickly so we can have another pop-on goal. What a strike, son. He shows respect to Sunderland, but I don't think that makes a difference, mate. Are they going to want you back after this? Our locker room leader proving the difference as we win 1-0. On the road to the Hawthorns to face West Brom, who boast the best defence in the Championship. So maybe we could take a page out of their bloody book. I'm looking at you, Zach and Luca. He's just dinked a 6'9" goalkeeper. Harvey Vale, close your legs, mate. You've just been megged by Jed Wallace. That'll set your development back by another 78 weeks. And Luca, stick to your man, bruv. Come on. We've let a dyke stick 2 balls away. Can you understand the irony, lads? Who's going to step up and take charge? Well, Ethan Aaron. He's put his name in the hat with that strike. 2-1, trying to build in the momentum. And this is excellent centre-forward play from Adam to get his body across and draw the foul. He's been sent flying, but we've got a penalty in there, man. He's sent off. Oh, no, ref, you're joking. Nah, I saw it with my own 4 eyes. Bullet, this is it. This is why we've been practicing. Whip it, top bins, alpha. Ethan says, give it here, you pleb. 2 banging long shots from the Scotsman. We didn't have to look far for our locker room leader, eh? Had the right intention sticking him at left back, I promise. 2-2's the remix. Some lovely build-up play. A wonderful shimmy and Occo Flex pings it off the post. We haven't seen enough of that over the last 3 seasons. Keep it up. It looks like a snatch and grab, but yeah. The Dyke man sticks it away for 3-3. I'm gutted. The Dyke has stuck 3 balls in our goal hole, and we share the points with the Baggies. Shaking things up with an FA Cup game against Everton, who sit in a relegation spot. Just like last season, I wanted to gauge where we are in comparison to the Prem, and I'll tell you what, if these lot are sat in the relegation spot, we're way off the mark. I don't know who this bloke is, but after that whippage, you've piqued Marco's interest. Bullet pipes up and says, hang about, Gaffer, I've got some whippage. But you don't from free kicks? What's all that about? A little snippet of Jackson with an X, and don't worry lad, I'm sure the goals will come in time. In the 80th minute though, they work their way into the box. Wadu draws a foul, and the ref's a bit too happy about that. We'll meet you out in the parking lot, bruv. Mitrovic, he steps up from 12 yards and fires it home. We've lost 3-1 to the Toffees, and I think we've got a long way to go before we're ready for the Prem. The final game of these highlights is at home against Norwich, and their man Rowe, number 15, is somebody Marco has his eye on. But I don't think right mids are where we need to strengthen, Gaffer. With our defence as solid as my self-esteem, we're struggling to keep clean sheets, let alone win games. We offered nothing this game, and their man Rowe goes on a mazy one to set up the Canaries' second goal. We've been beat 2-0 in our own backyard. Hendo is shattered, bless him, and I think we need to stop off and gather our thoughts. Right, okay, look, brace yourselves, because it's squeaky bum time. We're still in 9th, but that gap between 9th and 3rd is now 13 points, and we're 7 points off West Brom in 6th. We're in a bit of a pickle. There are 6 games left of the season, a massive game against the Brummies, who are 1 place above us in 8th on goal difference. Derby, who are bottom half of the table. Another massive game against Middlesbrough, who are 3 points above us in 7th. Bristol City, Cardiff, and finally Millwall. We're reverting to the 4-4-2. Lovelace and Jackson, you may be the future of Fleetwood Town, but your time is now. I've changed the tactics slightly to hopefully make us a bit harder to break down, because those last few games, oh god, they were embarrassing. Right, let's jump straight into it. Fleetwood versus Birmingham, up the COD Army. Let's just start off with this, shall we? George Hall sending Luca for not 1, but 2 hot dogs. The Croat got turned into Spinderella. He's giving Rachel Gunn a run for her money. Thank God we've got Bergstrom in between the sticks. Bullock gives it to Ethan, and the Scotsman gets his head down and just goes for it. In between the defenders like nothing, and sticks it away. 1-0 Fleetwood. It's brought a tear to the cameraman's eye. Jay Stansfield, their danger man, is played through way too easily past Luca. He dinks Bergstrom. It is going wide, but what on earth have I just witnessed? Nah, I'm not having it. Somebody check Wadu's Sky Bet account. I'm lost for words. I've got nothing left. Oh, hang about. Lovelace has done it. Incredible play by Jackson to find his partner in crime. The dynamic duo giving us a taste of what's to come. 2-1 is the final score, and we leapfrog Birmingham. Hendo is considering retirement, which I'm gutted about. Also, Wadu has the day off against Derby, so Hendo's got the armband. Jackson with a little ball roll inside to find Lovelace, and there was only one spot he could put that away. Jackson collecting the ball at right mid again. It's a wonderful pass into Lovelace, who sets himself up for the half volley. 3 goals in 2 games from Zach, all assisted by Jackson. This could be the start of something special. Jackson trying us up with a long shot, but it goes out for a corner. And Bullock couldn't have placed that on Luca's big fat 5-head if he tried. Hendo the first to congratulate our young centre-back. He's had a tough time recently, but I'm backing him. The fans love him. And a 3-0 win over Derby means the form is in our favour against Middlesbrough. Wadu back in the starting lineup with the armband. I'm harsh but fair. A Bullock backheel into Lovelace, and I think that flick is becoming his trademark. And just like against Derby, it's the Croats to link up at the corner. It was 2 off the tee, but he'll chug a mulligan in the changing room later. Vieira getting his noggin on it. Lovelace on the shoulder. He pulls wide, tries to find his strike partner, but gets lucky and does what he should have done the first time round. Gang, 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 gang. But it's not all fun and games. Borough break through our high line, and we simply don't have the pace to catch up. And it's 2-1 before half time. 85 minutes on the clock, and we're cleaning up at the back. This could be a massive 3 points, but Erahon fumbles the bag, and it's 2-2's the remix. The points shared, but it feels like 2 points dropped in the battle for a playoff spot. Zach Lovelace is the man of the moment, but we have to give props to Jackson. He's been brilliant so far. Marco looking over them like a proud father. Daddy Marco is in the building. And he's not best pleased with you, Medley, getting bounced off the ball like that. And what in the name of Mustafi is this defending? Zach Medley, you're bloody grounded for a week. We can't afford to drop any more points. So up steps our dream team. Jackson with eyes in the back of his head and Lovelace with the finish. That's right, the game's not over yet. Jackson may be small, but he gets up for the header. Lovelace works a yard of space and pings it off the post. I love these two up top. 87 minutes on the clock and we're pressing them high. And who else but Jackson with the interception. And I'm out of superlatives, I'm out of hyperbole to describe just how good Lovelace and Jackson are. They've clawed us back to rescue 3 points against Bristol, and the COD Army we feel invincible going into the penultimate game of the season against Cardiff. We're playing without any fear. This is a team reborn. Harvey Vale gets his first goal for the club. Well done, lad. Bullet plays it forward and nah, I can't. Lovelace is from another planet, mate. The best on the ball player at Highbury since Jeremy Lynch finally sets up Jackson for his first Fleetwood Town goal. Look at this, we're getting all the angles of him pelting it in the back of the net. But that's it, the floodgates have opened now. Tommy lays up Jackson for the goal of the series so far. This boy is the real deal. Just look at the finesse on it, and it kisses the underside of the bar. It's disgusting. We win 3-0, and let's go check where we are on the final day of the season. 13 points from a possible 15. Surely we've climbed the table. No? Yeah, we have. But only to 7th spot. Level on points with the Baggies. Technically we could finish as high as 4th, but what are the odds on Ipswich, Norwich and West Brom losing? Don't worry about that. All we've got to do is worry about ourselves and pick up 3 points against Millwall. If we do that, we might just have a chance. So this is how we're lining up on the final day. Up the COD Army. The Den is a horrible place to come and grab 3 points, but that's exactly what we need to do. So if we have a scrap in the car park after the game, then so be it. And somebody who's always going to be there is Jordan Henderson. I did not realise this man had a long shot in him. He's lethal anywhere near the box. We managed to keep it tight at the back and we're pressing from the front. Occo Flex wins the ball back. It's over the top to Jackson. And you know what? X marks the spot because it's in the back of the net. He needs a signature celebration, but I don't think this is it. So get in the comments with your ideas. It's not all one-way traffic. Bergstrom makes sure we keep a clean sheet because who knows, it might come down to goal difference. And as the final whistle blows, these two are going crazy and the fans are on their feet. But have we done enough to finish in a playoff spot? Christmas has come early. I actually don't believe it. Norwich dropped points. Who to? Preston. I know there's a little rivalry between us, but thanks for doing us a favour, lads. We've been drawn against Luton in the semis. West Brom have Ipswich, but check this out. Ipswich just lost out on the FA Cup. I feel like they're going to be the team to beat, but we have to win against Luton first. I'm not going to risk Sim in the first leg. We've worked way too hard to get here. So let's get it, lads. These lot have already had their chance in the Prem, and I'll be damned if they get a second bite at the apple at our expense. Lovelace letting them know early on that we're up for it. We know who Bullet is searching for, and Luca cracks it off the bar. We're scared to get near them in the box, but Aaron sticks a foot in. Now, lad, you might get past Bullet, but you run into the Phoenix. 2 feet, studs up, there was only one winner. 2v3 on the break. Now hang on, let me see if I got my maths right. If the defender equals Spinderella, then the ball must equal the back of the... Oh, hang on. No, there it is. Jackson X marks the spot. He's unreal. Marco couldn't be happier. So, of course, when the gaffer's happy, our defence turns into spaghetti. The fishermen have caught a prat in the net. Throw him back, because the second leg it's all to play for. We're starting how we finished the first game. Trying to break Adebayo's legs, but it's no luck, and we're 2-1 down on aggregate. You're making getting to the playoff final hard work, and I don't appreciate it, mate. This is all about the movement from Jackson. Who said you can't play Route 1 football with 2 short kings, eh? A little side foot into the X marks the spot, and his 2-2's the remix. This celebration feels more like him, but I still need your suggestions, lads. Oh, I'm not sure if I'm more impressed with the overhead kick or the goalkeeper parrying the ball and catching it before it hit the ground. 62 minutes on the clock, we've been in control for most of the game. A ball roll inside from Lovelace, gains a yard or two and cuts back across him to prod it past the keeper. The bench is going mental. Get off me, Tommy. They try one last throw with the dice, but Luca nods it back. It's a bit short, but Bergstrom is there to mop it up. No bother. The final whistle blows, and we've done the remarkable and booked our spot in the Championship playoff final. What's supposed to be a joyful moment has turned very sour very quickly. Zach Medley, and I quote, I think me not getting games is starting to damage my career. I want to get away and make a fresh start. You've played 50 games this season. Are you on crack, bruv? And to top it off, Vieira is recovering from a knock last game. We don't need this going into the biggest game of our lives. Breathe, it's in touching distance. We're one game away from the Prem. We can do this, lads. Right? This is how Ipswich are lining up. Delap, Hutchinson, Clark. It's a strong team. And this is our COD Army. Ethan inverted left back, Hendo in for Vieira, Godwin right back and Wadu at centre back because Zek Medley has been left at home. We're not a serpentarium, no snakes allowed. A season-long grind comes down to one game and we start strong with a dink over the top from the Phoenix and love lacing it off the bar. We kept Ipswich so unbelievably quiet in the first half. We didn't create many chances but we were dominating the game, so much so they had to sub off Hutchinson. Bullet from the corner and it's kind of becoming a tradition. The keeper denied his header but Lucas sticks away the rebound. 1-0 up. Come on, lads. Although it's a bit unnervy, feel like Ipswich haven't really got out of first gear. The second half rolls around and Delap is toying with us. A burst of pace, he holds off Godwin, but the shot is well wide. We had to make a couple of subs, just some tired legs out there, trying to defend this 1-0 lead. Aaron has been left in the dust by their man. Wadu blocks the ball across and while he's breakdancing on the floor, Delap sticks it wide. Could have had a brace. Still under the cosh, 87 minutes on the clock is Clark. Sierra 1-2 stepping around our tired defence and he sticks it near post. The ex-Sunderland boy has levelled the game in the dying embers. Bergstrom, you should definitely be getting a 6'9" glove to that. The first half of extra time and Delap plays a 1-2 round our aggressively high line. 1-on-1 through on go and wide who does what any good captain should do. You can be my hero, baby. You can kiss away the pain. What a man. And Ipswich stick the free kick in the stands. We take off Lancaster and Lovelace for Bolton and Adam. He already looks leggy. Can the Hungarian replace Wadu as our hero for the day? Nope. The only breath he took away was his own. Unal gets past Luca, but Godwin makes sure he doesn't get any further. There's nothing to separate us after 120 minutes of football, and now our Premier League fate is decided from 12 yards. We were in the exact same position last season, so we know how the Donna's made. But don't do it for me or the fans. Do it for Wadu. Our captain fantastic. Make sure his sacrifice was worth it. And my apologies, the El Gato is on the fritz. It's sudden death. It's a matter of who will blink first. Ipswich or Fleetwood, and unfortunately it's Ronaldo Vieira. Their goalkeeper plays the hero and our Vieira, well, he plays the villain, and we've lost the championship playoff final at the absolute final hurdle. Congratulations Ipswich Town. We were so close to back promotions to the Prem, plus Wadu's sacrifice was for nothing. We'll have to go again next year, but I don't want to be messing around with scraping 6th. I want automatic promotion. Alright, so Amdouni won the Golden Boot, Lovelace came in 6th with 20 goals. Bullet came 2nd in the assist leaderboards and Bergstrom came 3rd in the Golden Glove. And speaking of the Finnish freak, his loan spell is expiring and we've got a buy option for 770k, so unless anybody has objections, I'll make him permanent next season. Lovelace won the Fleetwood Golden Boot. Bullet, well, he's a monster, 17 and 17 from centre mid in his first season. And Jackson with the next, well, you're just a bit of a beast, innit? Medley, you'll probably never play for us again. And with that in mind, should we sign Harry Maguire on a 2-year deal? He's available on a free and I reckon he'll get us out of the championship next season. Also, I've got a couple of right mids on the radar. We could definitely get either Rowe, Ford or Dembele at Fleetwood Town. Here are the 10 boys and the 1 snake. Hello Medley. He put a transfer request in the day before the playoff final last season. And with the greatest forward in football, the slabhead, joining from Napoli on a free. And looking like he can do a job for a couple of years, there's absolutely no room for snakes at Fleetwood Town. Marco didn't stutter. I thought you'd be here until the very end. I thought you'd be keeping clean sheets for us in the Prem. But if playing 50 games a season isn't enough for you, then good luck at Sunderland, bruv. Right, on a cheerier note, we activated the buy option for the Slender Man. Look at him, he's a long, gangly streak of Finnish piss. I love him. 720k well spent. Jackson with an X is definitely Jamie Vardy 2.0. I think we found him. So he's got the number 33. Zach Lovelace is iconic, winning his 3rd consecutive Player of the Season vote. So he gets the number 9 to write his own story at Fleetwood Town, which means we're closing the chapter on our time with Martin Adam. He scored a couple of absolute bangers in the Fleetwood shirt, but he couldn't stick a header away to save his life. So I wish you all the best at Birmingham, Adam. It's been a pleasure. We've also sold a Youth Academy grad to Leverkusen for 5.5 mil. which means we've got plenty of cash to spend. And when I looked at the comments, I knew I had to get this deal done. You're absolutely right. He's got Fleetwood Town written all over him. Karamoko Dembele, welcome to the COD Army. Yes, you had to sit in at Blackpool, but don't worry, lad. You're at a good club now. And look who's dossing about in the freebies. We needed some cover up top now that Adam's left. And if you watched the first episode, you know it makes sense. Macaulay Langstaff, who will do a job for us off the bench, I'm sure. Now, this is it. This is a team too good for the championship. But is it a title-winning team? That's the real question. And with Lovelace and Jackson with the necks up top, anything's possible. Right, now we're all caught up. If you're new around here, we're going to play a few games and then stop off at January. Have a look around and then play some more games and stop off around the end of the season. So, without any further ado, lads, let's go get promoted. Kicking things off, away to the Canaries. Probably a team with playoff aspirations this season as well. So let's make sure we leave one on them early, yeah? Well done, Maguire. But maybe you should have stayed on 2 bloody feet. Who was that? Solari. Alright, my interest is piqued. I wonder if he can teach Bullet a thing or two. 1-0 down on the opening game of the season. It doesn't scream intent, does it? A great turn by Lovelace to find space, and he whips it round the back stick to Dembele, who nods it down for Jackson. His first goal of the campaign, and he's looking to scrap with Bullet. But Marco isn't worried, he's lost his head. And I think I've found it. Is it that one on the spike? Because we've just dropped 2 points to Norwich in the last minute on the opening day. We've got to shape up and shape up quick, as we've got Sunderland coming to visit. Medley getting things started off with a foot race against Jackson, and our boys done well to keep that in and send Medley to the stands, but it would have been great if they hit the back of the net. Bullet starts this move off, and we're working it round the houses, biding our time just to dink it back over to him, and he bundles it in the back of the net. Fleetwood 1, Medley 0. 87 minutes though, the Black Cats fashion a chance on goal and Slenderman parries it out for a corner. Calm down, lads. The final minutes of the game, and don't do a repeat of last game, and Medley sticks it wide. Oh, have that, you absolute tool. 3 points on the board, we're back at it, lads. It's offers like these that make me wish I was doing a Mr. Worldwide career mode, but Bayern, thanks for the offer, but we're sticking with Fleetwood. Away to the Swans, looking to build momentum, and pardon the pun, but we're clipping our own wings with defending like this. Just smother it or clear it. Come on, lads, get a grip. Maguire starting the counter-attack with the tackle, but he's not finished yet, and I didn't realise he still had the horsepower in those old legs. Chomping up the ground like it's nothing. Go on, lad, and he stuck it away to finish the move. Oh, Maguire, what a man. I might just give you the armband now. Lovelace on the break, but he decides to put them on instead, and Love finesses it into the side netting. And then our number 9 is turning provider for Jackson, who sticks it away. 3-0 the final score, and at least he's found peace with himself. Oh yeah, Jackson's brother Felix, he's done his stint in the youth academy, so he'll be added to the first team and loaned out for development. Back on the grind against 4th place Sheffield United, and it's an appropriate place to say my thoughts are with George Baldock's family at this time. And now we're back to the game at hand, looking to put a marker down against Slabhead's old team. He doesn't get a tremendous amount of praise, so thank you Bergstrom for keeping us in the tie. Our turn to put them under the cosh in the second half. Lancaster over the top to Occo Flex, and it's been 3.5 seasons, mate. You should be able to stick that away. Thank God Mr. 10 goals in 20 games was here to tidy up. The penultimate game of these highlights is a little derby against Preston North End. They did us a favour last year, beating Norwich in the final game of the season, but that doesn't change the fact there's no love lost between us. And I'm low-key fuming now they just walked that through our defence there. Enough tiki-taka, get it up top. Lovelace winning the header, and now Dembele's on the ball, weaving inside from the left. And has he got the finish in the locker? Of course he has! You were absolutely right. Karamoko Dembele has Fleetwood Town written all over him. And the fans love him, because he's got us 3 more points on the board, and we're in good nick going into the final game of these highlights against Birmingham. I couldn't pass up on a chance to play against Martin Adam. Jay Stansfield sending Maguire back to Man United, and I thought he might have left Birmingham, but no luck. He always scores against us, which means I'm so interested in signing him. He is a player I think could one day break up the Lovelace and Jackson partnership. Harvey Vale pressing high, and old Dembele, stop that, mate. I don't know why he's on the left, but I'll tell you what, I do not mind it. Vale involved again with a dink over the tops, and Lovelace sinks it first time, and honestly, I still refuse to believe he is offside. I mean, look at this, it's so harsh, it's borderline unfair. Weak defending by Luca, you've got to be stronger there, mate, because now we're 2-1 down to this pleb. I don't care who you are. We're on the offensive in the closing minutes of the match, and Bullet gets a corner from the diving header. He sinks one into Slabhead, And who's on the rebound? Harvey Vale, the most unlikely of heroes, sticks it away. He wears 39 because he plays left back, but he brings the heat. 2-2's the remix, and we rescue a massive point in this title charge. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. We're in a title charge, lads. Third place, come on then. Battling it out with Everton and Bournemouth for a spot at the top. No surprise where our top 3 bagsmen are. Dembele is having a cracking season. 5 and 7 already. But we need to chat about Armstrong Rocco Flex. He's just not producing anymore. It's with a heavy heart, but on our path to greatness, we can't afford to carry passengers. We've got to be ruthless nowadays. So good luck at Sociedad, mate. We've made 8 million profit too, so everyone's a winner really. Robinson's also parted ways with Fleetwood Town, as well as some youth academy grads, giving us a whopping 17 million to play with. I could have gone for Rowe from Norwich, but we all know what happened to the last Man City grad who went on to better things. James McCarthy for a bargain, 9.1 million. Look at him, he already came with the pink Preds. Just outperform Rocco Flex, mate, that's all I'm asking. I've been reading the comments and I'm a man of my word. Leon King has been under the radar, and for 2 million we absolutely can't say no. We've got Maguire for 3 years, but he is 34 now, so he's not going to be around forever. And this boy has a left foot like Messi on his day. Harry Wilson for 3 million from Fulham. We need cover on the flanks, and I'll never pass up on the opportunity to sign this guy. Another great lad in the dressing room. We've got our latest batch of youngsters out on loan, ready to stick or twist next season. I was going to sign Bossan, but we don't have the cash or the space in the squad for him. Talent on the wings, a solid spine to the team, and the dynamic duo up top. This team needs to be playing Premier League football next season. So let's go make that happen. Just a rinse and repeat of the first half of the season, lads, and we should be good as gold. Luca and Maguire with lunging tackles, getting none of the ball and all of the man, just like Bruce Jenner. And although the ref is getting a bit dramatic, we've had a touch with just a yellow card. We could have been sent off for that joke alone. From 12 yards, Bergstrom goes the right way, but it's just beyond him. 1-0 down and looking for a bit of magic. Fakati into Aaron and Abrica, bloody Dabra. Ethan, you little dancer. It was so good we had to do it twice. Literally a copy and paste job. And I think we found the formula. There's nothing our Scottish Zidane can't do. And McCarthy, he would have had a hat-trick of assists in his first game if Lovelace didn't fumble the bag. Let's hope that missed chance doesn't come back to bite us. Now what's this? A highlight late in the game? Can only mean one thing. We bottled it in the final minutes. 2-2's the remix with Stoke, and I made a point to not saying we're going to go for a title charge in the second half of the season, but I didn't want to jinx it. But let's be honest, even though I didn't say it, we were all thinking it. We've got to bounce back, and bounce back quick away to the Toffees, who still sit in second spot. Oh, Slabhead, I thought that would ripple at the back of the net, but he makes it up to us by sticking a foot in, and then we break. We are so unbelievably lethal on the counter-attack, it's not even fair for most teams. Zachariah love-lacing it home for 1-0. They did us over in the cup last year. Can we hold on for the win this time around? And I bet you 50 quid Bergstrom knew absolutely nothing about that rebound. Wadu, just clear it, mate. But it doesn't go far. Work back to Semenyo, weaving past Wadu, finessing top right. Bergstrom parries it as far as Genny Catamo sticks away the rebound. The ball boy has levelled the... Oh, hang about, the lino has had a masterclass. His trailing leg too. Oh, it's priceless. 1-0 Fleetwood Town. We rode our luck in the second half, but we travel home with 3 points in the bag. Away to Watford, and now I can't say no to an away day at Vicarage Road. Actually, any team with a real stadium is fine. Dembele clanging one off the post. I left these in to show you that they don't all ripple at the back of the net. Excellent centre forward play from Lovelace with his back to goal. He's not just a flashy little so-and-so who scores bangers. Oh, okay, I'd take it back with all my heart. I don't know why you lot are losing your head. You'll be getting sold to pay for his new contract. The hidden gem from Rangers, who we are crafting into a flawless diamond fit for a king. The centrepiece of the crown jewels. I've lost my head. Hang about, what's going on? Oh yeah, a rather uncut diamond is a bagsman as well. Every lover needs a fighter, eh? And Zach Lovelace, well, he loves scoring bangers, so much so we almost did it twice. 2-0 the final score against Watford, and the form is in our favour. Some breaking news for you though, and Harry Maguire is retiring at the end of the season. I'm gutted, he's got 2.5 years left on his contract. We haven't got time to worry about that though. At home against second place Bournemouth. There's been points dropped and places changed at the top end of the table, so let's capitalise, eh? Jackson with an X, nicking the ball away, telling their defender to get on the weights as he sticks it in the back of the net. A huge goal in this tie, 1-0 up, and Bergstrom makes sure it stays that way, so the Cherries pull out the big guns. how is Federico Chiesa knocking about in the championship? Probably thought it'd be a walk in the park until he came across Big Luca. The Croat is completely unfazed. Wilson and Lovelace not on the same wavelength. Bournemouth go to clear it, but Jackson with the high press and he gets his just rewards. Even pulling out the Jamie Vardy celebration. You're doing the shirt proud, mucker. The fans absolutely love him. And we win 2-0. Full of confidence going into a massive, potentially title-deciding game against Luton in the final game of these highlights. And if there's one thing we've learned about Jackson with the X this season is that he's a pressing machine, but he's got a nosebleed in the box. What on earth was that, bruv? My man is supposed to be a lethal finisher. Come on. Vieira breaking through the lines and I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We're battling it out for the title against fellow title contenders. So we'll score a sweaty Pez if we have to. Alright, I just hope we don't bottle it. Oh, Wadu with his pocket pinch. Maguire with the 2 feet. Oh no. You're already retiring at the end of the season. You're trying to bring us down with you? From 12 yards, Bergstrom gets sent the wrong way. And then Luton, well, they're piling on the pressure. Adebayo gone round the houses. And now he's stuck it past our long gangly streak of finished piss. Oh, it's not looking good, bruv. We need a bit of luck, a bit of something from somewhere. And there it is. Lovelace on the rebound. Oh, I absolutely love ya. 2-2's the remix at Highbury. We could hold out for the point, but no. This is an absolutely must-win game. Whipping out the precision pass into Jackson with an X, and he's finally found his shooting boots this game. Somewhere in that crowd, the fat lady sings, and we take 3 points going into the final 3 games of the season. There is something cooking here at Fleetwood Town, a Lancashire hot pot with a bit of spice, because we have gone on an unbelievable run of form in the second half of the season. So let's make sure we finish strong against Plymouth, Bolton, and finally Middlesbrough. And as we have a peek at the table, we're top of the bloody pack by a single point. But look, those 3 points against Bournemouth and Luton were massive. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Dembele, well, he's out for the rest of the season, which is absolutely devastating because he's been class. Okay, let's brush that off. The first of 3 cup finals, lads. Come on, up the COD Army. We did these a lot last year in the playoff semi-finals, so we know how the Donna's made. Wilson in for the injured Dembele. Other than that, we're unchanged. And Whittaker, Montero and Mumba are still knocking about at Plymouth. Okay, nothing silly, lads. Let's start the game, keeping our nerve and... Oh, come on, Ethan. What did I just say? Earlier when I said our Scottish sedan could do anything, I didn't mean get a red card. Okay, we've had to reshuffle a little bit, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Even though we're a man down, it doesn't mean we're not going to be on the front foot. McCarthy leaving her leg in to draw a free kick, and we're in a beautiful position. Go on, bull at you, total pillock. I am so bad at free kicks. It's not even his fault. They clear our cross, but McCarthy nods it down to Marco with a K. Bullat. A little dink past his man, and he fires it into the back of the net with his weak peg. Errehon's having an early shower, so the Croat steps up with a long shot in the big game. The second half rolls around. McCarthy playing through Jackson, and I'll tell you what, they must have had Bullock's goal on repeat. Because Jackson, I don't think you've come up with that magic trick on your own, but we don't care. Our number 33. Putting us 2-0 up on the day, and Highbury is bouncing. Luca tripping over their player. Come on, mate, don't embarrass yourself. Plymouth on the break, cutting through our defence, but good luck getting it around our brick house. A big stop from our Finnish freak, and Vale yeets it up the pitch. Look at that. And lads, we've done it. We've seen the game out. 2-0 the final score, and we're 1 step closer to lifting the title. Yeah, that's right. I don't care if I jinx it. I'm buzzing. Sheffield United have leapfrogged Luton, but we're still 2 points clear. I am worried about Bournemouth with their game in hand, though. Alright, one thing at a time. Our second cup final against Bolton is waiting for us, gents. Away at the Uni to face the ex-Premier League outfit who sit bottom half of the table. Luke Mattison and Carl Dempsey are the only names I recognise from their team. And we're fielding a refreshed side with Broom, King, Johnson, Hendo and Helm making the cut. Bullat being slotted through on the left-hand side. He fizzes it across to Jackson, but keeper parries it. There's absolute carnage in the box. Someone stick it away. Useless. Absolutely useless. The lot of them. But not you, Broom. I actually quite like you. Or you, Hendo. You know what? You're all right. But sometimes you just need a bit of help making the right decisions. There we go, Lovelace, and there's no catching him. Pace like Prime R9 in the finish to match. I've absolutely lost my head. 1-0 the final score. Yep. Literally 2 highlights. It was such a dead game, but that's 2 out of 3 cup finals in the bag, lads. I don't care if I'm going to jinx it. I'm going to shout it from the rooftops. We're going to win the league, lads. We're top of the table on 89 points for our final game of the season. And yes, Notice how I said our final game of the season, because both Bournemouth and Sheffield United have 2 games left to play and can snatch it from our hands if we lose against Middlesbrough and they win their respective final games against West Brom, Watford, Swansea and Sunderland. It is literally all to play for. Middlesbrough also need a win for a spot in the playoffs, so they're going to be coming on smoke. Come on then, up the COD Army, here are the boys. I'm trusting you lot to get the job done and lift the championship title. Aaron is also back from his red card against Plymouth. Dale Fry, Hayden Hackney, Isaiah Jones, they're not to be underestimated from Middlesbrough. Borough with the first attack in the opening 15 minutes. It's quick feet from Jones, and well, we're down 1-0. I shouldn't have mentioned anything about winning the title. I knew I jinxed it. Bullet whips it in from the corner and Slabhead's denied not once, but twice. Just give us one more header before you retire, bruv. I beg you. Borough still with their foot firmly on the pedal, leaving Wider in the dust. It's a weak challenge from Erehon, and Corbin, well, he sticks it away for a brace. And these bananas in pyjamas Prats are 2-0 up. Bergstrom, you can't be letting things in at your near post. You're better than that. All or nothing vibes, lads. Look, it's really simple. Get the ball and stick it in their goal hole. I'm looking at you, Lovelace. Come on, lads. Heads up. Let's get back into this game. The dynamic duo linking up like Prime Henry and Bergkamp. Jackson with the through ball and Zach Lovelacing it into the back of the net. It's nice to see you listen to the team talk, mate. Come on. Luca with the interception and then he's off on one. His arm pointing out to the goal hole. He just wants the ball back. The Croat, he's still going. He's laid it off to Jackson and he bangs it. 2-2's the remix and we're jumping for joy. The comeback is on. I know we're wearing red, but we don't have to part like the Red Sea for him, lads. Oh, Maguire taking their man down on the edge of the box, and I bet Hayden Hackney's licking his lips at this. Come on, Bergstrom. Do us a solid, brother. Oh, no. It's an absolute screamer. Middlesbrough 3, Fleetwood 2. We were so close to rescuing a point and probably securing the championship title. There's no time for a third goal, and the final whistle blows. The Borough fans, well, they're going balmy. They've booked their spot in the playoffs most likely, and it looks like we've lost out on the title on the final day. Oh, hang on. Oh, they've had my pants down. Bournemouth and Sheffield, they must have dropped points. I don't even care, because all that matters is that Fleetwood Town, oh, we are playing Premier League football next season. What a miracle. Well, we got there. We went round the houses a little bit, lads, but we got there in the end. 89 points is the magic number, and it looks like Watford and West Brom did us a favour, so thank you, lads. As we look at the stats, no golden boot for any of the boys, but Lancaster, Lovelace and Bullet are in the top 10. Lovelace and Dembele just off the mark in the assist leaderboards, and let's see. Oh yes, Bergstrom, you've got the golden glove, get in. But let's talk about McCarthy real quick. 4 goals and 7 assists in 20 games. It's fair to say we've replaced Oko Flex seamlessly. But go on, lads, let's just pour one out for Maguire. Have fun in Barbados or wherever it is you're going to be retiring at. I'm still fuming he's left with 2 years on his contract. Anderson and Jackson's brother have done bits on loan. I'm sure they'll be playing a few games next season. Now, where do we need to strengthen for next season? Premier League football is unforgiving. I mean, other than the obvious, who do we need to sign to get Fleetwood Town Premier League ready? I did consider upgrading the Bando, but I just can't bring myself to do it. I'm too sentimental. This is our Fleetwood fortress of housery. Right, here are the boys, our dynamic duo. I hope you two are ready for the Prem. We're going to need you firing on all cylinders, lads. Especially our 4-time Player of the Season winner, Zach Bloody Lovelace. This is your chance to prove to the world that you're the real deal. Jackson with the next 8. Look, keep your head up, son. And I'll let you in on a secret. You're definitely the people's champion. The comments love you, bruv. Don't worry about Dembele. It'll be fine for the first game of the season. But we need to talk about our fullbacks. Especially you, Vale. I don't know whether people think you're the main man or they want somebody else in your spot. But rest assured, I've got your back. It's time to settle his buy option. And with 33 million in the bank, well, we can sensibly spend with one hand and beg with the other. He wears 39 because he plays left back but brings the heat. For 2.5 million, you're officially part of the COD Army, Harvey Vale. Now, on the other side, our captain, Brendan Wyerdu. You've been with us from the start. Our captain, fantastic from the offset. I don't think I have it in me to replace you just yet. But Connor Bradley and Pubil, well, you're definitely on the radar for when that time comes. Now, here's the big one. Leon King, you're probably not quite ready to be starting yet. And you guys, well, you've been shouting about in the comments. I loved the idea of Callum Doyle, to be fair. I mean, he screams versatility. And then there's this bloke, Abdulkadir Kusanov. A no-nonsense name for a no-nonsense wall of a centre-back. He looks proper. And I almost went for the safe bet with Uzbeki Vidic. But Marco, well, he's had his ear to the ground and he's been hearing rumours of a talent knocking about in the depths of League 2. I wouldn't say the gaffer is a gambling man, but he's always ready to risk it all on a wild card. It's a big jump from League 2 to the Prem, but if we can do it, well, why can't he? A 15 million gamble, and I'm dubbing him the Crawley Cannavaro. Dominic Moss, welcome to the COD Army. A 79 rated centre-back knocking about in League 2. If this isn't the ultimate Fleetwood Town signing, then I don't know who is. There's a crap ton of double decent free agents and we're definitely in our rights to sign them, but I want to keep it relatively realistic. And such is the Fleetwood philosophy, where we're showing our youth academy graduates the door for some extra cash. The board gave us nothing, so we have to raise funds somehow. I'm sorry Curtis, you just never quite made it, did you? Ethan Erron and Marco with a K Bullat is a young team, you're the Yunks. Next season, the captaincy, well, it might be up for grabs. On topic of youngsters, we're only developing bona fide superstars like Chetin and Smith. I don't want to dilute the team with too many youth academy grads because we've got a youth academy rebuild on the horizon. I've said too much. Here are the tactics for the Prem. They haven't changed that much other than Vale switching to wing back from attacking wing back. Right, so if you're new around here, we're going to play a bunch of games, have a recce around the halfway point, then play some more games and stop off around the end of the season. And without any further ado, lads, let's jump straight into the Prem. 4 long years has led to Highbury hosting Liverpool on the opening day of the season. Don't show them too much respect, we deserve to be here as well. And saying that, we basically laid the red carpet out for them. Dominic Moss, you've got to be stronger there. What was it Arsene Wenger said? You pay for the education of young players with points. If I play a 20-year-old centre-back, I know it will cost me points during the season, and I have to stand up for that. Wise words from a wise man. Yes, we want to promote youth here at Highbury, but maybe we should have waited until we avoided relegation this season to carry on his legacy, because we've been dicked 4-1 by Liverpool. Dominic Moss, if you shirk a tackle ever again, I'll have you playing back down in League 2 with Crawley Town. Harsh words from Marco, but he's looking to ignite a fire in the boys as we face off against Mick McCarthy's Wolves. We came into this game with good energy, until one pass behind the defence led to a whip into the box and Fabio Silva sticking away a diving header. The Prem is absolutely unforgiving. Go on Dominic Moss, that's the Crawley Cannavaro I heard so much about. But they're a bunch of cheats. Our bloke is down injured and he's using him to play himself onside. I mean, this goal just epitomises the game fully. What are we meant to do about the Erron? Get up, you battered Mars bar. Oh, I mean, I can't be too mad. He scored our only goal for us so far. Now you're probably wondering, who the hell was that down injured? It just happened to be our best bloody player. Marco with the K Bullat, he's out for 3 months. Alright, brush that off, put that to the back of your mind. We've got to bounce back away to Palace at Selhurst Park. And at least we're starting this game on the front foot. Harry Wilson testing their keeper early on. A test that we failed against Palace too, as we go behind first yet again. Oh, way up, look at her go. Shouldn't you be doing a TikTok mukbang? On the topic of TikTok, do drop me a follow on there as we're starting our TikTok series very soon. Link in the description, lads. It feels like we're capitulating in the Prem. It's like the frickin' Chuckle Brothers in the box. To me, to you, to Luca, to get it out of our area, bruv. It's plain as day that we're struggling in the Prem. But it's a wonderful run behind the defence from Dembele, and Iani slots it in the onion bag. 1-1 the final score, and we share the points at Selhurst Park. But it's just not good enough, lads. We need a timeout to take a look at ourselves. Charlie, I think you're right, mate. It's time for a formation change in the Prem, because 4-4-2 isn't working. We need to pack out the midfield. Wilson, Vieira and Erron as a midfield 3. And with one up top now, Lovelace and Jackson with an X. Well, you have to battle it out for that starting spot, won't you? 3 games left until the halfway point, and we welcome Coventry to the Bando. Another team in our remit I'm hoping we can snatch some points from to climb the table. And Harry Wilson stepping up to the plate with a tasty goal. I think we might have a chance. A left foot like Messi on his day, I told you. But we can also tackle like Mustafi on his day. And Stassin, well, he puts it away from 12 yards. 1 apiece, 80 minutes on the clock, and I'm not sure what Vale is doing in centre mid, but he doesn't shirk his tackle. He plays a great through ball to Zachariah and he lovelaces it past the keeper. Finally, he's got his goal in the Prem, but we can't hang on to a lead for love, nor money, nor fame, nor fortune, because it's 2-2's the remix against the Sky Blues. We've bottled our 2-1 lead. So let's try and hold our nerve against Luton, the penultimate game of these highlights, and it's Jackson's turn to start up top. He holds it nicely, waits for the overlapping McCarthy. He's still got a bit to do, the wee man, but he buries it far corner without a problem. I think this is the first time scoring with him. I could be wrong. I'm still half ill, to be honest, lads. To be honest, the less said about this, the better, but I can't complain. We've got our first 3 points in the Prem as we beat Luton 1-0. Nottingham Forest up next in the final game of these highlights before the halfway point. We're coming into this game so full of confidence, we've apparently forgot how to defend this basic ass pattern of play. Harvey Vale and Dominic Moss, you should be ashamed of yourselves, letting Bergstrom get dinked like that. But with 3 goals in the last 2 games, we're not panicking going 1-0 down. We know we can score goals at this level. We've just got to keep our foot on the pedal, keep making our own luck, and hoping it falls our way. But this game is all about one man though. Karamoko Dembele, our number 10, he bags himself 2 goals coming in off the right, and now he thinks he's cold Cole Palmer. Not quite there yet, bro, but I love the intent. And if you thought Lovelace's miss against Luton was bad, then look away now. Our 4-time player of the season has missed a sitter. Brush it off, Lovelace, it doesn't matter, because we win 4-1 against Nottingham Forest. Then let's go see what's happening at the halfway point. Boys, it's been a grueling last 20 games, but we've made it through the other side in one piece. Liverpool and City are front runners for the league title, and you'll probably notice there are a bunch of teams in the top half that seem out of place. Bear in mind, we've had a terrible start to the season, and we're in 11th, almost smack bang mid-table, but look who's bottom half. Spurs and the Gunners in 17th spot. What is going on this season? It's a madness. Nico's top bagsman so far. 4 of those 18 goals came against us, which is embarrassing, but Jackson is on 9 so far. Wilson, 4 assists in 9 games. That's not too bad, but that's the least of our concerns, because Bergstrom, 13th spot with 3 clean sheets. We're shipping goals like the Titanic, and we've already brought Vieira back to Highbury, so it's time to bring in another legendary namesake. Dennis Seaman on loan from Wolfsburg for 6 months. We've lost 6 inches between the sticks, but we've gained 4 overalls. With Seaman on loan, we've got a bag of money to play with. I've got a plan for our attack, so we're playing safe, doubling down in defence and addressing our fullback concerns. Josh Doig, 13 mil from Ghent, and another jock in the COD Army. 79 rated, great stats, and some added height in the back line. This is a bit awkward, isn't it, Vale? I said I've got your back at the start, now I'm standing over you with a knife in it. But I'm going to leave it in, not pull it out and watch you bleed over the marble arches. Bergstrom is off to Ipswich on loan, and Vale was joining Palace until the end of the season. I want them to develop and come back and claim their spot next season. Right, so this is my plan. Switching to the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow ting to pack out the midfield, with Doig and Wyadu bombing forward to offer width and Vieira sitting deep. Our best players are now in their best positions, I think. We're literally a few points from a European spot. So lads, if we play our cards right and beat the teams around us, we could have European football at Highbury next season. 250 games in the hot seat at Fleetwood Town, and each one of them has been building up to games like these. Away days at the Gunners, who are battling relegation. Who'd have thunk it, eh? If you've watched all of Fleetwood Town so far, you know that we struggle after January. And it's good to see we're keeping that tradition alive. Yusuf Makoga, how is this team in 17th spot? I don't understand. Finally, we get our first highlight in the second half. Bullat bursting through from right centre mid. We've got Lovey in the box, but it's fumbled to McCarthy, who spanks it off the back of the freaking boards. Marco drops to his knees. You're going to have him back on the Guinness doing TikTok mukbangs with that hefty bird from Palace if you keep this up, lads. It's a spin of the roulette wheel whether we're going to walk away with anything today, and Marco went all in on number 10. He's been scary good for Fleetwood Town this season, and just to make sure we walk away with something, Seaman deals with a long shot. Hopefully some vindication from taking Bergstrom's spot as he helps us claw back a 1-1 draw against the Gunners. Nuki, now in 11th spot. Visit the Bando, another tidy away kit to add to my wish list. I'll tell you what's on the list actually. Nuki away kit, a new laptop for better content creation, milk, eggs, conceding the first goal. Oh, that's right, we can tick that off. What else? Oh, okay, going 2-0 down. You couldn't do us a favour, could you? Thanks, lads. That's 2 things ticked off. And make it 3, because I'm fuming. Hang about, the comments told Marco to sign that lad and he didn't listen. Oh, okay. We need to have a think. No disrespect to Jackson or Lovelace, but maybe, just maybe, we're missing a Turk up top. Maybe we need a Doner Kebab House Brick House or an absolute Giesberger to shake things up with the side of baklava. Because beans on toast, it isn't working anymore. Harry Wilson cooking up something with the over-the-top ball. Lovelace on the end of it. He nods it down to put the cherry on top, and me, that's gone in the stands. I don't get nervous. but I'm starting to get a bit shaky, you know? I'm a little bit worried. Looking to break the chain of recent results in the league with an FA Cup day against Burnley. But just because it's the FA Cup, that doesn't mean we're going to change our ways. I mean, why would we try to keep a clean sheet ever again? At least this time we pull it back quickly. Moss floating one over to Wadu. I'm pretty sure my ball dropped before that did. Feels like we've just forgotten everything about football. We don't even know what the basic principles are anymore. So we got Tommy Lonergan back on the pitch. Got a bit lucky, but I'm glad to see you knocking goals in again, mate. 2-2's the remix. We finally brought it back. The luck is on our side. Well, no, it ain't. Oh, I don't even know. Dennis Seaman, are you on Blackpool payroll, for God's sake? It's quite ironic because I cut a load of his saves out of all of the highlights recently, but we haven't won a game since he's played. So, yeah, we might be missing Bergstrom and Harvey Vale. But Josh Doig has just won us a penalty in the 90th minute. Ref blow for the... There it is. Bloody hell. We took an age waiting for the penny to drop and only a yellow card. It smells like corruption. A bunch of meerkats peeking at the penalty. Tomo's got a good spot to watch Bullat spank that top left banjo. Oh, remember the name. We're into extra time, Jeff. McCassie with an inch perfect through ball, and Jackson with an X has been taken out from behind. Konstantinos, you absolute coward. Is this ref allergic to red cards or something? What is going on this game? Does somebody say bend it like Beckham? Nah, bend it like a total pillock. Marco with a K, get back on the training ground for God's sake. But maybe there's a silver lining in all of this. They try to play out from the back. And Lovelace, well, he sticks it away top left. Our number 9 might have just won us the game in this epic comeback in the FA Cup. We're playing it round the back. I don't want to give the ball away. Josh Doig, what are you doing? Seaman with the parry and Leon King, well, he just can't get there in time. I'm sick of this team constantly throwing away the advantage and just being offside in the final crucial moments of the game. Just half a yard back or half a second quicker and Lovelace could have buried that top right and won us the game. And now the quarter-final will be decided from 12 yards. Go on, Lovelace. Oh, for God's sake. Yep, it's just going to be one of those games, isn't it? Every other penalty has gone in. We've gone the right way. Can we do it again? No, it's just out of Seaman's reach. In the staring contest, well, we already blinked first. It's just a matter of Dennis Seaman coming to our rescue or they're missing. Marco with a K, Bullat sticks it away. And the final penalty, we go bottom left, he goes top right. We can't even catch a break in the FA Cup, so now we're dusting ourselves off and back at it in the Prem, in the penultimate game of these highlights against Leicester. It's fair to say we've been dreadful this campaign, so we can forget about European football next season and let's just make sure we survive the Prem and we can try and challenge for European football next season. Some tidy footwork from Marco with a K, Bullat, and he buries it. 1-0 Fleetwood Town, and it's going to be a whole lot easier surviving the Prem after collecting 3 points from the Foxes. The final game of these highlights is against West Ham, trying our best to carry the momentum from the win against Leicester into these 90 minutes. Some tidy build-up play from Jackson and Erehon, and you thought that would have been it, but no, we tried to play out from the back, and guess what? We get punished in the most comical of fashions. So instead of bringing the momentum in against Leicester, we decide to absolutely humiliate ourselves by getting thumped by the boys in claret and blue in our own backyard. 3-0 the final score, and the only fans left in the stadium are blowing bubbles. Gents, we might be in a spot of bother. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It's been too long since my last confession, and I'm in need of your forgiveness. We've got 3 games left of the season, United, Tottenham and Fulham, and as we look at the table, dropping off a cliff would put it lightly. We've plummeted down to 15th spot. There are 3 points between us and 12th, but more alarmingly, there are just 3 points between us and 19th place, aka relegation fodder. The stakes have never been higher for Fleetwood Town. I'll be the first to hold my hands up and admit it, I made a mistake. I should have stuck with Bergstrom because, and I know it's not all his fault, but we've only won 3 out of 15 games and conceded 27 goals along the way. And it might also have something to do with Vale being replaced by Doig. I mean, look at him, he's jumped to an 80 rate and then he looks double decent. I'm bringing him back to Highbury. 13th place, Manchester United are the first of 3 games. Sorry, Wadu, there's no hard feelings, but we've got to play our strongest players. And in light of Wadu not starting, I'm giving the armband temporarily to Ethan Erehon, our Scottish Zidane. There we land, the first of 3 cup finals, with the prize being another season in the top flight. So hopefully this slaphead and his team of deviants can do us a favour. It was an absolute stalemate until the second half. This is the closest we got to their box all game. We've got absolutely no attacking impetus. Borderline impotent, and our defence's legs akimbo, letting the whole league put their balls in our goal hole. And why does every striker that scores against us go over and hug the manager? I mean, daddy issues much? And to top it off, Dennis Seaman is the money shot as he gets bent on toast, and Garnacho sticks it in an empty net, and all these mugs are celebrating. Wipe your face off, mate. You got a big more than egg on it. Oh, you know what? I told a lie earlier. This is the closest we got. It was actually a lovely passage of play until Lovelace couldn't stick it in the back of the net. We are... oh, God, we are in trouble, lads. Oh, it's getting a bit tight down here. We dropped one spot to 16th, but we're still 3 points off the relegation spot. 8th place Spuds are up next in our second cup final. Basically the same starting 11 against United, but King in for Moss and McCarthy in for Vieira, with Ethan dropping into defensive mid. We didn't spend 4 long seasons grinding it out to get to the Prem just to go down the first time of asking. Marco with the K Bullet tell Luca to get Sesko in his pocket. We're starting off quicker than we did against United, but if Bullet was just a tad quicker with the pass, Lovelace would have been through one-on-one inside 10 minutes. But to this day, I still don't know what Harvey Vale was thinking trying to play out from the back like this. Seaman parries it upwards and Sesko leaps like a salmon to nod in the rebound. The COD Army can't quite leap like that. And well, as you can see, Bullet didn't get the message across to Luca, because the first half turned into the Sesko show as the Slovenian finds himself with a first half hat-trick in front of the Fleetwood faithful. He had me rocked to my core. I was doing damage limitation with first half subs for some extra defensive cover, because it will probably come down to goal difference on the final day. He gets a dink over Seaman, but the Crawley Cannavaro says, "Not today, sir. Just the 3 goals for you, son." But Julian Brandt, well, a little heel to heel, and he pings it right across go off the post. We've been absolutely humbled in front of the Fleetwood faithful, and Seaman makes sure it's only 4 goals in their favour. Look at the state of Highbury. We're going to have hashtag Marco out banners at the next home game. Believe me when I say, trust the process. Have faith in the darkness and the light will follow like a sunrise. Well, too bad it's relegation on the horizon. This is what happens when you lose 2 out of 3 cup finals. It's all come down to the final game against Fulham. Luckily for us, they're in a relegation spot. But unluckily for us, our points total and goal difference is so bad that no matter which way you slice it, we need to win. This is how Fulham are likely to line up. Not the lineup I'd expect looking at the subs on the bench, but I'm not in charge of them for now. But looking at our own mess, I'm switching back to the 4-4-2. No inverted fullbacks, no centre-back CDMs, just a good old Brexit 4-4-2. Our strongest lineup, which means Vale left back, Moss is back at left centre-back, and Wyadu back in the starting lineup with the captain's armband. The Prem just getting a little dig in there. Thanks for the reminder. Although it's not just us who are relegation threatened, it's winner takes all vibes at Craven Cottage, with the loser almost certain to face the drop. We couldn't have asked for a better final day really. Probably one of the few teams in the league we can actually beat, so we're just popping shots off from any which angle. Why haven't we been doing this all season long? It's a numbers game, right? More shots, more goals. Oh well, apparently not for Fulham. 1 shot, 1 goal and 2 fingers up to the COD Army. The boys are just flat. Deflated, no confidence whatsoever. Lovelace even passes the ball on. We've got to force him to take a pop shot at goal. We need a spark from somewhere. Somebody hit someone. Oh, and there's the Crawley Cannavaro stepping out from the back and up to the plate with a through ball to Lovelace, and he does so well to stick it in the side netting. Our very own Zachariah with sparks of seasons past, like remember the 5th of November. Moss with the fire ignited in his belly. 2 tackles in 1 game. Are you feeling alright, lad? Well, Harvey Vale isn't. Just giving the ball back to the... And I'm sorry, Dennis Seaman, but you've got to be stopping that at the near post. Now, it's not your fault, but I've got to blame someone, and you're out the door at the end of the season. 2-1 down, but we're still at it. We could do without that goal line clearance from the corner. The luck could be on their side, but that's the thing about luck. It runs out, and class, well, that's permanent. And there's a reason Lovelace has been crowned the Fleetwood Town Player of the Season 4 times in a row. It's because he plays for the badge on the front of the shirt, so the fans remember the name on the back. A hat-trick in the biggest game in the club's history to claw us back from the brink of relegation into Premier League survival. Remember, anything less than a win and we risk Burnley leapfrogging us out of relegation. But dare I speak too soon? 83 minutes on the clock, Fulham are on the offensive and our defence rests, Your Honour. as Holzik plays judge, jury and executioner, banging the gavel on our time in the Prem, sentencing us to 12 months in the Championship. I don't know why you're getting leery, mate. You're still going down. You're just taking us with you. Our condemnation seems all but inevitable, but as long as there's still time on the clock, we still have a chance. And there's a silver bullet to our problem as Marco fires a shot onto the post for Jackson with an extra double tap it home. A mercy killing for Fulham, which ensures our survival. 4-3, the final score. A day which will be written into the folklore of Fleetwood Town. And we'll be seeing the London club again very, very soon. A bit of subtle foreshadowing there for you lot. Pour me a Guinness and call me Shirley, because now anything's possible. We survived! 42 points is the magic number. Well, in hindsight, a point would have ensured another year in the Prem, but we weren't to know, were we? And as we have a look at the top of the table, Liverpool walk away with the title. I've only just noticed these. Erehon and Luca made the team of the season. Jesus, imagine where we'd be without him, eh? Haaland won the Golden Boot, and it ain't pretty as Jackson is down in 19th with 12 goals. And it's equally as bad in the assist charts with Erehon in 14th spot on 6. And to be honest, the less said about our clean sheets, the better. For our own charts, Jackson finishes top bagsman. Now, is that the first time anyone has finished above Lovelace after a full season? I don't know. You'll have to jog my memory in the comments. We're going on a cup run. The FA or the Carabao Cup are on our hit list. You know what? We're putting Fleetwood Town on the map. We're going for broke. We're going for the domestic cup double. We're also upgrading the Bando to 20,000-ish seats. And here are our receipts for our Movember donation as part of our charity fundraiser. Remember, we are doing this until the new year, so donate if you can with the super thanks button below. And our little Karamoko Dembele won the player of the season vote for episode 5. CMK and No Pressure said it right. There's just no stopping him. Here are the boys, and right, let's get to work. We all know this was coming. Why do our captain fantastic from the start? Your time is up. And before we get to replacing him, we need to make sure we don't miss out on these stellar free agents. And we've got this boy straight off the red carpet. Barry Cohen, what are you doing here? It can't just be me who sees that, right? But of course, we were never going to let him slip through our fingers. The name on everybody's lips in the comments. And Sir Fox said it best, he's a must grab. Of course, we're not finished there. Our second free agent grab is a man from Japan. Daichi Kamada, a great option off the bench without a doubt. And our final free agent signing adds some South American flavour. Matteo Del Blanco, he looks like a great all-rounder on the left flank. But our less than free agents cost us 6 million, so it means we're going to have to thin the herd. Don't worry, lovey, you're not going anywhere. Especially for 20 million, that's bloody insulting. I actually am gutted about this one though. Kamal Yilmaz to Angers for 6 million. He never quite got a chance to shine. I feel like selling the Turk is going to come back to bite me, but you know what? Needs must. We need a new right back. And 14 million quid later, we just might have enough cash to splash. We got the blessing from the king for Sabe, but I don't know, at 5'8", we need a bit of height in the back line. Dedic, he's a bit tall at 5'11" and looks insane. But we all know there's only one man for the job. A long-term target now dons the red and white of the COD Army. Our new number 13, Mark Pubil, he joins our ranks for a club record 24.5 million. He's the full package. The 6'3" Spaniard will be bombing it up and down the right flank. He's going to lock it down, I just know it. We'll get him in the starting lineup ASAP Rocky, but before that, we've got to name a new captain. And there's only one man for the job. It was like playing Tetris trying to get all these comments on one screen, but you're all spot on. It has to be Ethan Erehon. Our Scottish Adani now has the armband. I did feel bad for Bullet, so I had to give him a new set of wheels. These Tiempos, they are pure class though, aren't they? We've gone for the 4-4-1-1. We're going to Gegen press the league into submission. A trio of centre mids, Bullet in the cam role, feeding Lovelace. So you better finish your dinner in front of goal, lad. I'll be keeping an eye on the league in the background. I think, or at least I hope, we'll be stable mid-table by the end of the season. Because we need silverware in the cabinet, and we're putting all our focus into the domestic cup double. And we're kicking things off against Blackburn. The Championship side are boasting Todd Cantwell in their ranks, and do you know what? I was genuinely debating getting him for Fleetwood Town, but we just didn't have the cash. And just when I think Dominic Moss is settled in, he goes and makes blunders like that. I'm going to be keeping the young Englishman on a tight leash this season. But it's Bullet down the middle, he's already got an injury. Erehon with a weak peg in the top left banjo. An outrageously disgusting volley from our captain. 1-0 the final score. Fleetwood Town, well, we're in the next round against Notts County, where everybody gets a game. Tommy Lonergan, welcome back into the starting lineup. Last time we played these lot in League 2, we beat them 5-0. It's not going to be another whitewash, is it? Well, without giving you the answer straight away, we've got better since then, and, well, they've kind of just stayed the same. Lonergan gets a brace straight off the mark. McCarthy, I mean, even he scores against them. I was on the verge of selling him last season, but I thought, Just give him one more year in the centre attacking mid-role and let's see what he does. That little 1-2 with Jackson with the next was a little bit disgusting. But what's worse is how he's just treated their goalkeeper. He has absolutely dehumanised him with that move. I've seen cricket stumps do better jobs, mate. 5-0 up, we're obviously going through to the next round, but we weren't going to stop until Tommy Lonergan got his hat-trick. And there it is. I have missed playing with you, my friend. A big part of me really regrets not sticking with him and finding a way to get him, Lovelace, and Jackson with an X in the same team back in the day. But alas, we are in the position we are in. And after Lovelace missed that over a kick, don't you worry, because Ethan Erehon is going to scratch that itch. We've got to play a couple games in the Prem just to make sure we have a fighting chance of survival, but I didn't expect the Scottish Sedan to whip out a weak foot scissor kick. You guys in the comments, you were so right to give him the armband. We beat Coventry 3-0 on their home turf, and now we're in the round of 16 against West Ham in the Carabao Cup, our first proper test in this competition. And this bloke always seems to score against us. Well, I say always, I mean, you know, last season he scored a couple devastating goals that almost got us relegated. But we've got our own weapon of mass destruction, the Croat, our silky number 7, Marco with a K. How are those new boots treating you, bro? They've taken you to the next level, just like that Nike advert from back in the day. Seriously, after this video, search for Nike, take it to the next level on YouTube. It's every football fan's wildest dream. But Mark Pubel, he's been sent off for taking out their man in the 36th minute. I mean, we had to, he's their best player. But there's no need to take out Bill out there, Kilman. You absolutely deserve that red card. Because if we didn't take out their man, he could have done this to us twice. Absolutely disgusting from their number 11. And Bulak could have had the game of his life with a hat-trick if that rippled the back of the net. We're through to the next round, and thanks for having us, Lopetegui. But heads up, I'm coming for your number 11. Back in the league against Palace, and that's right, Tommy Lonergan, he gets his start in the Premier League. But I'm not going to lie, it was a debut to forget for the youngster. Well, he's not even young anymore, is he? As we get thumped in the first half. I mean, if Eddie Nketiah bodies Luka Vuskovic and then sticks it in the back of the net, you know it's going to be a bad day at the office, don't you? We created absolutely nish until the 91st minute, until Kamada dinks it over to Lancaster, and then Jackson with the next, he still needs 2 attempts to get in the back of the net. It's not looking good for us in the league, but let's not worry about that as we jump into the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup against Man United. Just 3 games away from a day trip to Wembley, you best believe we're coming on smoke. But have we got David Luiz and Granit Xhaka on the coaching staff or something? How are we getting so many red cards so far this season? And Bruno Fernandes can put it in a better spot if he tried. I'm actually still cheesed off about this goal as well. The ref didn't even let us make a sub. We only had 3 defenders on the bloody pitch. But no matter how many defenders we've got on the pitch, Dominic Moss, I told you, you're on a short leash this year. You can't be running away from the ball when he's through on goal. I've got no idea what goes on inside his head. I'll probably be better off playing Brendan Wadu next to Luca, because the man can tackle when he's got an eye for a pass. Jackson with the next, making sure Zach can lace it into the back of the net. And ooh, this is new. What's he telling us to think about? Maybe it's if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed, then do us a favour and click the bloody button, because we're so close to 2,000 subscribers, it's insane. But not as insane as this penalty shootout to decide the match. Tamori straight into Bergstrom's gloves, and if you didn't know already, it's sudden death. Our 6'9", gangly streaker finished Piercy steps up for the final penalty. Our number 1, who wears number 12, sticks it away like a number 9. Bergstrom has sent us through to the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Now let's go check where we are at the halfway point. Right, boys, we are smashing it. The Carabao Cup, we are on track. But there's something I've got to tell you. Yeah, we should have focused on the league and not the Carabao Cup. Ugh. Are we ever going to be out of the relegation spot? In other news though, it's the Rebuild and RTG derby in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. And on our trophy hunt, we've got Bolton in round 3. Jackson with an X, 9-2 so far. Lovelace, measly 6-1. Putting proper focus on a cup run is definitely taking its toll on the team, but trust the process. And look, Kamal Yilmaz up to a 77 rated. I knew it. I just knew it. That kit and boot combo is too dangerous. The jury is out on Dominic Moss. I am so undecided on what to do with him. We're not going to make any rash decisions just yet though. Jackson with an X in that inside forward role. He is doing bits, to be fair. Lovelace, he's still finding his feet in that lone striker role. But we're going to keep backing our 4-time player of the season winner. We're definitely going to have to give the league a bit more attention in the second half of the season. But for now, we've got Fulham in the semis of the Carabao Cup. So come on lads, let's go stick a trophy in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. Pleasure to see you guys again. I didn't think it would be so soon as you're down there in the championship. But you stand in our way in our quest for silverware, so it's only right we come with the smoke. Ethan Aaron almost whipping it into the side netting. We know that our captain can score great goals. He's not a great goal scorer like little Dembele here. Little one-touch trick and the ball ends up in the back of the net. And our foot doesn't come off the pedal that quickly. We're still looking to bang them in from all angles. Gilmore with the drag back, the reverse pass into Erron, and there it is! Top left banjo from our Scottish Zidane. I actually refuse to believe he's not a Zizou regen. Can somebody prove to me that he's not? But look, it's all one-way traffic. Josegi already burst past Moss and then he found the back of the net. A consolation goal in the first leg of this semi-final as we won 2-1. But as I said before at the beginning of this video, we're going for the domestic cup double, which means we're playing Bolton away. A trip to the uni. And Kamadi finds the back of the net from 12 yards. McCarthy to play through Tommy Lonergan, and he hasn't got the burners, but that defender is running through quicksand. I normally just leave the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup to chance with the simulation, but playing these away days, they're so much fun. Who can say no to a Brendan Wydoo reverse flip-flap and then a Travella into the back of the net? I mean, yes, the keeper could have done way better, but we don't care. We're all about having a good time. Good vibes only, guys. Good vibes only. Tommy Lonergan with the reverse pass, and well, it's Harry Wilson to find the back of the net for the knockout punch as we win 5-0 and on to the next round. But not before we welcome Brighton to the Bando in the Premier League. I did say we're going to have to give the league a bit more attention in the second half of the season, and the Crawley Cannavaro almost gifting them the first goal if it wasn't for Bergstrom. Would the Uzbeki Vidic be making these mistakes? I'm not too sure, you know. Anyway, back to the game, and we know Bulat is never going to score a free kick, so thank God Karamoko Dembele was there to mop up the rebound. And other than being sent back to Spain by Matoma just now, Mark Pubel, he has genuinely locked down that right flank. It's just a shame his one mistake ended up in a goal for Okafor. But he is determined to make amends, firing the ball into Bulat and his wonderful triangles between the two Scotsmen. The Croat, he's got Zachariah on the shoulder and he lovelaces it into the back of the net. It's good to be saying that catchphrase again. It feels like it's been too long. 2-1 the final score and another 3 points on the board. Right, look, something has been weighing on my mind and we need to sort it ASAP, Rocky. 6 hours left on deadline day and we are making moves. Outgoings galore. Josh Doyle, you just weren't good enough, lad. So 24 million from Palace. We'll take that. Leon King to Coventry City for 5 million so we can get our Uzbeki Vidic. A long overdue signing, a year and a half too late. What was it? A no-nonsense name for a no-nonsense wall of a centre-back. And you got it right, he is 80 rated. Just don't know what to do with you yet, Dominic Moss. I don't want to show you the door, but you're not going to be starting every game. I instantly feel more confident with our backline. A no-nonsense partnership with Luca. Pubel locking down the right flank. Vale the opposite side as the attacking option. Okay, I like it. Picasso. I feel like our only weak link is in between the sticks. Bergstrom, he's 10 out of 10 in game, but is he doing the job behind the scenes? I just don't know, guys. Do we need to properly invest in a new goalkeeper next season? I'll let you decide in the comments below. Still a few points from safety, but let's just keep an eye on our goals against tally, yeah? With the Uzbek in the team. A massive game against Brentford in the league next up. Then the second leg of the semis against Fulham. And then the Toffees in the FA Cup. I feel like this is a super episode. It's a super cut, a director's cut of Fleetwood Town episode 6. I mean, it has been almost a month since the last episode. You guys definitely deserve it. I was actually speechless. I forgot that Luka Vuskovic did that. If you don't want to be partnered up with Uzbeki Vidic, then just say you don't have to score your own goals, bruv. If only Lovelace could finish like that, but he quickly makes up for his previous mistake with a crunching tackle. We really have to be picking up points against the team 2 points clear of us, out of the relegation spot. A draw isn't going to cut it. And there it is. Jackson with an X, Lancaster. Our number 33, our Jamie Vardy 2.0. He's found the back of the net with an outrageous overhead kick to save not only our blushes, but maybe us from relegation. But we've now got Fulham in the second leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. We could have easily have simmed this game, but I'm leaving nothing to chance. I'm going to double tap them to make sure we get through to our first cup final. And Zachariah feels the same in love lacing it home. Uzbek doing what Dominic Moss could never. Not giving up. You're right, he has got that aura of Vidic about him, hasn't he? And when I said double tap, what I really meant was nuclear bomb. Does the Croat have a license for that? Craven Cottage has been blown to smithereens. as we win 4-1 in aggregate, and we've got a Carabao Cup final to look forward to later. Now we're flip-flapping over to the FA Cup. I told you, domestic double, we can't risk simming a game against anyone, especially Championship side Everton. We know what they did to us last time we played them in the FA Cup. Beto making a mockery of Dominic Moss. So watching men beat boys, dare I say, I don't think the Uzbek would have let that slide. I had such high hopes for the Crawley Cannavaro. He was doomed from the start, such high expectations. Aim low and avoid disappointment, that's my motto. But Del Blanco aims high and avoids the goalkeeper, and now we're one apiece in extra time against the Toffees. Dominic Moss going for the interception. You've got to be walking away with the ball there. God's miracle they didn't hit the back of the net. And poor Sean Dyer, she's got no more hair left to pull out. And with only a couple minutes left on the clock, well, there's only one man we're calling in situations like these. Our captain, fantastic. Ethan Erron, he scores the winner in extra time. And now we're through to the next round of the FA Cup. Switching over to the league now against Southampton. And those of you with long memories, you know why we have to play this game. We're not that same team from League One you knocked out the cup way back when. No, we're much better now. And this game is more than just a bit of revenge. We're both fighting to get out of the relegation spot, and Zachariah Lovelacing at home puts us in the advantage. A massive 3 points for the COD Army to avoid the drop, and now we're back in the cup against Crystal Palace, captained by Ruben Neves. I don't care who you got in your team, try stopping Zachariah Lovelace from the corner. Honestly, what a header. Slowly but surely we're adding strings to his bow, because in order to be a world-class striker, you've got to have composure in front of goal. You can't just be a poacher Lovelacing into the back of the net. Oh, you know what, I take that back, Ethan Erron. You are world-class. Absolutely no stopping that from the Scottish Zidane, is there? If we were dominating in the league like we are in the domestic cups, we might be up near a Champions League spot. But we're not, and that's why we're dossing about in the relegation zone. And who cares, because we've got a trip to Wembley. Man City versus Fleetwood Town in the Carabao Cup final. They're looking so top heavy, they're going to topple over from a slight breeze with that defence. And because we're in the cup final, we're going to play it live from now. Very little change to the COD Army starting 11 other than the new boy partners Luca, and it's a midfield three of McCarthy, Ethan and Marco with a K. Come on boys, up the COD Army. Come on slaphead, me beat you, let's have it out. Oh, no, there it is. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. Well actually no, I don't think we did know that was going to happen. I'm actually a little bit shook. We can't barge him off it. It's the Uzbek. Can he get that? What a block. Come on, boys. Oh, Harvey Vale, stop that, you little dancer. He wears 39 because he plays left back, but brings the heat, and he's just drawn us level against City. Maybe go on a little one, Luca. Maybe go on a little one. Ooh, now we're wide open. Now we're wide open. Oh, God, that's 3-on-2. The window wiper. Oh, the Uzbek's been downed. Big hand from Bergstrom. He's kept us in this. Another great hand from Bergstrom. Oh, and now we break. Oh, there it is. That is a eye of a needle pass. Jackson with an X. X marks the spot. There it is. 2-1 up in this Carabao Cup final from our own Youth Academy grad. Our Jamie Vardy 2.0, baby. Nothing but pure composure. Ice cold. Blood running through his veins. Edison, he didn't stand a bloody chance, did he? Jackson with an X. You little dancer. These gave it away. Dominic Moss would never. So back to the window wiper. Luna. Oh God. Luna's done Luca. Bergstrom's there to save the day. Warren on the wing. Nielsen gone over. That's it. He's had a good game. He's had a good game. Keep him quiet. This isn't a bit of a dangerous area, isn't it? Get it out. Get it out. Just get it out. Boom. Jackson with an X. Oh, and he's played through his strike partner. Can he get there? Oh, that's beautiful. That is world class. That is majestic. That is Zachariah Lovelace. He spun him into Spinderella, then found the back of the net. Oh no, we've done it. Lads, the first Cup is secured and in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. Why is it the Premier League? What? I don't understand. We might be getting relegated, but at least we've got a bit of silverware in the cabinet and European football to look forward to next season. We are cooking on gas. 1 down, 1 to go. Back into the mix in the quarter-final of the FA Cup against Ipswich Town. Still boasting Liam Delap in their team, and lucky for us he can't finish his dinner. The 6'9" gangly streaker Pissy's having a great season. The defence has been solid since the Uzbek came in, but someone who's been amazing all season long, Ethan bloody Aaron. You've turned into a superstar now you got the armband. 97 minutes on the clock though, and Liam Delap finally picks up his knife and fork, and we go straight to penalties. It's sudden death and Bergsham smothers it. And then Brendan Wyadu steps up, and you know what? It's never in doubt. Top left Banjo, our original captain Fantastic, has sent us through to the semi-finals. And now it's an away day at Elland Road in the league. It's the Croat from the corner, and you know what? There's only ever one 5 Eddie's ever going to find. Luka Vuskovic. And that's another 3 points on the board to help us out of relegation. And now we're back to Wembley in the semi-final of the FA Cup against Stoke City. We couldn't have asked for a better cup run really, could we? But saying that, we do have to beat the team in front of us, and they're thinking the exact same 3. Maestro Park versus Bergsham, and the Finnish boy comes out on top. Jackson's turn to test their goalkeeper, but the Stoke City man is equal to it, and it's a corner routine worked out to perfection. Hours on the training pitch have finally paid off. Tommy Lonergan does well to get his head there, and it's just snuck over the line. Look at that. But our number 14, oh well, he's not finished there. McCarthy wins the ball back, and somebody please give me one good reason why he shouldn't be starting every single game with finishes like these. 2-0 the final score, and we've got an FA Cup final to look forward to. How is the goalkeeper meant to go home to his wife and kids after that? He's coming for your spot, Lovelace. No wonder you look so worried. The final game of these highlights is at home in the league to Nottingham Forest. Jackson with the next gets us kicked off, and Lucas somehow loses out on the header. That's probably the first time I've ever seen him do that. But we just don't have enough pace in the back line, and well, their man sticks it away for 1 apiece. It's our number 33 with a little bit of magic to try and find the back of the net, but their defence, well, they clear it. Luca, well, he wins that header, doesn't he? And then it's Bulat into Karamoka Dembele. Jackson with the next says, not this time. He finds the back of the net this time around, and that's a massive 3 points in the league for us. Let's go check in before that FA Cup final, shall we? Yes, we have got a potential domestic cup double on our hands, but have we avoided the drop? Yes, we have. We are in 12th spot. We've absolutely smashed it the second half of the season. And anybody, real quick, what's 63 minus 44? 19. Jesus, we were leaking goals before Kuzanov got in the team. But back to business, we've got Nuki in the FA Cup final, and their man is second highest goal scorer. Erehon is in 8th with 3. Marco with a K tops the assist charts with 4, and McCarthy's in 5th with 3. It's a pretty banging team, to be fair. And here's the COD Army. Lovelace up top, Lancaster, Dembele on the wings, with a midfield trio of McCarthy, Bulat and Erehon, our most creative players in the FA Cup. Come on, lads, let's go secure this double. Yeah, we get it, he's a bagsman, move on. We know we can win a cup final. We've beat bigger teams at this point. Oh, and how have they not got the right trophy again? It's no hard feelings, lads, it's just business. We've already secured Conference League for next season with the Carabao, but I want Europa League. And unfortunately, Nuki, you stand in our way. Oh, what is that? Ooh, okay. Oh, fucking hell, I'm messing about with it. Oh, it's a 4-star skill. Why am I messing about with skills? Oh, Jackson. Oh, just don't worry about it. Just keep it ticking over. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, that is wonderful. Lovelace. You had to. Oh, you could have finished off a cracking team move. Who cares about this? Bravo. Played it inside. Wide open space to run through. Come on, Luca. He's been done. Oh, what a challenge by the Uzbek. Dominic Moss, he could never. It's dangerous down our left-hand side, isn't it? Lovelace, he's through. One-on-one with the keeper. What's he going to do? He slots. No! The second bite of the cherry. Big stop. McCarthy. Did Lovelace just get... Oh, my God. Jackson! Dembele! Oh, my Lord. Right, 0-0 at half time. Obviously, they have been under the cosh. We have been dominating, but it's still an even scoreline. Going to need much more in the second half. He's going to do a little scoop. Brilliant little back heel. Oh, Marco. Oh, stop that. Oh, Marco. Oh, Marco with a K. The machine gun. Bullet. Oh, Mercurial number 7. He's put us 1-0 up in this FA Cup final with a tremendous solo run. Weak foot into the side netting. You can't get much cleaner, much crisper than the Croat. Well, versus Alexander Arnold. Come on, that's not even a question, is it? Who comes out on top there? Because now there's a massive gap. Oh my God, Jackson with the next. What was that? Oh my Lord. Oh, Erehon. Oh, that was a little bit naughty, sir. And there we go. That's the pass. Much better than the one before. Calm, composed. No, apparently not. Tommy, you deserve a run out. Lovelace is getting hit on this time now. With that tracking back. Come on, Vale. Come on. Come on. Oh no. He's cut inside. Oh no. Oh no. Pupil. Nothing rash. Nothing rash. Nothing rash. Yes. Oh, that is excellent defending. Oh my God. Nothing rash. Nothing rash. What did I just say, McCarthy? Oh, Bergsham. He's there. Oh, he's running. And now we break. Harvey Vale. Trent. Come on. Well done. You've had him in your pocket all day, Harvey Vale. The left-hand side has been yours. Oh, yes. Jackson with an X. Took it wide. Where's Tommy? His shining moment. No. Oh, my God. Oh, in reality, it doesn't matter because we basically won the game. But Jesus, Tommy Lonergan. That's it. The final whistle. It's blown. Oh, my word. That was a painful win. But the COD Army, we have done it. We have scraped through for the domestic cup double. We set out for a trophy in the cabinet at the end of the season. And now we have to buy a bigger cabinet. Not only for our FA and Carabao Cup, but because we are strutting our stuff in Europe next season. Up the COD Army! It's official. Fleetwood Town, we're a bunch of ballers. FA Cup winners and Carabao Cup winners. It's been a dreamy season, hasn't it? But really and truly, these last 2 games of the season, well, there's absolutely no reason to be playing them because, well, yeah, we are still mid-table fodder. Quick simming it against Bournemouth. What's going to happen? 2-1, not ideal. No matter, we'll quick sim this one as well. Strongest lineup. Let's see how the boys do. And we win in our final game of the season. And of course, that bloke bags. And yep, that even secured his golden boot with 22 and 37. Where are we? Oh, 6th spot. 19 and 29 for Zachariah Lovelace. If it wasn't 165 million quid, I would genuinely be considering buying the cretin. Lovelace back to his best with 25 and 2. Jackson with an X, 15 and 5. Marco with a K. Bullet, 12 and 14. And Karamoko Dembele with 11 and 6. All pale in comparison to our great Tommy Lonergan. We've got 3 players in the team of the week. Pubil, Vuskovic and Bullet. But as we go to the team of the season, not a single Fleetwood Town player. Oi oi Savaloys, welcome back to Fleetwood Town. This is season 7, the Europa League. Yeah, that's right. Last season we won the domestic double, which means these poor buggers, they aren't going to know we're hit them. We're strutting our stuff in Europe this season, and just in case you didn't see the teaser at the end of the last video, we've re-signed Armstrong Oko Flex. I couldn't let you rot out in the cold, bruv, and without any further ado, let's go and win the Europa League, shall we? Jordan Henderson, our locker room leader, is retiring at the end of the season, but don't you worry. He's taught Ethan Erehon, our new captain, fantastic, everything he knows. Our Scottish sedan, he smashed the player of the season vote last episode. Here are the boys, right, our 7th season with you ugly mugs, and I'm sick of the sight of you, but not you two. This partnership hits class. So it does beg the question, Dominic Moss, what the hell are we going to do with you, eh? We'll worry about that later because the big question in net is, do we stick with Bergie or twist to Rambo? Well, the votes are in, along with a few other suggestions for our new number 1, but there's 2 reasons why we went for Rambo. The first is he's the cheapest option and we don't have that much cash. And the second is, well, this comment made me ruffle copter. You're absolutely right, I think he does need this. The gaffer is still hanging from winning the double. Too much of that Colombian washing powder, so we've imported our own bagsman from the motherland. Kenya Fuentes adds a bit of South American flavour as a pacey backup to Lovey and Tommy. And now, what about those island drums in the background for this next one? But I'll probably get a copyright strike. Do you got that dope? I swallow Tan Atlantic. And now our Crawley Cannavaro is definitely frozen out the team with the ZZ as rotation for the backline. Right after demolishing the free agents and signing Rambo, we are left with the NAF all. So heads are going to be rolling, but not Moss or Bergies just yet. Let's give them a year to develop, then cash in. But the same can't be said for these next lot. McCarthy, you just weren't good enough. Kamada, he's on the decline, as too is Harry Wilson. And with 50 million in the bank, it's painfully obvious where we're going to strengthen. Oh, and before I forget, Jackson's brother Felix, he smashed it out on loan last year, so he'll be getting some game time this season. But we need someone who's going to hit the ground running. We need a bit of Jogabadito flair in the midfield, so welcome to Fleetwood Town, Matthias Francha. Not to raise anyone's expectations, but if you're not Ronaldinho reborn, I'm going to be pissed. We've got our high potential youngsters plus Moss and Bergie out on loan this season. Hopefully they shoot up an overall. And yeah, we've done some good business, but nothing compares to Brentford. Look at the state of this team. It is disgusting. But I don't think they hold a flame to our COD army. Just look at how good we are. That team doesn't deserve to be anywhere other than finishing in a European spot by the end of the season. And I hope we can add the Europa League to the cabinet. But before we kick off with that, we've got the Community Shield against Arsenal. Somehow still rocking Reece Nelson, Zinchenko, but that doesn't matter. Let's crack on, lads. If you're new around here, we're going to play a bunch of highlights, top off of the halfway point, see what's going on, make some signings, and then we're going to crack on with the second half of the season. And I know it's only a charity game, but it would have been a nice way to kick off our year with a bit of silverware. And it would have been nice for Rambo to walk away with something from this game other than clinical depression. But hey, look, it's just a game, right? The Charity Shield doesn't mean anything, only if you win it. So we're going to take our frustrations out on United, and I'm looking at you, Dominic Moss. We'll come to that poor boy in a minute, but for now, let's just enjoy this absolute wonder strike from Jackson with an ex-Lancaster. X marks the spot, the Lancaster bomber. Call him what you want, because I call him the gift that keeps on giving. Look at that wonder strike. It's hard to believe he's never won a player of the season vote, but I know you guys love him, so that's all that matters. And it's so painful to watch Dominic Moss get thrown about like a ragdoll for 90 minutes. I was on the fence about cashing in on him next year anyway, but this game, well, that decision is made for me now. The only problem is, who the hell's going to buy him? United love crap defenders, I'm sure they'll have him, but enough fun and games, let's get down to business. It's Europa League time, baby. And the Lens are the first bunch of foreigners to come visit the Bando. Our Brazilian baller stinging the gloves of the goalkeeper, but it's the Croat who caught my eye in the first half. Overhead kicks, drag back, step overs. Luka Vuskovic is moving like a techie number 10, not a centre back, but it's our other Croat piling on the pressure, and if you told me that this was a Sunday League game, well, I'd believe you. By hook or by crook, just get that ball in the back of the net. Words of encouragement meant for our boys up top, you know, the COD Army number 9. Instead, Rambo gets dinked, and you know what, I don't even care who you are, bro. Because you're not the main character in this story. You're not even the antagonist. You're barely a footnote. You're a plot point to make our comeback all the more interesting. Because history is written by the victors, but you can't find this in a textbook. This transcends the written word, because this right here, this is poetry in motion. This is the COD Army. This is Fleetwood Town, and we're here to wage war in Europe. A poor choice of words, considering we now face Shakhtar at the Donbass. But I am judge, jury, and executioner. And you know what? I'm going to allow it, because Zachariah Lovelace, that is criminal, son. 2 wins in the Europa League, and I'm feeling myself. Let's bump it up to ultimate. We were soaring way too close to the sun, so I thought, you know what, let's clip our wings. Zachariah Lovelace, he did not mind. Spread the defender on toast and then pezzed it across for Jackson with an ex-Lancaster to find the back of the net. Those two will always find a way to link up top, and our Brazilian number 11, well, he's getting ever so close for his first goal for Fleetwood. But it's Rambo getting dinked again, which made me question, why did I up the difficulty? And then Berisha answered that question. It's because I'm a mug. Our first loss in the Europa League is to Hoffenheim, and now we're flip-flopping over to the Prem. We've got to make sure we get in Europe next season, eh? And I want to see what this Brentford team is all about. Marco with a K Buller is quietly compiling a list of bangers, but that wouldn't quite come off to scratch. But Luka Vuskovic managed to gift them a goal. Our number 7 gets another bite of the cherry and well, pick that one out. Bro is quietly realising his potential as we move our way through the seasons in this RTG, but Rambo getting dinked for a 3rd time is not a bit of me, bruv. Turns out Brentford, well, they're the team to beat, and we need to get out of this rut of form. The Colombian bagsman gets his chance in the starting lineup in our final game against Anderlecht. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't really set the world alight. He did grab this lovely little assist for Jackson with an X. The Lancaster bomber, I think I prefer that one. But we quickly find ourselves 2-1 down to Anderlecht as their man Christensen bags a brace. We did bring on Lovey for Fuentes, and he finds himself bagging the rebound from Jackson's free kick. Fuentes, you're just a different kind of bagsman, bruv. 2-2's the remix, and Rambo, well, he's keeping us in it. Up at the other end of the pitch, our Lancaster bomber drops a live one onto our Brazilian, who finally gets his first goal for Fleetwood. And then who else would it be? Jackson, X marks the spot, Lancaster. 2 goals and 2 assists from our number 33. And yet, you know what, this is Marco, we were in post-production. I realised that I messed up, I forgot to include this game against Fulham. We've always got to play our rivals, so this is technically the final game. Getting off to an abysmal start, 1 goal down, but if Armstrong or Flex could have put that away, it would have gave the travelling COD Army fans something else to shout about, because Jackson's brother Felix has found the back of the net with this absolute thunderbolt. I told you he'd be getting game time at the beginning, but this is the reason why we're watching this game. Oh my word, the Jogger Benito flare. This is outrageous. This is illegal. This is disgusting. This is Ronaldinho reborn in Matthias Francha. Now let's go check where we are at the halfway point. This Europa League business, lads, is a bloody doddle, is what somebody who finished in the top 8 would say. We find ourselves in the playoffs, but we're doing much better in the league though. Although saying that, it is tighter than a duck's arse up here. We've got to be aiming for a Champions League spot, surely. We came crashing out of the FA Cup to Everton and the Carabao Cup to Arsenal. See, this is why I played every game last episode. But we had a bit of cash laying around. It would have been rude not to spend it. Unfortunately, Tammy doesn't want to stay here for longer than 2 seasons. So we'll get the best out of him whilst we can. If we need to go route 1 for whatever reason, we'll just stick him up top. But to be honest, I don't think goals are where we're struggling at the moment. Jackson and Lovelace absolutely smashing it. Francha, he has hit the ground running, but I want some more Jogger flair from you, Bromigo. Palace came in with a monster bid for Dembele. I mean, up to 80 million. It is ridiculous. It was something to think about. But I don't know, bro. You fit like a glove at Fleetwood Town. I couldn't imagine life without you. I did sim the first leg against Legia, which we won 2-1. And that basically means don't lose the second leg. And we're through to the round of 16 now. Come on, lads. Let's crack on. I'm not leaving anything to chance. I want that Europa League in the Fleetwood Town cabinet by the end of the season. And the boys in red, the COD Army, something tells me they feel the exact same way. And when I said Jogger Benito flair, I did not mean futsal favela flavor. Francha, you naughty man. I can hear the compilation music already. Ooh, ay, ay, oh. Oba, oba, oba. And it is needless to say that we have smashed Legia Warsaw 5-0 and we are comfortably through to the quarterfinals. But who will play? Well, we'll come to that later because we've got Newcastle away. They're still boasting Semi Kalichkoi up top. And I'm being honest with you, after turning our defenders into Spinderella, you have officially piqued my interest, lad. Our interests are obviously in the Europa League, but we're using this game as a scouting mission for that Turkish superstar. And if Dembele would have put that in the back of the net, it might have made this trip worthwhile. But low-key it kind of was, as Semi Kalichkoi, we manages to wrap one round Ramsdale. It is hard to ignore this Turkish talent. I mean, he almost bagged a brace if it wasn't for Rambo. He manages to spread eagle and get a glove to that. And after denying his brace, Dembele's rebound is tapped in by Jackson to rescue a point in the final minutes. And then, well, we're off to the London Stadium for another scouting mission against Julian Johnson. The top bagsman in the league last season. Is definitely worth keeping an eye on him. But to our surprise, the Norwegian, well, he was nothing more than an extra, whilst Tammy Abraham played the leading role in the story of the Brickhouse bagsman. 2 goals to his name and 3 points on the board for us. And we're back in the Europa League. I do rate that away kit in all fairness. I simmed the first game thinking that the result would be a little tighter than 5-1, but, you know, as we did do that and we are basically through to the quarterfinals, I had to show you something. And any reason to play with Tommy Landagan again is always a blessing. And now we're flip-flopping back to the Prem at Selhurst Park against Palace, and oh my word, Zachariah Lovelace, that is a little bit naughty. It feels like he's back to his best Lovelacing off the post. Orisbeck says, "You shall not pass." A bit of a silly challenge in hindsight, picking up a yellow. We couldn't leave one on the striker and they score. And now it's 1 apiece at Selhurst Park. Jackson fires one into Lovelace and he spun him around like Storm Dara. It was a bit touch and go there, but nobody gets in between Zachariah Lovelace and the back of the net. Lads, we are on smoke. Youth Academy break real quick, and our Scottish scout has found a bunch of ballers. And we're looking for the next Matthias Francha out in Brazil. And some breaking news for you. Jackson with an X, our Lancaster bomber, is out for 3 weeks. Which means we're going into the quarterfinals against Borussia Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park with our best player on crutches. Noni Madueke getting their first goal. And Ayo, sign her up and get her on the back post at corners. But don't panic, lads, there's plenty of time to get back into this game. Kuzanov putting Ramos in place, the Portuguese striker, well, he was fuming. Dembele could have done with a bit more on that ball, Lovelace, but he makes the most of it and almost dinks the keeper in the cheekiest of fashions. And then there's a Croat from just outside the box stinging the gloves of the goalkeeper, but nobody told me Ramos could hold a grudge. He's absolutely spun the Uzbek. He bloody dinks Rambo for the 4th time this season. 2-0 down in the first leg. We've got a mountain to climb in the reverse picture, but we are at Highbury and we are coming on smoke. This COD Army, it doesn't give up that easily. A deathly touch from Bullet. If Lovelace could have just stuck that in the back of the net, there was no need to muck about with it. Ramsdale with a world-class save from point-blank range. Anything that's like 5 yards in front of his face, he is outrageously good at stopping. Any further out, he's a little bit crap. Unlike Cobbo, who can apparently whip out double saves like it's going out of fashion. Our defence is cut through like butter, and Ramsdale just couldn't get out there quick enough. What did I just say? We had to shake things up with the subs. We have to try and get back into this game. Francha out on the right flank. He whips in a wonderful ball to Karamoko Dembele, and we are back into this game. 3-1 on aggregate. Little Felix Lancaster involved in play, but it's a Brazilian to slot through Zachariah Lovelace, who puts it on a plate for Tammy Abraham. Mastermind substitutions for Marco there. And in the final minutes, we are closing them down, gegenpressing them into submission, but Zach Lovelace, stay on your feet. The yellow card, the least of our worries, as we have been knocked out by Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Oh, this is devastating. I feel like an absolute schmuck, but you know what? You heard it here first. We're coming for the title next season. I'd back us against any of those teams as well, but you know what? The season isn't over yet. 6 games left in the league, and we're in second spot with a game in hand and 4 points away from winning the Prem. So we're still all to play for. Arsenal, Coventry, Forest, Chelsea, Brighton and Leicester stand in our way. But to make things worse, our captain is out for the next game, which means Henderson, well, he's starting in the Prem with the armband against the Gunners. Now, come on, lads. Let's go and win the league. We'll try and ignore the irony of Arsenal playing us at Highbury, because this is our home. This is the COD Army's playground, and it's about time we played you again this season. You can keep the Community Shield because this game is way more important, and you scored first. That is great. Now, I'm not suggesting a bit of match fixing, but do you really want Spurs to win the league? There it is. Well done, Loftus-Cheek. Now, if Marco with a K, you could just whip that top bins. Oh, yeah, you know what? Just spank off the post. That is absolutely no bother, because Lovelace, he's going to put it in the back of the... No, post again? Oh, God, this might be harder than expected. Brush it off, lads. Get dialed in against arguably the easiest of these last 6 games against Coventry. Not only do we need to bounce back, but we need to show the rest of the league that we are a title-winning team. We can turn you lot over if we want to, and we can do it in style too, because look at this goal from Matthias Francha. I am out of superlatives, I am out of hyperbole, because this Brazilian, he is a cheat code. I feel like I'm playing FIFA Street, and I would have absolutely lost my head if Bullet's free kick went in. Why can I not score a free kick on this game? Somebody help me out, please. Nevertheless, we absolutely demolished Coventry, which means we are 3 points closer to the title up against Nottingham Forest. Look at the build and our momentum, and Rambo just showing us again why he's our number 1. Too bad he didn't niche about that. I can't tell if he's had a good first season or not, but I know for sure Tammy Abraham, he's definitely made a great impact. Some poor defending by me, and I don't think Rambo's to blame for that one. We are down 2-1 against Forest, and we desperately need to pick up points against the tricky trees. And some lovely play ends up with Marco with a K blasting into the back of the net. Can we see the woods through the trees? No, we can't. Because the moment we feel just the slightest bit of pressure, we come toppling down. Forest 3, Fleetwood 2, and we might be in a spot of bother. 3 games, 2 losses, and with 3 games left of the season, every point counts. We're sat in 3rd, still with a game in hand and 6 points off of City. We're gonna need a miracle. And there he is, He has risen from the ashes, born again. Our Lancaster Bomber is back in business, and you've earned your place in this team, bruv. Too bad it's on the bench because you're still bloody injured. So we're sticking with what we have against Chelsea. And it's live. Come on, boys. Familiar face in Harvey Vale and Tammy Abraham. Put your emotions aside, boys. We need Champions League football next season. And the gaffer, he wants a very late title charge. Who have they got knocking about? No one's standing out. No one's they got Mikhail Mudryk. We're going to be fine. No luck so far. Going Vale on the overlap. I see you, Tammy. Get in the box, Tammy. There it is. There it is. Oh, what a stop. And they're on. We're ticking better with him in the team. Oh, just too late with the pass there, Mateus. Come on, boys. Don't let him cut through you. Oh, like butter. Rodrigo. Oh, but Vuskovic. Didn't even let him get the shot off. The Croatian. He's just a different breed. Have the overlap. Jackie. Nowhere. Mudryk. Versus Ramsdale. Oh my god. Oh, this Instagram story posting Ukrainian douchebag has absolutely thumped one. Top right banjo. He couldn't have placed that ball any better if he tried. Ramsdale. Can I even blame Ramsdale there? Oh, it was a good strike. And after what feels like an eternity, Jackson with an ex-Lancaster, our number 33. He returns to Highbury. And he's at the back post. Jackson. Things it back over again. Oh, lovely. He's just too far ahead. And he winds one up. Oh, Ethan Everon. Oh, my word. Our Scottish sedan. Our captain fantastic. He has found the back of the net with that left peg. Rodrigo out wide. Oh, no. Martinez again. Just past Harvey Vale. I caught in no man's land there. But it can be on Madden. Oh, get out. No, you're joking. You're absolutely joking. We've taken so long to get back into lead, and this slapheads team have just poked one in at the near post. I can't understand it. Ramsdale, do you even know how to parry a ball? Oh, we have to come away with some points here. Otherwise, they're going to leapfrog us. And, oh my god, he's made a save. Oh my god, he's made 2 saves. I am stressing. I'm stressing. Franker. Franker. Get it over. Get it over. Lovelace. Oh. Harvey Vale's there. Out to Jackson. Give it back to him. Give it back to him. Oh, go on. Go on, Erron. Go on, Erron. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh my lord, what an absolute perler. He is our linchpin, our catalyst. He is our captain fantastic. He is Ethan Everon, and he has rescued us a point against Chelsea in front of the home fans at Highbury. Champions League football. Oh, it's still on the cards, lads. Oh, there we go. Final whistle. We've rescued a point, which means that we remain in the top 4. God, that was way too stressful. I did not enjoy that one bit. Well, that was a bloody entertaining game, but it did naffle for us. We've wasted our game in hand. The title, well, is out of our reach, so we're aiming for a Champions League finish this season. 14th place Brighton, well, they're up next, and they've got nothing special to worry about. But with Jackson back to full strength, well, so are we. Our strongest lineup away at the Amex. They're rocking Xavi Simons at the Amex. We've been lied to. They're on. Back to Franker. But that's in the hole. There he is. One touch. Out of his foot. Oh! Come on. Make that bloody run. Lovelace. There it is. Oh, he's got there. He has got there. Oh, it's Bullet. Just couldn't get it past the keeper. Franker. What an unbelievable double save. We don't need a reminder. We don't need a reminder that we bottled the title. They're on. He sees Lovelace. What a ball. What a ball. He can't do anything with it though, can he? He's got no strength, bless him. Can't hold a man off. Oh, no. What am I doing with Luca? It's into Xavi. Oh, he's taking it round the Uzbek. An excellent save from Ramsdale. Oh, Dembele. Into Lovelace. Oh. Oh, just dink that over the top. Oh, Bullet. Oh, that would have been majestic. Now, I didn't realise it at the time, but the battery in my microphone died, so you've just missed out on a whole bunch of screaming after this absolutely world-class display from Aaron Ramsdale. Marco with a K-Bullet had the game of his life. He did everything but stick the ball in the back of the net, and then our other Croat is reaping souls at centre-back. We well and truly deserved 3 points from this game. We were unstoppable. Unfortunately, that's not how football works, as their late sub, Jorginho Rutter, sticks it away for Brighton in the final minutes of the game, and we lose our second to last game of the season 1-0. We bottled the Europa League, we've just bottled the title charge, and we've won 1 of our last 5 games. We are hanging on by a thread to 4th place. Do we even deserve Champions League? Palace have leapfrogged us to 3rd place, and Newcastle and Chelsea are just 2 points off us. Let's hope Coventry and Forest can do us a favour. But as for us, we have the Foxes in the 16th place, and I can't see McCarthy anywhere. Has he been let go? Where is he? Oh no, there he is. Oh, 4 games all season. Bruh. Wanted to play against you. Tommy Lonergan, he's chomping at the bit for a spot in the first team, and you know what? I'll think about it. But I must admit it, Lovelace, you haven't been up to scratch the last few games. So, Tommy Lonergan, ask and you shall receive. You start the final game. Crashing out of Europe against Dortmund, just scraping into the top 4. Do we even deserve Champions League football next season? That's the real question. Have you boys got it in you? That wide to Pubil. Oh, no, almost a little bit short, but go on, Bullet. Oh, you cheeky little so-and-so, eh? He sees the return. Oh, is it in? Oh, no. He hasn't got a pass on him, Pubil. I've noticed that. Excellent defensively. Going forward, little bit shocking. Oh, the Brazilian. Tidy footwork. We'll have the free kick, thank you, ref. Well done, Bullet. Come on, make the... There it is. Tommy on again. Oh, just too much. See what I mean? Too much on it for Mark Pubil. Jackson almost making the most out of that. That could have nestled into the top left. Banjo. Hold it up. There we go. There we go. Through the gap. Through the gap. Oh, did too much with it. Should have taken a shot on goal. Searching for Tommy though. Don't worry, the Uzbek's there. They played around the Uzbek. Oh god, Pepe. Back into James. He's been done again. Harvey Vale, don't get spent. Oh my lord. Come on, get the ball. Get the ball. There it is. Well done, Lancaster. Well done. Keep going, Dembele. Oh, you know what? He's on his ones. He's on his ones. Cut in. Work a yard. Bang it. Oh, come on. We're giving Tommy Lonergan scraps, all right? He's feeding off niche. Absolute nosh. If you want Champions League football next season, find a way to give him the ball. Looking at you, Pubil. Well, and then in. Fired in. We'll have that free kick. We'll have that free kick, ref. Go on, Bullet. Absolutely spank it. I want it top left. Banjo. Oh, no. Thought that was it. Do you know what? It wasn't even your fault, Tommy Lonergan, but we just need some pace up top. Maybe, Lovelace. Maybe. You can make that happen. Do me proud. Ethan. No, just didn't get enough on that. They played it through. Pepe. Oh, my God, Ramsdale. You are incredible from point blank range, aren't you? Absolutely insane. And now we break though. He's given us a platform. Bullet, don't waste it. He sees Lovelace. But he bides his time. Gives it to Dembele. He's there. Lovelace is there. Lovelace! Oh my god, there it is! Zachariah Lovelace. He might have just secured us Champo for next season. Basically his first touch after coming on. One to set it. The second to put it in the back of the net. Our number 9. Our very own Zachariah Lovelace. Doing God's work. So come on lads, close them down. Basically just don't concede. Do not concede. And I'll be chuffed. Oh my god, he's absolutely... Oh, the Uzbek. He had to. And he's seen red. Oh, you know what? It's deserved. He had to. Check me was clear. Oh, don't you wind him up. Wind your neck in, lad, before you get your jaw spun. Come on, Ramsdale. Come on. I'm trying. Oh, you just knew it, didn't you? You knew that was going in. Why can't Marco Bullat do that? Get off my pitch, you absolute thumb. Oh, okay, this might be it. You know, we'll just get them both up top. Get them both up top. We're going for broke. Well done. That's a Franca. Over the... Oh, no, Jackson. That was it. That had to be it. He's in there on. He's right there. Someone get your head on it and get it out to him. Get it out to him. Well done, Ramsdale. Throw it. Well done. Aaron. Come on. Drive with it. Through the middle. Oh, come on! No, that was crap. Who was that? Was that Dembele? That had to go through. Oh, I'm devastated. That was a shambles. That was embarrassing. How dare we put the Fleetwood fans through that at Highbury? Where are we? Where are we? Oh, you're joking. No, that is devastating. Nuki, edge it on goal difference. I'm absolutely devastated. We've got Europa League again next season. At least Spurs didn't win the Prem. City walk away with the title. In other news, Dortmund won the Europa League. The cretins. BTEC Inter Milan won the Champions League and Liverpool won the Conference League. Look, that's the difference right there. Semi Kılıçsoy, third place with 22 goals. Jackson and Zachariah Lovelace on 16 and 15 respectively. See, that's the difference right there. Dembele top of the assist charts and Ramsdale is way down there with 4 clean sheets. But Lovelace, he came into his own in the Europa League. 25 goals and 12 assists in 57 games. But something's just not sitting right. I don't know what to do with this team. There's something missing. And I don't know what it is. Is it a new left back? Has Harvey Vale, has he done his time at the club? I don't know. Or does Lovelace or Lancaster he replace him? Which is insane to think about as they got, what, 48 goals between them this season? If we need to raise any funds next season, we've got Dominic Moss just rotting away. He's about 17.5 million, and I'll let you decide whether we keep or sell Bergie. Our youth academy is still going strong out in Scotland and Brazil, but if they're not got a minimum of 90 potential, then there's any point in even having them at this stage. And speaking of youth academy, Elliot Long, I don't think he played a single game for us and I can't even remember when we sold him, but should we buy him back and make him challenge Vale for a starting spot? And Newcastle's Turkey's grabbed player of the month. Look at him, he's an absolute baller. 87 million though, he might be a bit too spenny for Fleetwood Town. Or so I thought. 85 million we've got to play with next season. So the question is, the ultimate stick or twist, Zachariah Lovelace or Semi Kılıçsoy? I can't make that decision on my own, I need your help. So look out for the vote on the community page and make sure to cast it on the most controversial signing of the series so far. And before you go, a couple of things. Thank you so much for all of the donations for our charity fundraiser. We're doing this until the 1st of January, so if you feel up to it, donate with the super thanks button below and we'll make the last one a special one. Oi oi Savaloys, this is Fleetwood Town episode 8 and we're back in the Europa League. That's right, finishing 5th last season after a bang average display on the final day against Leicester. Lovelace scoring just wasn't enough after Reece James rocked one in from the free kick, and in the last seconds this abysmal pass from Dembele to put through Lovelace one-on-one means Europa League nights yet again. And we have the ultimate stick or twist between Semi Kılıçsoy and Zach Lovelace to deal with. It's all happening, so strap in and enjoy the show. Here are the boys. Right, we'll get to that ugly stick or twist business soon because we've got a player of the season to crown. Our Joga Benito futsal favela flavoured phenomenon has run away with the votes. So that's for you, mate. The Lancaster bomber, look, I don't know what to say, mate, other than keep it up. I'm sure it'll be your turn soon enough. And before I forget, the greatest aim of football joined Stoke City on a free to retire. Now go on then, alright, okay, enough procrastinating. We've got 85 million in the bank, and the big question is Zach Lovelace or Kılıçsoy. Well, our first signing is at the other end of the pitch. Marco's checking the comments, I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is, buried in the pro Kılıçsoy and anti-Lovelace discourse. Elliot Long sold for peanuts in season 3. We've now spent 9.5 times that to bring him back to the COD Army. He looks like an absolute weapon at left back. Harvey Vale, your days are numbered. 63 million left in the kitty. We're going to need to sell a couple of man if you want to do any real business. And this one was a given. Dominic Must, you just weren't good enough, bro. And we can't say no to 30 million from Spurs. It's lying the kitty, but we need to bring in real quality this season. We have to to raise real funds. And it breaks Marco's little black heart, but for the future of Fleetwood Town, we have to be open for all offers on the table. Now, I didn't want to sell him to our almost kind of rivals, but needs must at this stage, so we say goodbye to Karamoko Dembele for a staggering 105 million to Fulham, which gives us proper Scrooge McDuck money. Now, I bet you didn't see that coming. So is there a reason we haven't got the red carpet out, lads? What's going on? He's impressed against us time and time again for Newcastle, and she likes what she sees, and who can blame her? He's a 10 out of 10. Taking over the number from Dembele, welcome to the COD Army. Semir Kılıçsoy for a record-shattering 103 million. I couldn't ignore all these comments. You guys were loud. Lovelace, look, you might have won the vote, but I need you to realise this is make or break time, bruv. We sacrificed Dembele to keep you here, so prove the haters wrong, yeah? We're not finished there, though. We're putting that Dembele money to good use, and Marco can't believe what that prat's waffling on about. Your agent almost cost you this move. 19 million from Braga. Rodrigo Salazar is ample backup for Marco with a K Bullet. And we're running it back to our time in the Championship. Now strutting this stuff at Bruges. Well, you know, not anymore. 33.5 million for Jonathan Rowe, finally part of the COD Army. Is going to be some proper competition on the wing now Dembele's gone. And just look at some of our Youth Academy grads, by the way. Some of you lot are ballers. I mean, should we do a Youth Academy rebuild? Maybe after Fleetwood is finished. But Dembele, look, I'm sorry, bruv. I already forgot about you, Moss. Right, this is it. This is the one. I can feel it. In my heart of hearts, this is a Champions League quality side. Jackson and Lovelace are the side on the wing. Our dynamic duo has never been further apart. He's going to need a little time to settle in at right mid, but I already know it's going to be worth it because this lad, oh, he's going to take us places. Hopefully a minimum of top 4 this season and our possible Europa League games forthcoming. Look, we're battling out with Brentford this season in the competition and all, but I want to be finishing in the top 8 and straight to the round of 16. Now, come on, lads. Let's crack on. Grey skies over Highbury, perfectly symbolising the mood at Fleetwood Town. Now our little Karamoko Dembele is gone. And this is who we replace him with. 103 million quid to absolutely double tap it off the post. Well, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? A little bit of stage fright on his debut. And you know what? I'm sure the goals will come in time. Nothing to worry about. Instead, it's Marco with a K Bullet to open our account against Chelsea. The Lancaster Bombers slotting it through to our new Turk. And there we go. Now he's found the back of the net. Our number 10 hitting the mark on his debut at Fleetwood Town. And speaking of Turks, we're off to play Fenerbahce at the Sukra Sarakoglu Stadium in the Europa League. I said last season we were coming to win the title, and Zach Lovelacing at home puts us one step closer. 7 seasons and counting. Zach Lovelace would have broke my little black heart to see you playing a different kit. I genuinely had sleepless nights over the thought of selling them, but I'm so glad he's still knocking about at Fleetwood Town. But we couldn't ignore him any longer. Semir Kılıçsoy, put your emotions aside against Nuki away because you're part of the COD Army now. Diego Costa smothering his first chance on goal. He looks devastated to have not found the back of the net. And Zach Lovelace, he's battling it out on the right hand side. He's not used to this blessing, but it does give us another chance to wrap one with Marco Bullet. Honestly, the back of the net is so safe when he's taking a free kick. And it's good to see Long getting stuck in against Bakayoko. Yeah, it's hard graft, isn't it, mate? But the newspapers, the headlines, the Twitter feed, the Instagram posts, they're all about one man before the game. They're only ever going to be about one man after the game. Our new Turkish number 10 with a brace to his name against his old club. Lovey getting bodied again, but it's a bit closer for Bullet to bang the post. I reckon I'll do a face reveal before he hits the back of the net from a free kick. But as I said before, this game was only about one man, Semir Kılıçsoy, with a hattie against his old club. Roma are the next undercard in our Europa League one, and I swear down this was the most boring game other than Luka Vuskovic getting sent back to Dynamo Zagreb and Rambo coming to our rescue not once, not twice, but 3 times. Absolutely niche happened. So we're looking for a more entertaining game for the neutrals in the league against Brentford. We have got to finish in a top 4 spot this season, and the Turk gets us underway. Oh god, I'm getting Thiago Takush flashbacks. Keep it wrapped and ribbed, lad. Actually, forget what I said. Fill your boots, bruv, because the more mouths you've got to feed at home, the harder you're going to work for that Premier League bag, which means more goals for the COD Army and more trophies in the cabinet. Everybody wins, eh? The Turk with back-to-back hatties in the Premier League. This bloke is absolutely ridiculous. A proper bagsman. Why didn't you guys tell me about him sooner? Doesn't matter though, he's here now. And that's all that counts. We're playing the B team against Brøndby. Abraham and Salazar casually linking up to reap that defender's soul. I mean, it is a delicious flick, and that Maradona turn. Oh, turn the defender into Spinderella. It's good to see that we can rely on our backup and competition players, though. Would have been a top 5 goal of the series if Lancaster would have rocked that top left stanchion. And even though we got strength in depth, the man of the moment, the man of the match, goes to our backup striker, Tammy Abraham. He is absolutely phenomenal. 2 goals and an assist from our number 99. Doing bits of Fulham, are ya? Good for you, bruv. He's come back home, adding another level to this almost kind of rivalry. Fulham versus Fleetwood, a Just Marco Cinematic Universe special. And that handshake was a bit frosty, wasn't it? He didn't even look Ethan Erron in the eye. A rainbow flick into a first-time volley. The Lancaster bomber, he's trying his best to get crowned player of the season. And Ethan Erron took that handshake to heart, so he just had to skin Dembele inside and out to show him the level. And I don't believe my eyes. Is that Mark Pupil getting done for pace? The whole defence was stunned. Shout out Julian Rykov, if you know, you know. But going 1-0 down definitely wasn't in the script. Elliot Long going for the lunging tackle. We somehow get the ball back. It's sent up top to our number 10, Turk, and he spun Calvin Bassey inside out and gently found the back of the net. And then it's Zach Lovelace on the left-hand side. A bit of a wizardry from our Baklava eating beast. And he absolutely thumps it top right banjo. Dembele came back to visit Highbury only to find out his Calixto is home now. And now we're off to the London Stadium to visit Dominic Moss. I'll play at the big one, but you know what? I do actually regret him not working out at Fleetwood Town. It would have been a cracking signing and an epic storyline, but alas, it just did not work out. And I'm still trying to figure out how this ball trickled into the back of the net. Look at the state of this defending. 1-1 the score, and to be honest, this still confuses me. Why was Dominic Moss subbed off? I'm not even joking, he was having a cracking game against us. The new boy had a bit of a stinker, gave away a free kick right on the edge of the box, but you know what? We know that the net's never been safer. And then in the 85th minute, he somehow gives away a penalty. Never a penalty. Never a penalty. But you know what? We'll take it. And Marco with a K bullet, he made sure to stick that one away. 2-1 the final score, and we collect 3 points in the league. And now we welcome Montpellier to the Bando in the final game of these highlights. Zach Lovelace winning the ball back high up the pitch, and then he finesses it home, and a rare start up front for our star boy. Now then, let's go check where we are at the halfway point. Dub after dub after dub. If we're not careful, we're going to make this a habit. Brentford down in 17th spot, and as we scroll up, where are we? Oh yeah, 3rd spot, baby. Unbeaten, might I add. But this is the stonker. We're talking top of the table in the Prem with 42 goals scored, and there's only one man to blame. He's bagged 19 already, which is more than Lovelace in the league for the whole of last season. 21 goals and 6 assists for our new Baklava eating beast. He's smashing it. Unlike Lovelace, who's still getting used to playing a supporting role this season, but we're switching to the 4-3-3 to get all of our goal scoring ballers more involved. In other news, Billy Gilmore, he wants to leave, and I'm not letting 25 million rot on the bench, so we're being ruthless, and we've replaced him at the drop of a hat. You might remember him from scoring a banging free kick against us in season 4. Hayden Hackney, he joins the COD Army in a straight swap with Gilmore. Still got a few years left in the tank, but you won't be anything more than backup for our Captain Fantastic. I don't know who we're playing in the Europa League knockouts yet. You'll find out when I do, and we're obviously going for a title charge this season. We've changed our objective. Done with the top 4. I want to be lifting the Prem on the final day. I'm sure the boys will be doing bits against Oxford United in the 4th round of the FA Cup, but we've got the Gunners in the semis of Carabao. 2-1 down and going into the second leg, so go on lads, let's have a scrap. Europa and the league are the main objectives this season, but it's rude not to go for all the silverware this season with a team this good and someone getting some loo roll. Bullet from the free kick, and I'm not even going to mug it. This is just hard to watch now, isn't it? But I refuse to get anybody else to take them, because when it goes into the back of the net, oh, we're going to lose our heads. The Lancaster bomber stinging the gloves of the goalkeeper, but don't you worry, Semi Calixto, he's there. Bullet over the top to our Turk, and it's as easy as left bumper, wide, and holding down B, innit, mate? 2-1 up on the day, and Trees the remix. Zach Lovelace, this is your moment. No, oh my boy, that was your chance to play the hero. Instead, it's Boniface's time to shine as, well, you'll never guess what, Rambo gets dinked yet again, and we're knocked out of the semis. It would have been nice to lift the Carabao again, but we're not stressing, because the league is where it's at. City come to visit us at Highbury, and we're looking to extend our lead on the citizens. Bullet plays through Lovelace after an innocuous throw-in from our own half, and guess who's going to finish it off? It's our big Turk, our number 10, with the one and only goal against Man City. Now here we go, back in the Europa League. Get off your phone, bruv. You've got to focus up. We're playing Jonathan Rowe's old team in the round of 16, Club Rouge. And let me tell you something. This boy has absolutely no loyalties. Just look at the state of that goal. Kissing the badge at the celebration, our number 17. Oh, I knew he was a baller way back when. Dare I say it, Karamoko Dembele, he could never. But I saw Luka Vuskovic getting caught out of position, one through ball to Samu Costa, and, well, you never guess what, Rambo gets dinked. You're starting to make this a habit, mate. Elliot Long into Zachariah Lovelace, and that's a wonderful bit of skill to find half a yard. And you know what he's going to do by now. He's slowly finding his feet on the wing, but Aaron Ramsdale, honestly, it's a cracking strike, but should you be getting beat from there? It's 2-2's the remix. Now, I like Rambo, I really do, but I'm starting to have some serious doubts about our English number one. We might need to get a new man between the sticks next season because this bloke has absolutely decimated him. So we're looking up the other end of the pitch for a saving grace, and there it is. Our new number 10, what's your name again? Semi Kalixoy. He saved our blushes in the final minutes, and now we're looking to keep this bloke quiet in the second leg at Highbury. And we did just that. It was an absolute stalemate until extra time. The 95th minute, until our new left back, Elliot Long, he floats a wonderful ball into Kalixoy, and he absolutely buries it in the onion bag. The Fleetwood faithful are going balmy, not just because we're in the quarterfinals, because we're so close to 2,000 subscribers, so hit that button, guys. I may or may not have a special video on the horizon, but enough of that. We're at the leaky roof of Old Trafford, and Elliot Long stings the gloves of the goalkeeper, and we're working on this corner routine, and it is perfection. Mark Pubel grabbing his first goal for Fleetwood? I'm not too sure, actually. The Spaniard puts us 1-0 up in this title charge, but that is very quickly undone in the next 20 minutes as Man United stick 2 past Aaron Ramsdale, and this Mustafa bloke nuts the corner flag. Our Lancaster bomber stings the gloves of the goalkeeper, and he's still yet to get his first goal this season. Still behind deep into the second half, and we call on our bench for a moment of magic, and it's a stroke of genius from the gaffer as Salazar and Rowe link up for a 2-2's. Nah, it's the remix. 2-2's. Nah, oi, leave it out, Mustafa. Poor defending from our Uzbeki Vidic. He's taking the bloody knee instead of standing tall and blocking the shot. The Red Devils, they still 3 points in the lead, but now our attention has shifted back to the quarterfinals of Europa as Athletic Bilbao come to visit the Bando. The Uzbeki Vidic sending Williams Jr. to the hospital early doors. No, like, seriously? He was subbed off after that. It makes our job so much easier now we don't have to worry about Nico on the break. But to be honest, I don't think it would have made a world of difference because our attack, well, it's on fire. Simi getting our second goal, and Marco with a K-Bullet. He's having a fantastic season, grabbing his brace. Francha over the top to Zach, and he lovelaces it past the keeper. He's doing bits now on the wing. 4-0 the final score, and we sim the second leg. We were A-OK. And now we're at the London Stadium to play our routine fixture against West Ham. But this one means a little bit more as we're battling it out for a title spot. And after going 1-0 up early, Somerville spins our defence inside the net and rocks one near post. And then who else would it be to put West Ham 2-1 up than Julian Johnson? And I don't want to blame the Bubbles, but it was definitely the Bubbles' fault. This geezer scores against us every single time. And lads, finally, after 8 seasons, Marco ball. Oh well, it's in full swing now. And Marco with a K-Bullet. Our Mercurial number 7 is not just having a great season. Listen to me when I say this. He is the absolute real deal. The Croat is unstoppable. But it's 2-2's the remix, and anything can happen in the 83rd minute. And if you're a betting man, then you know what happens now. Aaron bloody Ramsdale. If it's a joke, it ain't funny anymore. It's starting to do my head in. But if there's still minutes on the clock, then the COD Army, we're looking to burst West Ham's bubble. Matthias Franca. Oh my word, our Brazilian Jogabanito Favela futsal phenomenon has rescued us a point, which means that we stay in second spot, 1 point behind Newcastle. So going into the semi-final of the FA Cup against Everton, we could take the pressure off. It's a disgustingly cultured, deviant finish from Lovelace, an absolute thunderbolt from Hayden Hackney. The COD Army, we have just turned into a bunch of deviants because the brutality in which we attack is beyond human comprehension, and that goal was phenomenal. We're comfortably through to the final of the FA Cup, and now we're in the semis against Celta Vigo. After scoring 11 goals in the last 3 games, you best believe the form is in our favour. And this 4-3-3 attack, oh my lord. The front 3 are always primed and ready to take advantage. And it's put on a plate for Semi Kalixoy after Lovelace put it through the defender's legs. It's good to see there's no love lost between those two, and I quite like Lovelace out in the wing because the Turk, he just gobbles up opportunities in front of goal, and Lovelace pace, he makes him a dangerous, I said dangerous, asset out on the wing. The Turk getting a little bit lucky there with that touch. He's trying to copy Lovelace, but there was nothing lucky about that finish. A hat-trick for our star boy. We've well and truly run away with this semi-final. 4 goals in counting, make that 5. And I did not sim the second leg. We are comfortably through to our first European final. And the final game of these highlights is against Aston Villa in the league. We're still coming for that title. I was so hesitant about selling one of our better players in Karamoko Dembele. Actually, one of our best players. But we have never played so well. And Jonathan Rowe is fit like a glove at Fleetwood Town. It was so risky, but it looks like That chance has paid off. And Rambo, to be fair to him, he's kept us in this. We all know what can happen at 2-2's the remix, but Ethan Aaron keeping it up, playing the floor is lava. It would have been a world-class goal, but Semi Calixoy, not once, not twice, but the third time is the charm. An absolutely comical goal to seal us a very important 3 points. Because it's crunch time, lads. Every single game is now a must-win. Because we've got 4 games left of the season, and I hate how the finals aren't after the league finished. But it's West Ham in the FA Cup, Roma in the Europa League, with the Gunners and Leeds our final 2 games in the Prem, and we are level on points with the City. Oh, the Prem, it's on the horizon, lads. But first things first, the FA Cup. This is probably how the Irons are going to line up, with that beast up top. Lovey is nowhere near the golden boot because, well, guess who's on top? That clown. And to make things interesting, Luca is out injured. We might miss him, but it means there's only one man to start, Brendan Wyadu, and he gets the armband. Come on, Brendan. Lead your boys out. Lead the COD Army out. I refuse to see you lift the bloody trophy, mate. Oh, go on, Marco. Go on. Just 1-1 up. 1-1 up. Ooh. Come on, close them down. They don't want it. They don't want it. Well done. Well done. Rancher. Inside. Oh, he sees Lovelace. Go on, Shag. Oh! Sting in the gloves. On the front foot. Come on, boys. And he's there. Francher. Why didn't you hit it? Errahon. Oh, my lord. What an absolutely jammy goal. But I'll tell you what, we take it. Whether he's wearing the armband or not, he'll always show up for the COD Army. Jesus, the jam on that. Oh, that defender's done us a proper favour. Get up, Wyadu. Yes. Who said we were going to miss Luka Viskovic? It weren't me. Play it through to Long. He likes a little mazy run down this left-hand side. But he tracks back. Semi. Oh, my lord. He is absolutely lethal. Telling the crowd to shush because the big dog's here. Straight as an arrow. There was only one place that could go. And what are these Irons going to do? Nothing. Oh my god, Wydu's been absolutely spent. Well done, Kuzanov. Get the ball. Oh my lord. Well done, the Uzbek. Cleaning up Wydu's mess. Oh, we are more than on top this first half. We are dominating. 2-0. Going into the second half. Hit Nori. Down this left-hand side. Cutting back in. Somerville. Oh, he's played it around Wydu. Oh, brilliant save from Rambo. Go on, cut inside. Go on the right foot. Whip it. Oh, okay. Okay, Ethan. Okay, Ethan. He didn't take the bait. Torre. Oh, over the top to Johnson. Kuzanov's there. Somerville. Back to Torre. Oh my god, I'm getting in the muddle. I'm getting in the muddle. Why did get there? Oh no. Oh, I gave him a yard. He's so tricky to try and deal with. Every time we play him, he scores. I'm so over it. Keep the high line. This line is so bloody high. Why is it so high? Rooney versus Long. Oh, well done, Kuzanov. Great interception from the Uzbek, and there's the final whistle. 2-1 Fleetwood Town. We beat our almost kind of rivals to the FA Cup. Here we go. The first of 3 cup finals. Ticked off. The FA Cup is in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. Roll on Roma. 1 down, 1 to go. Now let's go put Fleetwood Town on the map. Let's just hope it's not another boring 0-0 between the two sides. Calixoy and Lovelace again well off the golden boot, but their man Baldanzi above us in 11th with 7 goals. And Luka Viskovic, don't you worry, son. That shirt belongs to you. This is how Roma are supposed to be lining up, and I didn't realise he was still half injured, but we can't afford to not play him. Pubel, you've been a bit naughty, mate. So, of course, Brendan Wyadu starts his second final this season. The irony is unbelievable. It's unmatched. Semi Calixoy playing at St James's Park to win us our first European title. Tell me it's not written in the stars. Danzi. Oh, great interception by Kuzanov. Oh, I'm lost. Oh my god. Ramsdale just got sat on his ass. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're lucky he was offside, wasn't he? Go Ethan. Go Ethan. Get there. Oh, almost. He did enough. Go on, Bullet. Rock one! Oh. Come on, Franco. Close him down. Well done, the Brazilian. Now play it through. Jackson's there. He's in the space. Whip it into the back stick. Come on, Lovelace. Oh my god, what is going on? Back across. What? What? Get back in position, mate. Now down to, oh, we slipped it behind. Kuzanov, you're sleeping again, mate. You're sleeping. Go on now. Keep him there. Shepherd him in. Oh, he's got around it. 2 feet, studs up. Love that from you, Elliot Long. We're a bit light at the back. We're a bit light. Oh no, Saul. 1-on-1. Well done, Rambo. Big hands. Onto Calixto. Who's running through? Is that Franca? Over the top. Go on. Touch. Blick. Penalty. Ref. Ref! You're joking. No. What? Oh, keep that line high. Well done, Kuzanov. Get there, Bulat. Ethan. On once more. There we go. Who's running through? It's Lovelace. On the outside. Into Bulat. Go on, find the back of the net. The wrong side of the post, Marco. Get up. Well done, Kuzanov. Banker. To Jackson. Back across goal. Semi Calixto. How have you not nodded that in? What is happening? Come on. Well done, Lovelace. Well done. Over the top. No, once more. Lovey. Franca. He's offside. What it? No. This is... Oh, no. This is doing my head in. Oh, I don't want another 30 minutes of this. Oh, what have I done to deserve this as a Europa League final? I don't even know if it's our fault. Like... Oh, no. It might be your fault. You've missed 2 chances. And have a break. Franca. Well done. Well done. He's kept hold of it. Marco Bulat. Oh, what a turn. Can he rock one? He's absolutely shocked. St James's Park. Marco with a K Bulat. Turn the defender in the Spinderella. And then put one top left stanchion. The Croat is having a magisterial campaign. Pulling the strings in midfield like Rudolf Matz. He's now found his shooting boots. Well done, Erehon. Well done. He couldn't pass and he didn't pass. Come on. Franca over the top. Oh, not enough on it. Over to Bulat. Can he nod it down? Oh, no. Come on, ref. Blow that whistle. Blow that whistle. There it is. The dullest European final I think I've ever played, which is ironic as hell because we should have won like 4-0. How Roma got to the final, I'll never know. But it's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Because no matter what happens in the Prem over the next 2 games, oh, it doesn't change the fact that Fleetwood Town, oh, we're European champions, baby. Ethan Erehon, you lift that trophy higher. The COD Army, oh, we're going places. And that place is Champions League football next season. The champions! Alright, let's focus up. We're still not finished. Because we've got the Gunners and Leeds in the league. And Man City, well, they drew their game in hand, which means if we win against Arsenal, we're in the driving seat on the final day. This is how the Gunners are lining up. And for the first time in this 4-game stretch, we're rocking our strongest starting 11. Yes, they beat us in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, but that was an age ago. We're a new team now. We're European champions. Oh no, they've broken through already. Luca, oh, missed the challenge. Rambo, big save. Well done, mate. Lovelace, he shows for him. Links it over back. The Pupil in the box. Who's there? Jackson with an X. Ah. Oh. Bulat, cut it out. He sees that. Franca, there. What a 50p head is that? Still can't believe they got Quanza. Like, what? Go on, get on that touch. You don't want it. You don't want it. Semi Calixto. Oh no, you're offside. Lovelace into Semi. He's done it over the top to Lovey. Go on, wrap a foot round that. Near post. I needed that far post, Lovelace. That's a long. Go on. Go on, down that line, Jackson. Down the line. Well done. Calixto. He's through. Cut inside. Finesse shot! Oh, what a save from the keeper. Whip it in, Bulat. Whip it in. Come on. Luca! Oh, off the bar. Get there. Get there. No. Oh, just go over the line. Come, come. Keep him on. Keep on him. Jackson, keep on him. Come on, lads. Into Lovelace. Come on. Oh, no. Zachariah. Oh, there's a gap. Come on, Luca. Close it down. Get back out. Get back out. Rambo. Well done. Daka versus Kuzanov. Oh, he's been done for pace. Oh, not like this. Not like this. Kuzan. Luca. Fabio Vieira. Aaron Ramsdale. Big hand. Well done, lads. That's potentially a title-winning save. If we can hold out. Just get this clear. Get this clear. Come on. Get up for it. Well done. It doesn't matter. What am I saying? Well done. We lost out there though. Arsenal, they held out. They made it hard for us, but is a point enough to keep up with City? A point was enough. This weird little game in hand we've got. If we win this, oh lads, we walk away with the title. I know we've just won the Europa League, but the biggest game in the club's history to win the Premier League, and Marco with a K Bullet has got a red card because of too many yellows. I'm fuming. It would have been nice to win it with the game in hand, but we wanted to lift the Prem in front of the home fans anyway. Now, come on, lads. It's actually killing me inside that Marco with the K Bullet isn't even a part of the squad, but we're going to do it for him. I haven't got a bloody clue who any of these players are, which means they're probably not even real, which means they're probably sick. Come on, what's he going to do? What's he going to do? Ooh, come on. Nothing rash, nothing silly. Nothing silly. Hold that line. What did I just say, Luca? Kuzanov? No. That was an outrageous strike. Of all the teams we played, it's Leeds to score first. Are you having me on? Come on, little long. Come on, don't get done. Don't get done. There, out wide. They played it back in. Aronson. And just Schmidt. Just hold your line, lads. Nothing rash. Oh no, Kuzanov. Not even Kuzanov, it's Luca. 2-0 down, you've got to be having me on. This is a joke. This is some kind of sick joke, isn't it? We're getting played off the park here. Who would have thought Leeds would have been our toughest game? Okay, Jackson, come on. Run, run, run. Play him. There it is. Get there. Cut inside. Come on, Jackson. This is your time. Oh, no. Well, this wasn't in the bloody script, was it? Lads, you're going to have to pull out your arse. There's no way we relied this much on Marco with a K Bullet. Get it together. They're on. Into Franca. Oh, come on, Semi. Kaliksoy. Oh, that is wonderful. That is wonderful. Get the ball. Get the ball. There's still time on the clock. That's a great ball from Matthias Franca in all fairness. Thought he was offside, but the Turkey timed it to perfection. And the finish, well, it matched, didn't it? Come on. We're overloading him here. Lovelace with the pace. Back into the Turk. Can he find the back of the net? Oh my God, he's spanked it off the post. That's a Jackson. Come on. Come on. Salazar. Yes! Oh no, you're having me on. You're actually having me on. It can't end like this. It cannot end like this. Oh, his bloody toenails. Are you joking? How have we lost this game? Ref, just blow the whistle. Just blow the whistle, ref. This is doing my nut in. Here we go. Come on. Oh, no, still not. Come on. Oh, there it is. And 3-1. This is a joke. I'm actually devastated. I'm actually still fuming doing the voiceover. How do we bottle that? 2 points and we would have won the league. 2 bloody points if we turn one of these 13 draws into a win like that game in the second half of the season against West Ham. Oh, we would have won the league. I mean, I didn't realise how important you were to the team. We fell apart without you, Marco, with a K Bullet, but look at these stats. I mean, he's a certified baller in all fairness. He didn't make the team of the season though. Luka, Pubo and Kaliksoy have that honour, with the resident Turk winning the player of the season and finishing as the league's top bagsman. 37 goals and 13 assists from our superstar signing is actually phenomenal, and it's good to see Lovelace turning it around in the second half of the season. I don't know where to improve for season 9. I'm thinking this area of the pitch. Maybe it's our weakest point, and with 126 million to spend, oh, we can fill our boots. Oi oi Savaloys, now have you peeped the backdrop? Scooching and let me tell you, we're in Champo baby! Last season Marco Bullet unleashed his inner demon against Roma in the Europa League final, which meant not only did we get to see this sick ass celebration, but we also won the Europa League. So that, and finishing second in the league, means we're playing Champions League football in season 9 of Fleetwood Town. And that's not all. We're in the running for 6 trophies this season, so let's go big or go home. Let's go and stick the sextuple in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. Oh, here are the boys. Right, look away Jackson, because you missed out on the player of the season vote yet again to this star boy. The turkey took home the bacon. We only danced to reggae and calypso. But let's just have a proper look at this team, eh? Luka Vuskovic. He's checking ID at the door. Mark Pubel, well, he's right there next to him, but slightly less friendly. Ethan Erron, our captain, fantastic, still reaping souls and banging long shots. Marco with a K has gone from Rudolph Mats to Metallica, machine guns to bazookas, bruv. Look at the state of him. Matthias Franca, our Jogger Bonito futsal favela flavoured phenomenon. Zachariah Lovelace. Not his surname, the name that was given to him because he loves lacing it into the back of the net, and with 4 player of the seasons to his name. But lest we forget, last but not least, Jackson with an X. X marks the spot, the unsung hero of Fleetwood Town. We've built an incredible team over 9 seasons, and these boys, they basically pick themselves by now. But if you want to go the distance and win the league and Champo this season, along with 4 other trophies, we have to somehow improve the squad beyond human comprehension. And with 125 million in the kitty, believe it or not, it's not enough. So we've trimmed the fat to pad the wallet because Fredatron, he was the only person who saw this coming. Goals win you games, and this bloke, he scored many a goal against us. Since season 5, he's had our backline on strings and Marco contemplating the meaning of life. And he even scored against us when we simmed the games. The thorn in my side since season 5 has swapped claret and blue for the blood red of the COD Army. And now the gaffer is a happy man. There was only one way to stop him scoring against us, so we signed him for a record-shattering 135 million quid. Julian Johnson, welcome to Fleetwood Town. Now with not 1, but 2 of the world's best strikers. JJ, do me a favour and secure us the bag, yeah? And we've gone full pimp my ride and given him their pink lottos because we're turning Fleetwood Town into an exhibit of world-class players, which means these lot have been shown the door to make way for another brick-house centre-back, Alessandro Bastoni. Welcome to the Lancashire Hot Pot. For 44 million from Nice, the Italian stallion, he's aging like a fine wine. So with JJ joining the ranks, we can stick with the 4-3-3 with Calixto at left wing, or return to our roots with the 4-4-FN2. Now the FA Cup is first up on our hit list, then the Super Cup. We'll make sure to do our job in the league this time, and keep an eye on the FA and Carabao in the background. But lest we forget our pot of Champions League games forthcoming. These poor sods aren't going to know we hit them. Now enough faffing about. Let's kick this season off, yeah? You, my friend, you're coming home with us. It's not exactly the world stage, but it would have been a great way for JJ to introduce himself. Yep, that's right, Pep. We've got one of those Norwegians now. Speaking of, their robot sticks one past Rambo. Jokes! Stay humble, bro. Now, did somebody say X marks the spot? Because the Lancaster bomber has just dropped one on Wembley. Blocking out the haters, this is the start of his villain arc. He's got little bro Felix clapping, but big bro hit it hard and true and it stayed hard. 1-0 the final score against the Citizens. Thanks for the kickabout, lads. 1 out of 6, and up next is Leverkusen. And our community shield is a bit lonely. But hey, just because we brought Bastoni in, it doesn't mean Kuzanov is going to be benched. Tackles like that'll keep you in the first team, brother. We gave the 4-4-2 a spin this game, and it's our leading men linking up to stab home the first goal. To which Leverkusen swiftly responded, thanks for that, bruv. Bodies in the box, shall we whip it in? Nope. Give it to Captain Fantastic and watch the magic happen. The Scottish sedan coming in clutch to save our blushes. And let's be honest, there's only one place he could have stuck that away. 2 on the final score thanks to this man. And the Super Cup, well, it's coming home with us. 2 trophies down, 4 to go, lads. Come on. Oh, hang about. Could it be Marco Bullat from the free kick against West Ham? Bend it like Beckham? Nah, bend it like a total pillock. The back of the net has never been safer, but there was no way we were going to miss this game. Unfortunately, it's not JJ to open the game up, it's our resident Turk. And then Ethan Aaron, well, he steps up just to deposit another long shot in the bank. Speaking of our Buster Bank signing, he's been awfully quiet over the last few games. He would have made some noise with this bias against his old club, but the Turk is there once again to prod it home. But just because he hasn't scored yet doesn't mean he's not involved, almost grabbing another assist for the Turk's hat-trick. But luckily the Lancashire Rose was in the right place at the right time for a 4-0 win over the Irons. Just quickly, our third and final instalment of the Just Marco charity fundraiser. All money raised through the channel throughout the month of December has been donated to Macmillan Cancer Support. It has a special place in my heart. Thanks for being a part of this project with me, guys. The champions! Here we go, the big leagues. Time to step up, JJ, because Calixto, well, he can't carry you all season long. PSG is the first away day this season, and the Norwegian has decided to turn up the heat, turning 2 PSG defenders into Spinderella and rifling at top banjo with his weak peg. Jackson, well, he got a little bit lucky with the pass there, but he managed to fire it into JJ, and oh my word, we've got a proper player on our hands. Took him 3 games to get off the mark, but it was defo worth the wait as we now travelled to Anfield in the league. It's been a while since our 4-1 spanking against them in season 5, and there's a new bully in the playground. down. JJ, you little dancer. A chest flick into a near post bias is a little bit disgusting, bruv, but what's worse is our defending. Vuskovic was having none of it and got none of the ball. And from the spot, Hendrick, well, he took a page out of Jan Mulby's book. He loves a little throwback, doesn't he? Off to visit Seiki K and the Yellow Submarines in Champo, and after drawing at Anfield in the league, we're looking to get back to winning ways in Europe, which might be easier if Harvey Vale could stay on 2 bloody feet. Thankfully, it hits the wall and nothing comes of it. But one man's looking to keep his rich vein of form in the Champions League alive. I mean, they do pull one back and level the score, but don't worry about that. Because it's all about one man, Julian Johnson. We might be one man down, but having one of the best players in the world definitely makes up for it. Thank you, kind sir. 2-1 the final score, and then we return to Highbury, where little Karamoko Dembele pays us a visit. He's clearly still got a bee in his bonnet about being sold to Fulham, because he has turned Elliot Long inside out. Oh, this poor boy. Now, it might be because I've already played this game. I know what happens, but something tells me Elliot Long is going to get the last laugh with a dirty little deflected long shot. Doesn't matter though, we win 1-0 and then we're back out in Europe. This time at Highbury against Olympique Lyon. Now, there's one man who hasn't had any screen time so far this episode, and that's Zachariah Lovelace. We gave him his old number 26. And he's finally found the back of the net this season. We're here, there and everywhere this video. Newcastle at the Bando in the final 3 games of these highlights. And Rambo keeps us in it, doesn't he? Well, not really, but we have to give him at least one clip, don't we? Oh, Zachariah Lovelace! Kissing the underside of the bar with a serious goal of the series contender. And under the floodlights in the second half, we're waiting for one man to pop up with a goal against his old club. Bastoni chasing shadows, which is a little bit embarrassing. I said you were aging like fine wine at the beginning. 2-1 up though. I think we need a bit of daylight, a bit of breathing room. Some wonderful play down this right hand side. Ends up with a ball into the box and JJ finding the back of the net. Oh, hang on, what's the ref got here? Oh no, Jackson with an X. Let's hope it's not too serious now, eh? And the cherry on top of the icing of the cake, Zach Lovelace nods home for 4-1. Oh, the Lancaster Bomber, he's in for repairs for the next 8 weeks. Now we're going to have to find a way to do with that, and then aren't we in the Carabao Cup quarter-finals, the penultimate game of these highlights. And old Jogo Bonito futsal favela flavoured phenomenon finishes off that move against his old club to put us 1-0 up. But unfortunately, it couldn't last forever as Palace levelled the score, and then they decided to go ahead and do us dirty at the near post to make it 2-1. Rambo, what the hell do you think you're playing at, son? How can we win the Carabao Cup, let alone Champo, with your near post wide open? I was playing most of the B team, so on comes JJ, our little super sub. And from the kickoff, well, let's just say Sean Dyche, he would be a proud man as we go full route 1. And with his first touch of the ball, the Norwegian makes it a 2-2 to the remix. There's life in this quarter-final yet. That is until we got to penalties and Calixoy lost a game of chicken with their keeper. And then 2 penalties later, it's all eyes on Rambo who gets sent for a hot dog. Well, this sucks, doesn't it? We'll deal with what that means for our season later, so brush it off, lads. The final game of these highlights is at the Bando against Bayer Leverkusen. We've already turned these over in the Super Cup. We'll be fine. Or not. What is it with our left backs getting sent off in the Champions League this season? Thankfully, their man's been watching too much of Marco Bullet from free kicks. But we've got to readjust our team. We've gone to the 3-5-2. And that mixture of width with the 2 up top might pay dividends, with JJ and Calixoy linking up to make it 1-0. But we're not done there. I said it before against Villarreal, even with one man down, having one of the best players in the world makes up for it. But the game's far from over. They play triangles in the box and then stick in the back of the net. Hold on, what's happening here? Calixoy gets swiped and in there, man. Well, he sees red. Bullet and Erron with a 1-2 round there, man. And you just know what the Croats gonna do. The keeper didn't have a Charles dance. Right foot like a bloody bazooka. We're absolutely running riot in Europe. No team stands a chance. And the cherry on top of the icing on the cake, Calixoy gets his brace. 4-1 the final score at Highbury. Now let's go check where we are at the halfway point. I should have bloody simmed that game against Crystal Palace. The sextuple is nothing more than a fairy tale this season. But I wasn't lying about running right in Europe. We finished 3rd, undefeated by the way. Come on then. And we go straight into the round of 16 against Bayern. We're doing alright in the league in 2nd place, 3 points behind City and 12 points above the Gunners in 3rd place. I don't want to talk about the Carabao. And we have Derby in the FA Cup. I'm sure we'll be fine. Calixoy and JJ tied 15 apiece in the league. It's going to be a race for the Golden Boot, but it's the Norwegian who's our top G. 23-9 in all competitions so far this season. It's outstanding, son. I want to try and improve the squad, but with 10 million left in the kitty, we've got to try and be clever with it. Unfortunately, the lights are on and somebody is home, as Eddie Howe isn't being taken for a mug. And I'll be honest, he really is the only goalkeeper I wanted. So instead, we're going to need to get some backup in defence, as Wadu, well, he's out for a while. And there's a name and a number combo you might remember. The name's Mosh. Logan Mosh. How many of you thought that was his brother Dominic, eh? I didn't even know he had a little bro knocking about. Lucifer, don't worry, he won't be a fungus to the team like Big Bro, but they're weeds. They run deep in the game. There's a third one, also a right back, at the same bloody club. And on the topic of mouldy, horrible fungus, we've got Spores up next. I see you there, Dominic. You've got to be better than your brother, surely. But anyway, good news. Jackson, he's now fighting fit, so he slots back into the starter lineup like a glove. So let's go and make this a season for the history books, eh? After losing out on the Prem last season to Leeds, we really need to make sure we're winning 3 points every chance we get. Already dropping 2 points to Liverpool at Anfield before the halfway point, we really need to get it together and stick the ball in the back of the net. So ask and you shall receive. Dominic Moss, he's entered the chat, and now I'm sure the chances will come rolling in. See? Jackson gets the other side of him, but fluffs his lines. We're then playing Piggy in the middle, but I mean, everything goes over his head, so he's probably used to it. But we're not used to not scoring. What's gone on, lads? 0-0 after 90 minutes, and we share the points for Spurs. But now it's the big one. The round of 16 against Bayern Munich, and I don't know who that bloke was, but he weren't Vinny Company. The Allianz Arena is no easy place to come and snatch a dub, and it's made much harder after going 1 goal down. And then our reply goes the wrong side of the post. But if in doubt, lads, just boot it up to the big Norwegian. JJ nods it down to Lovelace, who sticks it in the onion bag. Sending love to all his baby mamas across the world. But it's not all sunshine and roses. Gift Orban, of all people, gives them a 2-1 advantage. You should be knocking them in for Paris FC. And with one final throw of the dice, Jackson over to Lovelace, but he can't get it behind the keeper, which means there's all to play for in the return fixture at Highbury. With the Fleetwood faithful backing you, there's nothing the COD Army can't do. And there was almost limbs in the home end. If Semi Calixto could have stuck that in the onion bag. But just to make things interesting, Vuskovic gives him a penalty, but Rambo comes to the Croats' rescue with a big save. And the Englishman, he keeps us in it against the Germans. To this day, I don't know how Matthias Franca got that ball into JJ. And then it's our Brazilian Joga Benito, foot south for Village flavoured phenomenon, coming up clutch with the game-winning goal. What a strike from our number 11. We win 3-2 on aggregate, and through to the quarterfinals we go. Now United come to visit us at the Bando in the league. And nothing I'm about to say can prepare you for this absolute wizardry. Elliot Long, stop that. You've turned their man into the ultimate Spinderella. I've never seen anything like it before, and I don't think I'll see anything like it ever again. But we're not done there. No, this clip isn't just a show of skill, because Johnson puts it away for our one and only goal against Man United. And now that's 3 points close to the Premier League title, innit, lads? Quarterfinals at the BTEC San Siro against BTEC AC Milan. And you know what? I'm not feeling too bad about our Champions League run. I think we've been pretty solid. But you know what it's going to be like by now. I mean, Bastoni just got folded in half like an ironing board, and, well, you never guess what? Rambo gets dinked. Constantly making a rod for our own back. What is our problem? We've still got plenty of time on the clock, though. Jackson in a bit of space, and it's a lovely ball over to Sami Calixto. Oh, wait, no, it's Johnson, and it's offside. My bad. Which means, once again, it's all to play for at Highbury in the return fixture. And there's nothing raw in this kitchen, chef, because our boys, well, we're cooking on gas. And this Lancashire hot pot, it's got everything you need for a tasty comeback story. Bit of succulent lamb in the meaty gravy, topped with some lovely patatas. I hang about, I'm starting to feel a little bit hungry now. I'll dish up a plate for myself and for JJ, because he always finishes his dinner in front of goal. I mean, there's 2 goals for our Norwegian, but let's take nothing away from that pass from Lovelace. That was outstanding. Unlike this one from our Italian stallion, are you sure you're aging like fine wine, bruv? Because you have just thrown away our winning position and humiliated Ramsdale in one go. I'm getting sick of it now. It's not even funny. If it's a joke, I'm not laughing, but I am happy the Turk has rescued us in extra time, and now we are through to the semi-finals. Albeit battered and bruised, but it's more from our own making. And now we've got to find a way of extending our lead above third place Arsenal, which is infinitely harder when we're letting every team get the first bloody goal. Are we playing with a handicap or something? The answer to that is yes, it's me. I'm the handicap. But I'd love to see JJ spank one like that down Putchak. I think I need to put some more respect on Calixo's name, because even at left wing, he's getting us out of trouble yet again. I mean, it was a pretty lucky finish, but our Turkish Donakababas Brickhouse secures us 3 more points on the board. And now it's the big one. First feet second away at the Etihad. City versus Fleetwood Town. The COD Army versus the Citizens. And it's our Norwegian number 9 to capitalise on their dreadful mistake. If we can do a madness and keep a clean sheet, this will be a huge win for us in the league. And it's a bloody miracle because we've done it. A scrappy 1-0 win over the current title holders, and something tells me we'll be seeing you again very, very soon. But hey up, what's this malarkey? The COD Army suited and booted, it can only mean one thing: a trip to Wembley for the FA Cup semi-final. But if Bergstrom keeps giving me an heart attack in the box, I don't think I'll be around to see it. The long gangly streak of finished piss, he had an absolutely fantastic game in between the sticks. Unlike our 2 leading men who couldn't organise a piss up in a brewery until extra time, JJ does what he's been doing all season long and sticks it in the onion bag. And then he does the other thing he's been doing all season and puts it on a plate for Semi Calixoy. I haven't seen a better dynamic duo since Jackson and Lovelace. Nevertheless, 2-0 the final score, and we've got a cup final at Wembley to look forward to. And now we are in the semi-finals of Champo against Man City, and we can't shake them loose for love, nor money, nor fame or fortune. And apparently neither one of us can score a bloody goal in the first leg. So now it's all to play for once again in the second leg, and Elliot Long, he sets the tone. I didn't realise he was a little panic king when we bought him, but you know what, I'm pleasantly surprised. And I would have been absolutely ecstatic if that overhead kick went in from Julian Johnson. Oh, JJ, my boy. Now, I know you can score all types of goals, but I just love the ones that hit the back of the net. There we land, 1-0 up against Man City, and I would have lost my head if this hit the onion bag. But Haaland, well, he's not too happy with us almost stealing his trademark, so he caught that sweet as a nut. That wonder strikes put us into extra time, and well, don't worry Johnson, you're still the best Norwegian on the pitch, because he's just got the assist to the assist for Calixoy's finesse shot into the side netting. But our 2-1 lead, well, you probably guessed it, it didn't last for long. And we would have been up creek without a paddle if their man weren't offside. Thank you, Lino. But now it's 2-2s, nah, it's the remix. 2-2s, nah, or leave it out, Lovelace. Sending his love out to all you people who were going to vote for him in the next Player of the Season vote. And I wouldn't blame you, because his absolute corker has put us one step closer to the Champions League final. 120 minutes on the clock, and Lovelace, he's just having a bit of fun. It would have been outrageous if that hit the back of the net, but not to be outdone. JJ, oh my lord. 135 million quid is an absolute bargain, and that scissor kick from the corner has secured us a spot in the Champions League final. Lads, we are 4 games away from greatness. Juventus in the Champions League final. We're 3 points clear of City with 2 games to go in the league. But first thing is first, we've got the FA Cup final against Aston Villa to kick us off. Their man Pinto, well, he's the top bagsman, and surprise, surprise, he starts up top for him. We're sticking out our strongest lineup with Bergie in between the sticks. Come on, lads, no mucking about. Let's go and win back our FA Cup, yeah? We beat Newcastle in Season 6 and then bought Calixoy and won the FA Cup against West Ham last season. So now it's only fair that it's Johnson's turn. The prophecy must be fulfilled against Aston Villa, because that trophy's coming home with us for the 3rd time. Good evening. I'll give the ball back to him, and now Mark Pubill's been absolutely spun. Lindstrom into Pinto. Go on, Bastoni. Well done. That's not going to be red, is it? There's no way. Yes. Oh, we've got a little bit lucky there, haven't we? Oh, this is going in, isn't it? Someone get on the line. Just get on the line. Not that I don't trust you, Bergstrom. Yes, Bill. Get it gone. Down wide. Oh, over the top. Wrap that left foot around it. Oh my God, off the post. Go on, Ethan. Go on, Ethan. Just wind one. Oh my Lord, he never, ever disappoints. I said it in Season 1. This boy has been brought in for reaping souls and banging long shots. Don't get drawn in. Don't get drawn into him. Come on. Oh, big hand from Bergstrom. Lovelace! Oh, my Lord. What are you going to find? I'm going to run near post. We'll stick it at the back. Someone can nod it back in. Here, Bastoni. That's worked wonderfully, that has. Oh, a corner kick worked to absolute perfection. Stick it in the onion bag. Down to Rodgers. Oh, well done, Pubil. You ain't getting past the Spaniard. And now we break. Look at this, like the red arrows bombing forward. You know what, Ethan? Just wind another one up, shall we? Oh, this is outrageous. This man is a cheat code. There's a reason this boy wears the armband. He is class. Oh, ref. Let's have him try and have a bit of fun here. Oh no, you're joking. He's not injured, is he? This could actually be concerning. I'm not risking everything. Everything this season hinges on Ethan Error on. In that end. Who's going near post? Go on, Lancaster! There it is, our number 33. The Lancaster Bomber, the Lancashire Rose. He's forever finding the onion bag. They've got absolutely no impetus, have they, to attack? Oh, he's made it through. Well done, Bastoni. I almost ate my words there. Our defence is rock solid. It's probably why they're not doing much. There we go. Give it to him. Give it to him. Give it back to him. Get in that box. Come on, Johnson. There it is! Oh my God. This bloke is an absolute baller. You couldn't have struck that any better if you tried, Julian Johnson. JJ. Top banjo. Rate that, son. Go on, ref. Just blow the whistle. Put them out of their misery. Put them out of their misery. They don't want it. They don't want it. 5-0 is absolutely disgusting. I hope Juventus was watching, because this is what you've got coming. But lads, the prophecy has been fulfilled. If we do a season 10, then we'll have to sign Pinto from Villa. But alas, this is our third time adding it to the Fleetwood Town cabinet. The FA Cup, it's in our hands. Marco Bulat, you lift that one higher, because it's 1 down and 2 to go. I haven't checked the papers yet. How is my boy doing? Oh, thank God, he's fine. I thought I lost you. Now then, back to business. We've got Ipswich and Newcastle in the league. Oh, hang about. What happened against Palace and Chelsea? Well, the Blues are now in 3rd place, so that might explain that. But those results have ruined our goal difference. That even with our game in hand, we've got to go for 6 points out of 6. Ipswich, well, they've lost all their good players, so no wonder they're relegation fodder. And we're basically running the same lineup that just lifted silverware, other than Frankie at centre attack in mid, Vale, Kuzanov, and Wilder at right back. Now, come on then, up the COD Army. A win won't secure us the title, but we'll have one hand on the trophy. Come on, lads, let's do it for the Fleetwood faithful. Oh, come on, Frank, at the back stick. Lovelace, get it in the net. Oh, Schumacher, his hand to it. Throw it. Oh, he's been taken out. You dirty, dirty man. That's a bit far out, but if there's any time to do it, Marco, with a K Bulat, it's now. I believe in you, Bulat. I believe in you. This is your time. This is your moment. I think right there. Maybe there. There. Come on. Wind it up. Absolutely spank it. Oh, off the post. You are joking. Don't worry, Jackson's there though. He's back in. Marco with a K. Oh, he's prevented that. Oh, this is dangerous. This is outrageous. Ethan Error. He doesn't know how to not score bangers. It's in his blood. It runs through his veins. This absolute baller has now put us in the driving seat. Who's there? Who's there? Bella, come on. Oh, he's won it somehow. Go on, Lovelace. That would have been a great goal. Oh, I didn't even say anything because I knew it was offside. Damn it. I don't even want to attack. Embarrassing. Oh, no. Oh, no, Harvey Vale. Get there. No, ref. Yes. Oh, how's that not a penalty? Our blessings. Our prayers have been answered. Over the top. Go on. Kiliksoy. There it is. Oh, he's had 2 goals disallowed for offside. This poor Turk. Bloody head, shoulders, knees and toes. What are you doing, Kiliksoy? Can't get that over Burgess, can you? They got to clear it, but not far enough. Can you feel it, lads? Dare I say it? We're going to win the Prem. How the hell did an Ipswich player win man of the match? As long as we don't bottle it on the final day to Newcastle and Man City don't beat Arsenal away from home, we stick in the Prem in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. At least JJ secured the golden boot, which is double decent. And this is how the Geordies are lining up. They still haven't replaced the Turk, I see. Because we only dance to reggae and Kiliksoy. Look at this team. Look me in the eye and tell me this isn't a Premier League winning team. And I'm sticking with Bergstrom because he's a beast. Now, come on, lads. It's been 9 seasons. Let's go stick the Prem in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. I can't take another year of being second best, lads. We need a win or a draw. Because if City beat Arsenal, our goal difference, it isn't going to help us out. We need points on the board. to seek the Premier League in the Fleetwood Town cabinet. Is Lovelace going to make a darting run to the... Oh, he has. There's no way. Offside. Unlucky, lads. Into Bullet. Oh, the Croat. The Croat off the bar. Oh, get it out. Get it out, Aaron. Oh, Bergie. Oh, my God. That almost came back to bite us. You were caught in no man's land. What are you doing? Get round him, man. Get round him, man. Oh, that's unbelievable. He's at the back stick. Calixo it! Ah. Intruder. Oh, he's played it beyond Elliot Long. Bakayoko into Osula. Winds one up. He's there. Bergie's there. That's it. That's more like it. Not in no man's land anymore, are you? That's fine. There's Calixo. He's there. Oh, no. That was dreadful. Keep it in. Keep it. Oh, God. Lovelace on once more. Well, that's still making that run. All right. Marco. Oh, Jesus Christ. 0-0 at half-time at St James's Park. I haven't seen the Man City scoreline change, but we can't be holding out, can we? We need to get a ball in the back of the net and points on the board. Don't commit. Well done. Oh, my Lord, no. Get back out of there. Close him down. Close him down. Ah, Bergie would have had it covered. It's fine. What are you lot chatting about? It was nowhere near. Turning. Bravo. Oh, that's a great ball. Bergie, could he get there? Thank God he's offside. Oh my God. I would have broke my controller. Try and brush that off. Act like it didn't happen. Because technically it didn't. Oh, well done, Jackson. Little spin. Give it back to him. Got there. Lovelace. Oh my Lord. Zachariah Lovelace, our day one, linking up with Jackson with the next, the Lancaster Bomber, the Lancashire Rose. Who else would it be to perhaps secure us the Premier League title than those two linking up? Oh my God. No, 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 no. Bergie, big hand. Yes. Balde coming down this left-hand side there. The left-hand side, all right. Bravo. Oh no, back into Balde. Get there, Pubill. Oh, Bergstrom, yes! Yes, Bergstrom! Oh. Everyone, what are you doing? Nothing silly. It's barely even a yellow. Wind your neck in. Wind your neck in before Marco spins your jaw. Oh, everyone's there. Get up, get up. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. My life just flashed before my eyes. Don't touch it. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, Bergie. There. Alright, I'll let you... Oh no. Ooh, Skelly. Oh my God. I knew I'd be counting on you in the big moments, Bergie. One final goal. Oh yes. Come on, Johnson. Find the back of the net. There it is, off the post. Outrageous. From our number 9, our Norwegian baller, JJ. Excellent touch. Turned the defender into Spinderella, then spanked it off the woodwork. Oh, the whistle. Don't let him score. I want that clean sheet. Oh, yes, Bergie. Yes. Lads, we have done it. We have done it. Finally. Fleetwood Town. Oh, we are Premier League champions, lads. 2 out of 3. Up next, Champions League. Let's just catch our breath, because we're not finished yet. 88 points, well, that's the magic number. But now, lads, this is the big one. The UEFA Champions League is next on our hit list. Johnson in 3rd spot on the podium, and none of the Juve players are in sight. Speaking of, this is how they're probably going to be lining up. Martinez still knocking about up top. Do you know what? I'm actually not that bothered about him. Now, I was planning on your big return being the Champions League final, but Bergstrom, he's been playing out of his skin, so he retains his spot in the starting lineup. And for potentially the last time ever, I present to you the COD ARMY starting 11. That's right, once we win the Champions League, there's nothing left to do. So let's go out with a bang, eh? Come on, Lovey. Come on. Up the COD ARMY, here we go. This is our time. I feel it. Come out like a bullet at the gates, kicking, screaming, just causing an absolute misery. Compiler for Juventus. Oh, Aaron. Oh, he's in that space. He's in that space. Oh my God, 2 minutes on the clock and we've already hit the back of the net. This is outrageous. Oh, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. They backed off. He said, go on then, I'll have it. Oh, that was a bloody dreamy start, wasn't it? Let's try and get another. Put the brakes on, Gordon. He's biding his time. Oh my God. He's got around Vuskovic. No, he hasn't. The pace from the Croat. The ultimate player. Oh no, you got around Pupil. Vuskovic. Bergie. Yes, great. Oh no, Moretti. He stuck it away. What's he doing with the post? Oh, we knew it was going to be too easy. It's a good parry from Bergie, but it's straight into there, man. Open net. Was never going to miss that. Got that wrong. But that all right. Oh, just 1-1 up. That's outrageous. I don't even know what's just happened there. I'm speechless. I literally can't speak. Has he just done that in a Champions League final? Are you joking? Are you absolutely having me on? This geezer! Come on. What was that press? Let him walk straight through. Oh no, it's Moretti again. Out you come, Bergie. Big hands. Yes! Come on! Never doubted you. Oh, don't let that ball on. Phil Foden through the middle now. Oh, that's a good ball through. Bergie, he's claimed it. Well done. The governor. Give it to... Oh, Bullet. Oh, there it is. That's outrageous. The team fell apart without you last season, and now you are showing why you are the linchpin to this side. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Bergie, I thought you were going to get dinked. You ain't got Rambo in net anymore. Back of the net. It is safe. It is safe and sound. That's it. Head it along. Oh, we sees... Oh, okay. Oh, Johnson. That should have hit the back of the net. That was our easiest chance yet. There we go. There we go. In once more. See that ball. Oh, Lovelace. There it is. Second bite of the cherry. It might be at 4-1, but I knew you'd score in this Champions League final. Zachariah Lovelace, our main man, through and through. Can't believe it. I actually can't believe it. We've done it, lads. This is just the cherry on top of a near perfect season. So close to the sextuple, but yet it still tastes just as sweet. Fleetwood Town, we have written ourselves into the history books tonight, lads, because the COD Army, oh, we are Champions League winners. Well, we have done it. Fleetwood Town completed it, mate. 9 seasons and we have finally won the Champions League. And what a way to do it. And let's not forget the Prem. I mean, we won the FA Cup ages ago, but it's still impressive nonetheless. Because this team right here are quintuple winners, treble winners, however you want to count it. They're born superstars. And superstars, well, they get noticed, don't they? Lovelace, Calixoy and JJ are up for the 2033 Ballon d'Or. We all know who deserves it, but I guess JJ winning, well, that's fair enough. The gaffer is absolutely gutted. He wanted it to be Lovey too, but there's a reason Johnson has won it. 48 goals and 12 assists in a treble winning season is actually insane. What a signing. Then we have Calixoy, our Turk. Over 2 seasons he managed 64 goals and 23 assists. Lovelace, our very own star boy. Over 8.5 seasons he managed 169 goals and 57 assists. The boy is absolutely mustard. Jackson with an X, forever living in Lovelace's shadow, but with 111 goals and 46 assists over 7 seasons. You're every bit as important, mate. Marco with a K, Bullet for a centre mid, 99 goals and 74 assists is absolutely phenomenal. Which brings us on to Ethan Heron, or Captain Fantastic as I should say, with 50 goals and 64 assists over 9 seasons. You are Mr. Fleetwood Town. And Luka Vuskovic, well, he's just a beast to me. Lest we forget little Karamoka Dembele, forever in our hearts. But lads, I think that's it. There's nothing left to win with Fleetwood Town. We've done it all. I want to thank you all for being a part of this fantastic series with me. It's been so much fun, and the engagement with you guys, well, that's been incredible. That's been the best part of it all. I've got loads, well, I say loads, a few rebuild ideas in the bank, so I'll get working on those behind the scenes. But lads, once again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment and share. And until next time, take care and ta-ra!